Welcome back to Just a Podcast. My name is Nick, and this is a show where my friend Josh and I talk about movies, news, culture, and everything in between. In this episode, I'm joined by my closest friends Marco, Christian, Alex, and Scott. We reminisce on moving to Texas, growing up, being friends, and share some embarrassing stories as well. We also answer some questions asked from Instagram by you guys, and get too deep into conspiracy theories.
And there's a fire. They found a crab man. Not even a joke. Look it up.
That being said, enjoy the show.
Okay, let's get this on the roll, I guess.
Sorry.
My first. So whose first time is this for
My
podcasting?
first time.
Yeah, these are two new guests because we kept bringing the same people back.
Nick's taking our podcast virginity.
Oh God.
Am I old enough?
Popping my
Spicy.
cherry.
Shut up, Sam. It's so mean.
No, but alright, so for this one, the topic is just we've all grown up in the same area, obviously.
Yo.
We're
So
the
there's-
original.
There's gotta
Street
be some
Squad.
funny stories.
Yeah, that is true.
Turn your ring on.
We're the original
Oh, that's huge.
Street Squad. We actually all grew up together, so
Yeah.
we're finally doing our first podcast together.
Yo.
Holy shit.
4 episodes.
I know.
14
It's
years
fine.
with all of us.
I can't believe it's been that long, bro.
It
Dude, 2006, right?
2005? No, early 2005 is when we got here. Late 2006 is when we moved into Sonoma.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Our house is being built.
Yeah, my house wasn't even built. I was staying at my aunt's house, bro.
I remember, bro.
We shared a bunk bed. I would wake up and just hit my head on the...
I think I came later.
Which
You
area?
did.
Where
I
does
came
you
later.
live here? In here? Which area in San Antonio?
by...
That's what I'm trying to say. You got a bad southern problem.
What's the... You talking about me?
I do.
Oh.
Sometimes. Go on, but where'd you live?
By Ferris Stadium, that neighborhood. It's called
Ferris
Field something.
But where's that by? Do you 410 or?
Champions Gate, Ferris Stadium.
Yeah,
Oh, over
that
there.
road,
Okay.
that road.
Oh shit.
Oh, we live far. We were living.
Yeah,
at
we were living by 410 and
Damn.
410 and 35, right? Near the
410, really closer to 410 and I-10.
At that point, did your dad have the business or established it? Or no? He was making it.
He was making it because I think he was
getting his realtor's license at the
he's
time.
working with he's getting his realtor's license at the time, and he went to Lockheed 2 years later, right?
Oh, lucky.
Yeah,
Lockheed Martin in Dallas.
Was you retired by then?
Yeah, no, he retired.
He already done 26 years in the Navy. I remember when we got here, he was getting his realtor's license, and we didn't have a single property in our name yet.
He's still scared about his files back then, like he is now. My
So
files.
probably I don't really think too much.
The government,
Dude, it sucks that he still won't let y'all over when no one's over. It's my files.
Dude, look at my files.
Well, to be honest, Dad said Nick's okay. He just doesn't like Alex.
No, he told me the opposite.
He did?
What?
Yes, he told me that he doesn't trust
So
either
he
of
lies to
y'all.
both of you?
He said Alex is sneaky.
Shut up.
He thinks you and Alex are sneaky.
Why?
I don't know, dude. He's
Because
so
I don't say
paranoid.
hi when I just walk. Dude, I'm the one that walks into his house and he's like, Nick's here, and he's like,
He's so paranoid. I
Because
don't
he's
know
used to
why.
I always greet him, bro, when I see him. And he's always like, hey, how's it going?
Wait, were you in my room when he got chewed up with my dad on the way out?
Oh yeah.
It
So
was so funny.
back in December,
Yeah,
we had, Jaden was in our room, right? We have. a
He's
room.
in my room.
No,
He's in your room.
Yeah, his room.
is that when y'all were being too loud?
Yes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I
No,
just-
no.
This is I jumped.
Jaden farted.
And
What?
yeah,
I called doorknob, and then
everybody called doorknob.
Yeah, we all cut doorknob.
and we all
and,
jumped off the bed and started beating the shit out of him.
And then my dad calls like, "Keep it the fuck down! I'm trying to work." And
And
all
then-
this other shit.
On our way out,
He's
he
like,
called Alex into his office.
Who did me?
"Yeah." He's like, "Alex, come here." And he goes, he closed the office door and just shit.
I
I
was
was
like,
gonna ass shot. I was a grown man too. That shit was fun.
what
But
the
if you're an
what did
adult,
he
just
tell
be
you?
like, I don't need to be.
He's like, you're a 21-year-old adult. You don't need to be jumping upstairs. I was like, I wouldn't.
The funny part is, I was the one who jumped too.
Alex didn't even do anything.
I took the heat for
No,
everybody.
Alex got up fast as fuck, but I was the one who jumped off the bed.
I was the one who beat.
But
Jaden.
not actually. I wasn't squatting. I was kind of laying down, my feet hanging off. I kind of jumped to my feet.
Alex didn't do much. Though. He didn't deserve all the heat.
It was pretty funny that he took it though. Oh no, when y'all fucking busted in when I was trying to sleep and I was
Oh, I got
Butt ass naked.
butt ass naked.
Oh my god.
I was trying to sleep after a hard work,
But you're always naked.
and then Alex comes in my room. And he just throws a pillow at me.
Oh,
And I just
Oh yeah.
I was like,
I didn't even think. I just retaliated, so I got up. And he saw I was naked because I was covering my shit with my hand. And we kept running back and forth.
And then
My mom got pissed. And she thought it was me.
Oh, she thought I was Christian. It's like, Christian, stop playing.
cut that shit out.
I was like on the bed,
They didn't
like.
even know you're there.
Yes, she
Didn't know.
was here.
She didn't know.
Oh, she didn't know.
No, she thought it was Christian. So I was on the bed and I was like, oh shit.
And I walked out. I'm like, sorry, mom. Me and Marco were wrestling.
Yeah, of all things, you had to fucking say that shit.
Cause
Wrestling naked.
It's the only. Stop it. It's the only believable thing for you.
Stop wrestling naked. God damn it.
Dude, when did I meet you?
Me?
Was it when I joined?
We
Drill Team?
introduced you to him.
Yo, you know what I remember specifically? We were all playing tag. And we were like in the neighborhood.
When
I
my
remember
asthma
like
acted up.
that area.
Yeah, and Marco was like, stop, you can't tag me. And I was like, what's going on? And I kept tagging him. He's like, I have asthma. And I was like, oh.
And Antonio was with us, and he had an attack.
And Nick's like, you can't. It doesn't count. He can't breathe. I was like, I don't get it.
I don't know.
I was over here like, you're it.
Yeah, like fucking dad had to come out and give me my inhaler and shit.
Dude, that was back then when I was drinking Fresca. You remember Fresca, the drink I used to have in my house?
A little bit, not too
You
much.
should drink it. Okay, maybe it's just me.
No, I remember that.
No, I remember a little bit, not too much.
Remember we went to when his mom and him were living in. Where were we living?
I
Crazy.
think it was like Mexican Silver over there.
Mexican Silver.
Mexican sour, not like Silver Oaks or some shit.
No, oh, it's like they're called the
Wild
Oaks.
Horse. I thought you lived in Wild Horse.
No,
No,
it's,
no,
it's
no,
over
it's
there
past-
by
I know what
Stevens.
you're talking about.
Jefferson Middle School's right by. And like, are you talking about the story when my sister came out?
No, not that. We're not talking.
Not came out, but
Oh god, bro.
she
Yeah,
came.
you have to say that during Pride Month too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like that's not what I mean. Like she came. She was a little infant. She was like,
And she,
came out in her diaper. She's like, and like, we're all
She had
like,
a crush on Christian too.
Yeah.
I hated that shit.
Baby had a crush on you.
oh my god.
I used to go over and she'd come out of her room naked.
Yo, she gonna. When she watch this later, she's like, oh my god.
It's true though. It was funny.
It was really.
Oh weird.
You know what was funny when Alex got hit when we were over one time.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You remember it differently than I do, but I remember. it.
Wait,
Christian,
tell your side. Tell your side.
Christian, you remember the same way, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think it was your grandma that was there.
Bro, it was my mom.
I could have sworn it was your grandma.
My,
No,
my
it
grandma
was
would
mom.
never hit me.
It was his mom.
It was my mom.
Okay, it was his mom, whatever. But I remember we were all chilling, and she told us like, "Keep it down," right? Like, cause I think about a sister trying to sleep,
Yeah.
and like we didn't give a fuck, kids, right? So we're
We're
playing
throwing
Xbox.
toys in the fan.
Yeah.
I was like,
He
look.
always throws shit in the
Yeah, we
fan.
throw our action figures in the fan.
Alex would be like, look, he makes that face because his nipples are breaking.
Yeah.
And so, fuck, where did I leave off? Oh yeah, and so we go to like just fucking around, and like I guess we woke his sister up at one point because we just hear, Alex, come down, right? Like, all right, oh shit, whatever. And so he goes downstairs. All I hear is this, and he comes back upstairs. And he's like trying not to cry. I was like, are you okay? It was so he looked so pissed. He's like,
I'm okay.
He's like planning to run away now.
I remember we used to.
Xbox.
We used to
We were playing PS2 back then. That's what I was playing.
oh,
Did
remember
you-
007.
I didn't get it.
Oh, yeah,
dude,
that's right.
I didn't get an Xbox until like I was
until middle school, right?
yeah, bro.
No, the same for us.
and I
We
couldn't
didn't
get a
it.
rated M game till I was.
I
fucking-
remember.
I
that.
think we got our first console
so
at the same
pissed
time,
off,
right?
bro.
We had to come-
we both got Wii's at the same time, right?
Yeah.
We
I was
went
like-
over there and convinced his mom to let him get Black
Yeah.
Ops 1 back in 2010.
Oh, that's
I'm like, everyone has an
No, you know-
Xbox. I have a fucking Wii.
No, the move was back then was Halo. Halo was the Halo Reach.
Not for me.
bro, I played
Not for
Wii
you?
Sports Resort, bro.
Oh wait, no, I was from me, Colby and Marley. Never mind.
Yeah.
We all used to play Halo Reach at Colby's
and
house.
Xenoverse 1. I remember.
Xenoverse 1?
That didn't come out till later.
That was on
Christian.
Xbox One, wasn't it?
That was on the 360.
No, you're talking about Raging Blast. Raging Blast 2.
Raging Blast.
Yeah, that was the move for my 360.
I remember that. I'll come over and you give me a controller and I'll get my ass beat.
Dude,
Yeah, you never taught us how to play that
Like,
game. That's what pissed me
Yeah,
off.
he never taught
like,
us
you guys
how
want
to
to play Raging Blast? Like, okay.
Gets destroyed.
Fucking annihilate me and shit in 2 seconds. So, like, I didn't even watch Dragon Ball back then. I didn't know half the fucking characters were.
I
I know
was
Christian always used to go for Deborah.
Deborah school.
Yo, but like for a game back then, it was pretty good. You know?
Yeah,
Good
no,
graphics.
still. I mean,
Oh,
now we have a better game.
Fighters. Yo, I still have my 360. I kind of want to fire it up again and play Raging Blast.
I can't regret this on my
Mortal
Xbox. Just a little bit.
Mhm.
If I didn't sell it, I wouldn't have been able to get my...
Yeah, where'd you
My
sell it? I
one.
still have mine, dude.
Because I wouldn't have been able to get my one.
I still have the
Shit.
I still have the original 360, but it's broken.
The shiny one.
Yeah, I have it.
I have my 360. So, like,
No, the original is like the white one.
Honestly, I want to get it fixed and turn it.
Yeah, no,
on.
it used to be... The original 360 used to be white.
No.
And then it was... They
Was it really?
changed it up. Yeah.
The
Oh,
Elite-
that's right. It used to be right.
and then it was the Elite with the black,
Yeah,
like
the
the shiny
black.
black with the silver side.
Or the matte black.
Yeah, they can tell that we're like.
I have
actually
the
people.
matte black one.
Oh, we got the. I wanna get it fixed just so I can open my Minecraft world again. See how it was.
Well, you can do that right now.
I built so much stuff, bro.
You know the old school world.
Yeah, no, you can do that.
No, remember I used to have my own account on Nick's family plan. I remember he.
Oh, that's right, he did because his mom paid for.
What was your name?
What was my name?
Probably some stupid.
It was not Rage Roller. That's his new name. It's Ray Zerker.
Yeah, Zerker. I remember that.
That's funny.
Y'all introduced me to Minecraft. I was like, that game looks stupid, and
you got into it.
I got into it like years later. I was like,
We're still into it too.
Yeah, we're still playing. I'm gonna get it for PC soon, so I can play with Marley and Lee.
When we used to get into the stupidest fucking arguments, like Blade.
Dude, okay, Christian and I got in the longest fight because we were going to Bob Beard Elementary School at the time, and we were walking to
Wait, was this after the?
No, not after the neck break. Actually, I don't even know when that happened. Wait. No, wait, we were all walking to school. We were walking to school, and Christian's like, dude, I love Blade. I was like, Blade's gay.
And then I was like, you're gay.
And then we told each other. We started arguing. We didn't talk for like how long? Like a week?
Like a week, and then we went to your mom's birthday party, and they made us talk it out.
They're like, y'all are friends. Y'all best friends. And I was like,
Blade's gay.
I can't believe we all fucking got to argue over that shit.
It's because I didn't like Blade.
I mean, I can't talk too much shit. I was fucking broke his neck over a Lego set.
Oh yes, I stole his legs. I remember when I was
Legos.
Oh wait, I'll tell my side.
She was like,
Alright,
nice.
let's tell his side.
Because you were young. So my dad was already in Lockheed at this point, and so it was just me, him, and my mom. But she still works at the John Glenn Elementary out by 410 in Marbach.
Yeah.
So Alex would come over like just
In
help
the
us get ready.
mornings.
In the mornings we play video games and shit. But I remember one day Christian pissed me off.
Stole your Lego set.
No, you didn't steal it. You said something.
Oh, I said.
And then I said something back, and I saw you like, "Hey, look!" And your dumbass showed you. It's like because I put a lot of effort into that Lego set, right? I'm not gonna lie. It took me
Wasn't
like
hard
an
to
hour.
build.
It took me like an hour and a half to put together, right? It was a really hard set.
Yeah, for like a 13.
And so I just see him like break it in half, and I got pissed.
Went Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah, pretty much. And so we were into WWE at the time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember the game?
And so
Yeah.
I could put Christian in a headlock when he came downstairs. You know that little base in my stairs, that little square plate?
Oh,
So I put him in a headlock, and I took him to the wall. I started banging his head against the wall.
And then Alex was there. He's like, "Calm down, guys.
we're all friends here.
Yeah, and I was like, like fucking going to town.
Oh, here.
And after I'm like done, like I think he's had enough, right? Christian goes, "I can't move my neck."
And you're like, you're gonna be okay. Go to school.
I was like, yeah. I was like, 'cause I was pissed. I was like, whatever. I'm gonna go fuck. Like,
And
I
I
was like,
went
go to school. You'll be fine.
And I
And
went
he
to
was crying the whole time. And Alex just kind of there's like, I was like, oh shit.
and at like 12:30, I was in not art. I was in the music class.
You went home early that day.
Yeah, I was in music class, and she's like, "What's wrong with your head?" I was like, "Nothing." It was like sideways, and I couldn't.
You're like in class, like,
Are you talking to me?
you gotta turn his whole body, like,
I was
yeah,
like-
what's up?
I was like, "Yeah, it's nothing." And she's like, "Straighten it out." And I was like, "I can't." And she's like, "Okay." And then I was like, "You got to." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I went like this. I was like, and I heard it crack, and I was like, ah! And I started crying and shit. She sent me to the office, and then mom had to.
My mom was working at the time.
She works at a school too.
At 410 in Marbach, which is far from where we live, for people who don't know.
She had to get out of class, come pick me up, bring me to the doctor to find out that Marco fractured my neck in several different
I didn't
locations.
fracture it. I almost broke it. There's a difference.
No,
okay?
you fractured
Did
it.
they think it was like family?
You always change the
yeah.
story. It's either
No,
I
no, it
fractured
was-
or I broke it,
You
alright?
fractured it.
I almost broke it. I don't even think I
It's
fractured
totally
it.
different.
But I definitely put a bunch of like, I messed something up. It wasn't bone. I know that.
It wasn't bone.
No, it wasn't bone. If it was bone, it would have been more serious. It would have been way more serious.
Christian's like, you hurt me bad.
You had that fucking neck thing on if it was a bone, Christian.
Neck brace.
You didn't. They just, I forgot, they put like a pad on you or some shit.
They put a pad in
I
his
think
head
I think I pulled like a couple muscles or some shit.
Oh my god.
But apparently I could have almost killed him. I know that.
Yeah, the doctor said if it was any longer.
You'd be in jail.
Yeah, I probably would be in jail over a fucking Lego set, alright?
You know, yeah, speaking of that, the Burley fighting and stuff, I remember one time I won't forget. It was like I don't know, New Year's, I think.
Oh, is it like, let's get all our beef out?
Get all our beef out, and I just see
Oh
like
my-
Marco and Christian like, and I'm like,
Bro, that
y'all
was
do
like
this?
20. Was that 20?
That was a long
20
time ago. I don't think I was in. We were in middle school. At that point?
2011. I was in elementary school.
That was, I think that was
I forgot
that was
what- I think
before
I
we were
just fought
sniffing
my-
carpets in your room. Remember that?
Yeah, you were in 8th grade. I was in 2012.
Who was
I
that
got fought
guy?
my
He's like,
brother.
sniffed the
Brennan,
carpet.
dude.
He's like sniffed the carpet, bro. I was like,
Oh yeah,
and I
like
started laughing so
so
hard.
hard. Like when you got.
I think
fucking-
we were just laughing because it was so stupid.
Oh, that Brennan?
the one that
Fine.
got him fucking in
Yeah.
trouble for like 8 months.
No, but fucking man, this shit's crazy back then. Honestly.
And when we were playing Truth or Dare on New Year's Eve that one time, and we were all there.
Well, no, let's go back. You're on too little too fast. Let's go back to when we all got our beef out. That was funny. We all took like, you're like, hey, let's settle our beef right
Who
now.
else fought?
Oh,
New Year's Eve. Let's start the year off with a clear conscience.
damn.
A bunch
So
of kids fucking each other
That's
up
kind
on
of
the
funny.
side of
Actually.
Alex's
We always
house.
fought on Mikey's lawn.
No, no, that was when we were younger though. That was when like
Yeah.
we were into wrestling and shit in elementary.
I wonder how they felt about that. Like,
They
we
look outside
fought,
the window like,
we fought on our neighbor's lawns. Like, yeah, they're fighting.
Yeah, they're fighting again. Yeah,
Joe.
How old are the offenders?
Oh, God.
How old are the offenders? 9 and 8.
Hangs up.
It'll be fine.
What's that shit from movie 43? Help! My friend's bleeding out of her vagina. Why are you laughing at me?
I remember growing up, Nick went through all the fads.
Fads.
You did go through a lot of
Like,
fads
whenever
and
you saw a
you know.
movie, you'd want to copy it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was
Dude, I came out of the Spider-Man movie. I don't know which one, but I was like climbing the walls. I was like, Spider-Man.
No, when you saw Kick-Ass and you made batons and started running around trying to attack
Yeah,
us.
Oh,
bro, that was weird.
That was when both of y'all did that.
I wanted to
We
be.
did this.
No, after I read
Sim.
Watchmen, I like tried to dress like Rorschach.
Both of y'all tried to dress like Rorschach, bro.
I was like, a car pulled up my drive. Like nothing
I think
interesting.
Christian,
happened.
you tried making a mask, right?
I tried.
Dude, that's cool.
And y'all
It
knew
was
about
absolute shit,
Did
but
you feel
for,
like
for
ink
the
in your
age
face?
he was at.
I didn't know about this. Like now y'all can't get on me about the Assassin's Creed stuff.
What?
Well,
Oh,
that was
that's
different.
right.
No, but y'all, you made a mask, bro. I didn't make
Is
a
that when you had like
Alright,
a
but
hoodie?
you-
and you're just
you
like,
But that's for like a superhero shit. You
said
were
the kid-
stabbing things. Dude.
I was
You
stabbing
stabbed
people.
You know?
I
Alright,
stabbed one person.
What were those little fucking ninja things you had? Like little.
It was a pen, bro.
No, you had.
stabbed two
At one
people.
point, you actually got like these little fucking ninja things.
The kunai.
The
Oh, that was
kunai.
in high school. Though.
like, hey,
No, that was in middle school.
Are you
dude.
sure?
Yes, I remember.
Hunter Payne got me those.
No, but I remember.
Oh, okay, okay, maybe it was high school. But I remember you had something.
No, I remember he stabbed 2 people, including me. And no, you did.
2 people, including I think.
Oh, is
you
that
was
when
like-
people used to get the pen
Yeah,
like
yeah.
under here? Like
Yeah,
the
because
blade?
Assassin's Creed is like the hot shit coming up.
We were talking. I was talking to my friend Javi about Assassin's Creed 3, I think it was.
No,
And then we got off the bus and we hear, "I show you Assassin's Creed." We turn around, and Alex is running at us, and we're like, "Okay, cool." And he just grabs my friend Javi and gets the pen, like, and he's like, "Oh." And I was like, oh. I was laughing because I thought it was okay. And then he fell to the ground. He's like, I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then Alex turns to me like, and he runs at me. And then he starts getting me, and I was like, "Oh fuck! Stop it! Stop it!" And then he went back to my friend, and then my friend was already up and running to his house by then. And then I had to walk home, and as Alex just ran off. He's like, and then he just ran. And then my friend, I called him later on that night and to hang out, and he was in the hospital.
Oh my God.
Bullshit, no way.
He was, because like later on, like I think later in the year, I was walking to Bob Beard and his mom was like, "Hey, you want to stab my kid?" I was like,
Oh fuck.
"Oh shit!" Like, don't ever fucking stab my kid again. I'll fucking call police. I was like,
Have my kid.
I was just playing.
That's not even like the
I was just,
assassin's
dude,
like
you
thing.
fucking.
I was just playing, bro.
I thought the
But
assassins
still,
killed
you
like
actually out
Chernobyl.
here stabbing people and shit.
I didn't think I went so deep. I was like, real quick, and I was like, right away. It was like
He probably still has cut marks, honestly.
Honestly, I don't even think he went to the hospital. To be honest, his mom probably took him because she was scared.
probably
Because like, imagine hearing that from your kid. Like, yeah, some kid come up and he's stab you. My stomach kind of hurts.
with a pen.
Like that shit. Like, oh fuck. Like, I'd take my kids to the hospital too. Like,
Yeah.
That was funny though. That was a
fucking
funny
did
shit.
that shit. That's some fuck shit.
probably
bro.
Look,
kick
bro,
your
I
ass.
was really into Assassin's Creed, dude.
I remember you were doing.
I used to watch
parkour and shit.
Tobuscus and watch him play Assassin's Creed.
Oh, Toby.
You used to be into parkour a lot too.
Yeah, dude. Remember when we tried to run up the wall on the side of my house?
That was hilarious.
Right here?
And
Bust
your
our
mom got.
ass.
My
Oh, we
grandma-
tried running up
Yeah,
walls.
His grandpa got mad.
Yeah, my grandpa's
I
like,
know we tried to learn flips.
yeah.
I forgot one. It's hard, bro. I still can't do it.
Wait,
still-
you-
That's why we used to play Roblox, right?
yes.
Oh god.
Oh.
We used to be on Roblox all the time.
And that computer in by your kitchen.
Shut up.
Yo, we're getting too close to that topic. No.
Hey, that one time when you were
Wait.
when all the fads that everybody went through, the 007
Bro,
one,
why did we hunt for frogs? Do you remember that?
What?
you used to get
That's because we actually enjoyed it though.
you used to get warts on your hands.
I
What
probably
the
did.
heck?
I don't remember getting awards. I know Lennon Senior warned us about it though. Remember?
Yeah.
we were like looking at people in front of
Yeah,
people's,
we would
like,
go to like the sewer things in front of people's houses, and like there would just be frogs chilling there. We'd be like,
Yeah, we'd actually collect them and shit.
they'd always pee on it.
I thought you
Bro,
got the lizards.
you had that
I know you had
fat
like
one.
geckos.
Yeah, no, we-
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, no, in high school I actually bought those.
Bro.
Oh, you bought them? You caught them, or did you catch them?
No, Christian, we caught a
Bro.
couple lizards actually, but we just let them go eventually.
I think it was like during December when we got that really big one, and like I kept it in like a toy castle outside.
You caught 2 big ones actually.
Dude, and they froze to death.
One of them, no, one of them froze to death. All right,
The other one's
and you let the other one out, and I think your dad ran
it was like splattered on the freaking.
in front of your driveway. That shit was funny.
God,
You know,
Because they were trying to figure out what happened. Like, what am I having that big ass frog? And then we just see the fucking pancake ass frog in front of the driveway.
Bro, we killed animals.
You like
It's not purposely. But
You still had the pigeon necks and shit.
You killed a pigeon, bro. Don't say that shit. That is not true, bro.
No, I'm talking about from It's Always Sunny.
No, have you seen what's it called? Have you seen the movie Hereditary? When she's
that
like,
movie is fucking
yeah,
creepy.
messing with the
I haven't seen
freaking.
that.
I think we all saw it together, right?
When
I
she was
didn't
fucking
go.
grabbing animals.
I thought you went. No, or you didn't want to
We,
see.
you
who
seen
did
it?
we go?
Yeah, I was scared.
Who did we all go with? We went with
I
Nathan,
Did you
Bro.
want, hey, do you want
Nathan
that?
went,
Or, not Nathan.
Nick went,
Sam?
Sanch
Yeah, I'll let him
went.
in like when this cuts.
Omar,
But,
or
No, not. I don't think Omar did. I think that was it. I think it was just Nick, Sanch, Nathan, me, and you.
for it.
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, y'all went to go see it.
Nick, Alex didn't want to go see it. He
I
was scared.
I was scared, bro. I don't want to see scary movies.
Bro, there's that one scene where like. I mean,
Wait, is it when she's like banging her head on the seat?
that was kind of funny. No,
That's
but,
the reason why I don't watch these movies. What the heck?
well, like, okay, spoiler alert. There's like one part where they're driving out the window and she's having like, is it aneurysm? Is that the word?
No, she was having an allergic reaction.
It's like a
she's
six-
having a allergic reaction.
Yeah, she's
to the peanuts.
So he's allergic to nuts,
and she sticks her head out. She's like, huh?
yeah, and the guy's like, the guy's driving and like the only fucking telephone pole on the highway. She hits her head.
And it fucking
And
cuts
you-
out.
Oh, why is it funny, dude?
Because she was a demon the whole time. Remember?
She was.
Oh, that's right. No, she was. Or she was supposed to be or some shit.
Yeah, remember the whole time she was actually the king. What's his name?
I didn't get the ending, bro. The last 30 minutes.
Oh,
Like,
all the
there's
all
like
the
naked people. I was just like,
There's just a bunch of naked people walking around the
Oh, yeah.
forest.
yeah. And then the
Oh,
mom.
so, oh no! They weren't
mom's
just
like-
walking around the forest. They were just like haunting that one kid. Because remember when
I
he's in the
felt
ceiling,
bad, bro.
when he's in the attic and he finds his like grandma's body, and he
Yeah.
goes, all he hears is like fucking panic goes, and he turns around and there's like 4 random ass naked people that weren't introduced at all in the plot, and he dives out the window.
The story kind of doesn't make sense, honestly.
What's that one movie that we saw with you?
Why did the dad
me?
burn alive? You remember that? He was trying to burn the book or something. And
Oh
he's
yeah.
like,
That was
I
funny.
what the hell was going on with that?
Oh no, because he
Fucking
uses
hilarious.
a conduit.
I need to watch that
Communicate.
again.
He was like, "Look at this."
Bro, you know the director's coming out Midsummer? Have you
Which
seen the trailer for that?
Midsummer? No. What is it?
I think I
It's
saw
like
a little bit.
this couple goes away to, like this Swedish festival.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That happens
I saw
every
it.
90 years, and it's like white people. Like, I mean,
Oh.
That sounds.
The one that, didn't
weird.
the, like, you mean the one
Yeah.
where the couple had issues and stuff and like
yeah.
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 It's like one black guy.
and they're all wearing white and that looks creepy. I don't know about that. I'll probably watch it though.
I like cult movies.
Cool.
They're funny to watch.
But
What were you bringing up?
What movie? Yeah.
No, I was talking
Like,
about.
you know what's the shit we were growing up though? Jackass 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember
Jackass
that.
2 was funny as
Didn't we try to
fuck.
do that stuff ourselves?
You did.
You did. You tried jumping off your fucking roof with an umbrella. One
That's when
time.
I wanted
the
to learn
hell?
parkour, bro.
He was like, "I'm Mary Poppins," and he broke
I think I
his
saw
arm.
that.
That was
Shit
hilarious
hurts.
because he was like, "I'm very blocked." He jumped off and you just see his brother go, "Woo!"
Yeah.
Hey, did you just do the alien? I'm Mary Poppins. That's
No,
what I did
I did it on
alien.
purpose.
I didn't understand gravity.
It was so funny.
Wait, is that when you broke your arm or something? else?
I've never broken my arm, but it probably really hurt.
I remember sometime you were like in a harness thing.
No.
Wasn't that like?
I don't think he
Was
was.
that Josh?
Josh, no, we didn't.
I
have
remember
Josh.
you and Sebastian got in a really bad fight one time, right?
And you slammed your head into the glass. And you're
That's
like,
different. But what do you
What
think
happened
about
with that?
Like the
you never
comedian-
told us. I mean,
What
you
fight?
did it, but I forgot what happened exactly.
Did
You and
only-
Sebastian got into a really bad fight, and then had something that he slammed your head into like someone with glass or some shit.
Okay, that's different because like we were just chilling in his room. Well, we weren't chilling. I guess
Whose
we were
room?
fighting.
Christian's or
My room, and like there was this like glass award, or like there was a glass framing thing, and he just like slammed my head into it. Not out of nowhere, like
why?
we were fighting, and like he broke it, and I was like, what the fuck? It's fucking smashed.
you
Christian
just
was
see
like-
Nick's head.
Yeah, Christian was there. He's like,
you know what I felt? We all felt bad for Nick at one point when we got hit in the head with the rifle.
Who?
Nick
at practice.
at practice.
Oh!
You remember that?
I do remember.
I don't
that.
even know where the
around
scar
and, like,
is.
Nick's like, I'm okay, and then all you
Yeah,
see is
that's right.
blood. And we're like,
And he like he went limp for not limp, but he like kind of like stumbled back, right?
I did.
that was on the
Dude,
toss,
it's like
right?
it's like
On
The Walking
toss?
Dead. Glenn's like, I'm
Yeah, we were trying to learn. Oh yeah, we are trying to learn this fucking the toss.
And like went like
Yeah.
this.
and Nick got hit in the boom right
The noggin.
and the fucking head hard. As
He
hell.
laid down. All I remember is him laying like this on the grass. He's like, oh god.
Well, at first he's like, I'm fine, and then you just see the blood rushing down.
I
was
felt
like,
alright,
oh,
and everyone's
no.
like, medic, medic. And I was like,
Medic.
Sergeant Fico put his fucking knee on your head. That was hilarious.
What?
You don't remember that?
I don't
oh, for
remember.
pressure.
Yeah, I think he was trying to
I
like apply
guess.
pressure.
I think
or
I
some
ran
shit.
inside. Did I run inside?
I think
You're just
you
like,
did
ah.
run inside. You grabbed your phone or some shit and called his parents.
Oh my god.
Grab your phone to record.
So we you know what I like about that though? Not about you getting hurt, but I think the best part
What do
about
we
like
like about-
afterwards, we all came to his house. And
Yeah, bro. Like the real ones came and they brought me like these chocolates.
I didn't even know what happened. Marco told me, he's like, hey, bro, let's go to Nick's house right now. I was like, why? Oh, he got injured during practice.
Like he's
He had to
stupid
go-
now. Like,
It's
Oh, we walked in the room. He tried to act retarded.
yeah,
He
I
could-
tried to fake like forgetting all my friends. I was like,
Who are y'all?
That's so stupid. What was the model? Staples for Nick or some shit?
Staples from Nick.
dude, yeah, I got stapled. It hurts.
He stapled his head.
Okay, like it's probably gonna be a dumb question, but when you get stapled, they straight up get like a stapler and like on your head.
They don't get an office stapler.
They're just like,
That's not,
they're like, it got hurt.
how did they do it? Out of curiosity, do you not really
It's
remember?
like a machine like this, and like when they clamp down, it's like staples your scalp.
That fucking hurts.
I didn't break my skull, but it was a scalp, so they had to like piece it together.
Holy shit.
And then when I was getting my hair cut, I had to like tell the barbers like, yeah, I hit my head.
don't cut it.
How long did you keep the staples in? And did they take out the staples or they just fall by themselves?
Oh, that'd be scary. So all you see it.
Fall out. Yeah, I'm part cyborg now.
Well, no, because I know like when I got stitches in my
spreading.
arm,
Yeah, they had to take him out.
they had to take them out. Did
They-
that hurt or no?
Yeah, I was like crying. I was like, it hurts, dude. It's like
Yeah,
having
they're
metal in
fucking-
your head.
They're fucking staples. No shit. Oh,
You
man.
want to talk about drill team since we're already on that topic?
Ah, shit.
We gotta talk about when Christian was
shit.
on the team because that was
Here
fun.
Here we go again.
Oh, when I was on the team? I was only on for like 6 weeks.
Bro, we dubbed you. Okay, so like we gotta explain what drill team is first.
Yeah.
So
I hate
Arm drill team.
yeah,
For
okay, so
RTC.
Not that
Just
dancing
simply-
stuff.
you guys know that like in high school you have a RTC branch, junior RTC, and then JRTC. Shut up.
Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps.
Yeah, and then you have like the teams and stuff, and so like the boys would spin rifles and the girls would like
But not like the bitch rifles and like
Damn.
not the bitch rifles and like bandit shit. But like they weigh like what, like 2-3 pounds.
Yeah.
Our shits weighed 10 to 9.
That was 8.69 pounds. I still remember.
For you, yeah, or not for you, but like before Sprazies, like so this is before you got to high school.
sprays.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard that word in a long time.
God damn, I feel old as fuck talking about
I
this.
haven't even touched my rifle.
But no, before it was like before a certain time, they would use it in regular daisies to spin. I swear. At least that's how I remember. I could be wrong, but I remember it used just being the regular daisies that we'd use this for
Those
regular.
are heavy as shit. Dude.
I Sprazies didn't come until like end of my sophomore year, or maybe beginning of my sophomore year.
Don't even know.
I remember.
I was
Oh,
there
yeah,
and we
about-
had him.
Got about a minute, so we'll just cut it from here. But
Intermission?
yeah, I'll do intermission. All right, so we got Sam with us because he was barking outside. I just really hope he doesn't hit the camera.
I did. He here with me. He here with me right
It's
now.
like-
Bang the table.
I guess let's finish up this drill team shit real fast, and we can get into what you want to talk about. Fucking conspiracies. I don't even know why.
I don't know because we're all here.
Choke me. I can handle it. Chill out.
I remember I was on the team for the second 6 weeks is when the Crush game happened. I was there.
Wait, the
Yeah.
Whataburger?
No,
Did you ever
I
fail?
wasn't there.
No, it's
I
when
failed twice.
Acevedo's lung collapsed.
No, that was
You mean
Everyone
yours?
always joked about that.
It was
Happened.
funny.
that wasn't.
Ow.
Was it at the Crush game?
You mean-
It was the crush game.
It wasn't. Was that Acevedo's song?
I remember
Yeah, Acevedo's lung
I
collapsed.
thought it was Joel's one.
I
I
went.
mean, his
to the
lung
Crush
collapsed
game.
too, but
I was
it
there.
was like he had Joel's lung collapsed twice.
Oh shoot.
Dude, he told me about when it happened. Like he was like chilling in a restaurant like this with Alejandro and like,
and she's like, "You're making a scene."
yeah, he's like my stomach hurts, and like he started laying down on the ground in the restaurant. And they're like, what are you doing? He's like, guys, I think my lung is collapsing, and they were just like not taking it seriously.
They're like, "You're making a scene."
yeah, bro.
That's so
Stop joking.
God, dude.
No, I was at the Crush game with
Those some shit friends.
fucking Brianna. Brianna was there.
Oh, yeah.
You were you there?
Probably.
I was not there. You were not there.
I was probably doing Spirit Squad. I did Spirit Squad like every fucking
I was so
week.
awkward.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
like,
I was at the movies with my grandparents a lot in high school.
No, because it started pouring and thundering, and everybody was like rushing.
oh yeah, we were there with Omar too.
Well,
'Cause, like,
yeah, you were there.
Okay, this wasn't the Crush Camp. I don't know because I was at the Crush Camp and it wasn't raining.
No, but like when we were there, it started raining, so everyone started like trying to leave, and they were like pushing like everyone like, oh.
Wait, what year was this though? Was this my senior year or y'all senior year?
It was.
I think you were still there. I was a sophomore. I was a sophomore.
I was a freshman.
Sophomore was the best year for me.
Senior year.
I had no worries, bro.
Really? Sophomore year?
Yeah, you're old enough to like not be a freshman, but you're young enough to like not know what you want to do.
I loved my senior year because I gave no shits.
Yeah, bro. I love my. Oh wait, I didn't
We got
have
tacos every
Yeah, I had the first period
I
off.
would
I
have
got to
a
sleep in
senior.
and shit.
Damn,
I think I like
can I have
junior.
this chain?
No, you can't have my chain.
Dude, where'd you get this? This is dope.
Zoomies.
Got a
Leave me alone.
Oh, so it's fake gold.
Shut up.
It is?
It's- yeah.
Will it turn green?
No, it doesn't turn your neck into anything. It's gold plated.
Yeah, that means it's
So the outside is real, but like it's not really real on the inside.
You have any like one notable story you want to tell from drill team? I mean, mine getting my head split open.
Oh, probably. So Tommy would always have his parties senior year, which are really fun. Oh, you can tell your thing later.
Okay.
Oh, when he was getting.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
no,
bro.
No,
Dude,
we can't talk about that one.
We can't talk about that.
I think we can talk about it. We just can't name drop.
Okay,
right?
well,
Yeah,
We just
yeah,
name
yeah.
dropped him.
No, just him.
We said it was Tommy's party. We didn't say who it was, right?
Yeah,
They can.
you're right.
I don't know.
He
For the
can edit it
record, at least for mine, Tommy wasn't involved, right? Anyway, and so this is back when Five Nights at Freddy's first came out before it was ruined by the fucking little kids and shit. And so this was the first one. And so me, Alex, and Scott, and who else was? I think you were a little bit too. We were all really into it, and we would try and
5
beat
minutes.
it at Tommy's house.
I would just watch you play.
Yeah, and so at one point we went to the party, and like this is like second or third party. This is a natural habit to go upstairs to his room and play it.
Mm-hmm.
What I didn't know was that two people were in his room fucking. No, seriously, I didn't know because like the lights were off and shit. I didn't hear anybody. There's no sock on the door or anything, so I was like, fuck it. Like, it's me and Scott. We were the first ones to go in, and we just see. I can't name drop.
Just say
But we walk in. He's
Mary-
like, whoa, and
Mary,
like,
Mary Rotten Crotch. Stop making my knee.
Barry Blue Ball.
Jane Doe. But no, so me and Scott walking, he's like, whoa, get out! And like, the girl, it's a clearly naked girl under the covers on top of,
He has like a hazmat suit on to get the fuck.
right? And he's like, and
He's doing some weird shit.
another dude, and they're just like, Sam, what do you want? Try to tell my story. Come here.
He don't like the peanut butter.
Bro, don't molest my dog.
That's what I thought.
Come here, Sam.
But
You're just like,
and so me and Scott like freaked the fuck out, and like we're like, oh shit, oh, pussy.
It disappeared.
And like they're like telling us like, why didn't you knock? Like we didn't think anybody was in here. Like shit. Like there's no indicator. Like fuck, I don't know what you want us to do. And they ended up just like stopping, and we were able to go in and
Play a game.
Was it just
But it
awkward?
felt really bad. I was like, man, people were just having sex on my bed. So it's pretty funny. I don't know. That's my story from when I used to be on drill team.
are we just gonna tell?
That's not even drill team. That's just a party story.
Yeah.
Oh, you want something actually
Stop
involving?
biting me.
Well, it was a drill party, so I mean,
Yeah,
Let's
true.
just tell high school stories.
Yeah, what's your story?
Nick, you got one?
What? Are you gonna bring one up or
No,
can
no,
I
I
choose,
want you.
motherfucker?
Sam,
I want to hear one from you. Like, I want to hear
That's
your
why they let
craziest
you
shit.
in.
No. I don't really have any like crazy high school stories.
Alex, do you have any?
I'm thinking of one right now.
Bro, you
Other
were a
than-
hoe in high
I
school.
remember that one time that fucking Raku was telling me he was sitting in the hallway near
Oh my god.
when broke up. You do like the third time or the fourth? I don't know. I lost track.
So
And
much
she
for
was
name
like-
dropping people. We have to cut this part out.
Where do we stop?
Yeah, don't name drop.
All right.
Alright, so just start over. So,
Alright, so I'm gonna start over.
You have to be very careful with name dropping.
thank you
So
for
Alex's ex.
Yeah.
talking. Well, now we just all know who.
Not everybody watching this will know.
But I can hear the story.
So
I'm
Raku,
actually interested.
Raku called me and like 12:30 on a school day. It was during lunch, and he's like, "Yo, dog, yo, what's up with your boy Alex, dog?" I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Bro, I was in the hallway chilling, right?" And he was just walking with a couple friends, and walked up to him.
God, fuck. Damn it.
Fuck. Alright, start over. Alright.
You're fucking stupid.
I was waiting for it too. I was like, he's gonna say it.
Just make a name up.
Just say
Sorry,
say
Jane Doe.
say Lauren.
We cut this
No,
again
hey,
because he
just
keeps
say
messing
Jane-
the story up and name dropping.
All right,
Jane Doe. Say Jane Doe.
Just say Jane Doe for females, right?
Rapist.
Betty Rotten.
Very rotten garage.
No, because what if you?
What about rapist?
No. Just say John. No, just say Jane Doe, dude.
All right, Jane.
Start over.
You just.
So
Okay.
12:30, forced period lunch. I was chilling outside, and my bro Recruit calls me out, right? And
What are y'all laughing about?
Rapist.
rapist.
God damn it. Let Christian tell a story. Come on.
Nick, you look like Willie Harris right now.
Really?
Rapist.
I need a kid.
Remember that? Hey, continue the story, whatever.
All right, everybody.
Did someone do that for a Kahoot name someday?
What?
Rapist. Like, Ray as in R-A-Y, and then
Okay, tell the story.
P-I-S.
Tell the story.
12:30,
No one's gonna get why we're cracking up.
forced period lunch.
Okay.
My friend Recruit calls me. He's like, "Hey, dog, what's up with your bro Alex?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And then he's like, "Yo, I just saw Alex and his ex, and they were in the hallway arguing, and she just turns around and says, 'Fuck you, we're done.' And then she starts walking away, and she turns around and says it again, 'Fuck you.'" I was like, "Oh shit, I don't know what happened." So then after that,
Oh shit, I don't know. That sounds like a Kevin Hart story.
so then after that,
Oh shit.
I skipped sixth period because that was Alex's lunch, I think. And then I talked to Alex, and Alex was all sad. He's like, "She just broke up with me, man." I was like, "You alright?" He's like, "I don't know." And
Damn, bro, did you even care?
I did. I was just like, I don't know.
I don't know.
This is like
It's just shock, I guess. I don't know.
it was like number 20th time that happened.
Yo, it was like 50th. No, I was joking.
50th.
No, it's like the
Jesus
third.
Christ.
It was the third time that it happened. So Alex just like,
He's like, she'll be back.
What the fuck?
You know that? You know that?
She'll be back.
You know that meme? It's like, y'all knew what was gonna happen.
Y'all knew what was gonna happen.
and then
God.
like
Oh my god.
I felt really bad for Alex, and then I talked to one of her friends, and they went through his Instagram because they got a hold of his phone. I forgot how it happened.
Oh, that's right.
Bro, that was some weird.
And they got a hold of his phone. Turned out Alex was talking to, like 3 other girls.
You
It's
fucking
okay.
know.
And then he was
Everyone's
talking to that
no
Asian,
one's loyal in high
he
school.
was talking to the Asian
I
girl.
was still in high school.
No,
Shut
no.
up. No one gives
He was talking to that one
You my chain back then.
a no. I like wearing it.
that one Asian girl with the big titties. He was like, "Oh, let me motivate you."
Oh!
Oh, I remember.
Don't worry, bro. I tried sliding into it.
Oh, shut up, dude.
Oh,
You can't say that. You gotta cut that out.
No,
I only had,
it's fine. We haven't name dropped any. Well,
We haven't name dropped.
we
just
name
said
dropped that person.
I remember didn't that. I was just on the sidelines. Like,
the Asian girl. That's all I said.
That happened on the Nationals bus.
Yeah, dude.
Did it?
Yes.
She went through your phone on the Nationals bus.
No, the argument.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
she just like moves 2 seats
I
down.
think that was after that. That's when we came back.
Yeah, because you were in the hallway.
Yeah. I was
And
walking.
Recruit
They told me to come out of my class.
You can say Raccoon. Like,
Who's
no
they?
one knows. Don't say that.
May
The
Ron
person?
French. I'm just joking.
person?
Jane Doe.
Jane Doe?
Yeah, Jane Doe.
Oh.
I remember
Out of my math class. I was like, okay.
bro, after awards night, Recruit walked off, and he was like, "Look at this award. Don't mean shit." And he threw it and he stomped on it. He's like, 4 years I wasted my life in this bullshit program. And he walked out the door.
Wait, was everyone like staring at him?
Yeah.
That's kinda
Recruit
cool.
didn't give a fuck, bro.
A lot of the guys that really
They were casuals.
casuals like expected something. That's the one issue. At first, I used to be like that when I first joined ROTC in high school. I expected to get shit without doing shit, you know.
I got shit without.
But once I joined drill, I was like, it kind of put it into perspective. Like, you can't just like be receiving stuff if you're not doing anything.
Dude,
you know?
I did shit and didn't get any fucking award.
Like,
My
okay,
4
but
years, I
that's-
never got an award, bro.
Well,
I
really?
was so salty, but when I graduated, I was like, none of this matters.
That's
like
different.
I'm 19 years old.
Well, that's different. Like you have a reason. Like if you actually were doing stuff and you didn't get anything, that's a reason to be
I
salty.
kicked out course staff. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
I was salty.
I don't even care anymore.
Yeah,
dude.
I was
even
salty.
in high school and I was pissed. I was like,
why'd
bro.
you kick my boy Nick out, bro? Dang.
If you're watching, no, I'm just kidding.
If you're
Hey,
watching,
bro.
I just like we're coming.
For you right now. Got the.
Yeah, stop. It's fake. It's
And
fake.
then you became flight commander.
Oh God.
Because
I
I
wasn't
am
ready for
princess.
Oh, you're just name dropping now.
I don't care, bro.
Okay.
Fuck both of you.
Stop, Christian.
I'll believe it.
You gotta bleep it. Fuck
Oh
both
my
of you.
God, bro.
Well, we've been cursing.
Wait, any name
Yeah, there's
drop?
no rating, but like you can't just like
Any
fuck
name
you.
drop?
Fuck
Bleep any name. Like you said, Raku, right?
Oh God.
Yeah, you
Bleep
can't.
that.
You can't do that, Christian.
I'm just saying, bro. That's why I left senior year. I was getting people were spreading rumors I was like abusive and like I was crazy. I mean, I'm a
That's
little
annoying,
crazy.
bro.
But
You are crazy.
It doesn't matter.
But like you're not that crazy.
Yeah, you're not that crazy.
You're like
not like.
you're like. Ooh.
I wasn't gonna kill her or anything.
What the fuck?
Well, I don't know. You're coming from like the person who wants to beat somebody up over Dark Souls and shit.
Wait. Last night,
I'ma
kill you. I'ma kill you. Fuck you.
Dude, that game is pissing me off.
He's like, fuck you.
Oh, you weren't.
I'ma kill you. I can see Christian's
Yes, I
face
was.
through
I
the
walked
mic.
in.
No. Oh yeah, Marco walked in. He's like, "What's going on in here?" I was like, "Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Kill you, nigga." And I threw the controller.
It was so bad.
He
You
really
just slammed the controller.
I bit my controller. I was like, "Oh,
You wow.
You didn't bite into
It's a
it.
sandwich.
You weren't there when that happened."
You like freaking put left teeth.
It's like
on.
whenever I used to get angry, I had an iPhone.
You used to punch
5S.
walls.
You used to always bite your phone. I used to bite my
Christian
phone.
used to punch
Y'all used
walls.
to bite your phones?
No,
What?
dude, we were about to play-
That's why I got the bigger one, so I can't put it in my
I forget what game.
Because I can't put it.
I forget what game I was
Was
playing.
it Terraria or whatever?
It was like no.
I hate that game.
Terraria.
It was
I
some
hate
pocket
We
game.
grinded that game. I have like 400 hours stored, bro.
Have you seen My World?
I stopped playing for some reason, and then like he just became a god. So I just like, oh, I thought we were doing this together, and then we just.
And he came, oh yeah, it was like 2 weeks past, and he came back in and he saw My World, and I had like giant towers.
Yeah, he built like Wakanda in that game.
I did. I still.
He's
Have
like, I
it.
got all the NPCs. I was like, what the fuck?
And then I rebuilt the dungeon and I made it nicer,
Yeah, that's cool.
but I put all the booby traps there. I don't know why.
Booby. Boobies.
Are we gonna be that?
Shut up. I'm just joking.
God, dude.
We had some good memories together though.
We do.
What's the best time that we've all had together?
Honestly,
Did
like
did you ever like explore the sewers with us?
Did you? Yeah, he was
I
there.
think I was there, but I
But
don't
he
know.
didn't go deep in like y'all did.
Bro, it's so it's like so small.
But he went to that one area right next to the stop sign though.
Yeah, that's where we always go.
I
We
like
never
how
went
y'all-
any
y'all
further.
remember it?
No, I thought y'all went like super further in.
Yeah, remember
Well, that's
we
that-
had a quarter on you.
Yeah, no, this is Sebastian. There was that one day where like you go in the sewers under this bridge, and then there's like a tunnel that leads somewhere else.
Wait. Totally have a different topic after you.
Okay, and we tied like a string to my brother, and like he just started crawling, and like we ran out of rope, so we're like, Sebastian, go back. I don't know why we did that. What was the point of that?
We were trying to see where it ended up.
Yeah,
There's probably like a subterranean. Like,
I still
not
want to look
world,
at the
but, like,
sewers, bro, but not
a
those.
subterranean like sewer line.
Yeah, we thought they were like fish people.
Why are we even playing around in the sewers?
Oh, like like South Park. The
Oh,
semen.
Remember crab people?
Crap people.
They had like a theme song and shit.
I kind of want to go back actually. And
I don't want to explore those sewers. They
Nick
suck.
wants to.
I want like we're too big to.
I want to go to a
full.
full sewer where I
Nick
can
wants me
stand
to show
up.
him the quarry.
Yeah,
Quarry.
see, you know,
What
bro.
is that? What is the
The
quarry?
quarry is when it pours out into like a giant. So every
Is it still
every
underground?
suburb, yeah,
Oh,
every suburb and every neighborhood has something called the quarry, where all the pipelines sort of meet up into a centralized tube area, which is really big and it requires maintenance. So it's man-made or man-sized, so people can walk through it and stuff. But usually they don't require maintenance every like 20 so years, so nobody ever goes there.
I see.
So I found out where it is. It's like it's past Babcock, all the way down that road. Or not past Babcock, but it's past Kyle Seal and Scenic. You have to go all the way through there.
Wait, I think I went there.
I should-
this? Wait.
Whoa! That's it?
Huge.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's kind of what it.
No,
Not
it's more like this, probably.
It's, yeah, That looks creepy.
You see, I still kind of do this stuff from my childhood. Like,
Well,
remember we saw it, and like I was like, I want to go look at the sewers.
That's
you
kind
wanna
of die.
It was for Omar's birthday. We went hiking in the. Bro, y'all were pissing me off that night, bro.
What? We don't want to
I
go.
remember that.
Y'all were walking around with BB guns,
I
like,
remember that.
dude, and you were
No,
you were being stupid because you're like, there's a dog out here that kills people, and then everyone got freaked.
That's like you were.
Everybody
say
got
kills
freaked out.
people. I
Everybody got freaked out.
Wait, there is
Let me
a dog
talk.
out there.
Let me talk.
Is that when we saw the porcupine or whatever?
Yeah,
was
actually,
this
there
the-
wasn't a dog that kills people. There was a loose dog. Remember?
Yeah,
There was
but
a
like
wild dog.
It
everyone,
wasn't gonna kill us.
everyone was acting
never
like
seen-
we were in the deep woods and there was a dog, but we were literally just like, there's a house here, and then we were just walking in between them. Like it wasn't. And I wanted to go to the sewers, and you were just like, I'm not gonna take you. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, because y'all kept talking.
Yeah, we're being loud.
Just because we were talking.
Yeah, there.
Y'all were being
at
loud.
one point, there was a place like where we got to a point where we had to keep it down because there we could have gone like
Called
called
the
on
dog
shit.
could have gone.
No, not the dog.
There is.
But
There.
we could have gotten in major trouble before we were going.
I'm.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't have been
Because
trust.
technically we were in people's backyards.
Yeah.
No, we weren't in.
No, we were in between.
No,
people's
we were.
backyards.
We got into people's backyards.
But I mean, if
Bro,
you
they
put
were-
yourself in their shoes, like you're in your home, and then you look outside, you see flashlights behind your house, you're like,
I'd be kind
what
of
the
freaked
hell?
out. Okay.
yeah.
That's
On top of that, someone could have actually gotten hurt at one point. There's a fucking porcupine.
And I wasn't the
Bro,
first.
they won't.
Don't say that they won't, because you don't know what could have happened.
Porcupines can't hurt things.
Yes, they can. They shoot quills out their
They
ass.
shoot quills.
out their ass.
One out their
That's a-
ass.
that's-
Wait.
They
They
really-
shoot them like needles.
No, they actually,
Yeah,
they actually, no,
Pokemon.
look it up. Look it up.
Pokemon.
They actually, some porcupines are actually capable of shooting.
Wait,
out
while you're
shooting
looking
out
it
their
up
quills.
though, I just want to bring up a memory from a long time ago. I think there's one time all of y'all pissed me off. So I know actually no, it was just Nick. Nick, you
really
pissed me
wanna
off so much, dude.
What, I pissed you off?
No. Back then, because like it was like I don't know what you recorded, but you recorded like my shoes.
Oh, that was like cold as hell.
And
So
you-
hilarious.
And you,
Can I tell
you
it?
fucking roast. Yeah, tell.
No,
tell
it
the
wasn't just
story.
him. We were all roasting
Fuck
you.
all of
Was
you.
it 2016?
All y'all pissed me off. I
Oh,
was
it was
like,
my freshman year.
I couldn't help it, bro. I couldn't help it.
No,
it was-
my mom bought them.
it
No,
was-
no, your
yeah.
grandpa bought
Okay,
them.
so-
Oh, he did. Oh,
Your
sorry.
grandma's the one who bought them, and you were pissed because like, dude, I got some fresh ass shoes.
Yes.
All right, let's see them, and we're like,
And I had
It was
the,
like some Air Max.
the funny thing was I had the exact same shoes and nobody ever found me for them.
but it's because like you didn't.
I didn't
I
flex
mean,
them. I tried to flex my
You
shoes.
you didn't flex, and you knew what they were. You use them for your artwork and shit. I'll try to flex like, dude, I got some fresh ass Nikes, bro. I was like, really? Because like,
Yeah, I was like, for
we were
Christmas.
all fucking kids. Like, we didn't have any. I had like one pair of kicks, but I'd like Alex like try to make it like he had some dope ass shoes. And your break sounds like fucking Nike Air
Max Air,
shits,
Max Airs.
Nike Maxers or some shit like that, all gray and blocky and shit. We're like, we started roasting the fuck out of them.
Oh, but
And then
it,
you're like, for only
Like for-
$5 a day, you can donate shoes to
But they cannot shoot them at predators as one thought, but the quills do detach. So if like I touched it, we'd just be like, oh.
okay. But
But-
it just it threw itself at you. It's
No, but dude, we made like we went to Colby's house and made like a video. It's like help
Like for
Alex,
$5 a day.
help
And
Alex.
you were in the restaurant when this happened too, because we.
No, he
grabbed-
wasn't even at Colby's.
I was at home.
because
No.
he was mad.
Oh, that's
he
right. I thought we used.
And
his
then when we were
actual
walking
shoe.
home, we were like, get some shoes.
That's right.
I walked away.
Dude,
I was so
that,
mad.
dude, we were being dickheads. That's so mean.
That's so
That
funny,
is-
dude.
that is really mean.
I
Bro.
was so mad. I was like, I'm gonna beat him up. I was like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill you.
He's
I
like
walked
killing
over to the
us,
house.
making our tapes.
Dude, we were roasting the.
He's
fuck
making-
out of
Oh
us.
wait, do y'all remember? Wait, were you there for that? We were at. I think it was all of us, or maybe it was just me, Marlon, and Colby. We went to Colby's house. We ordered everything on the dollar menu, like twice.
I was there.
I
You
was
was there? Remember that?
Oh, dude, that was horrible. Like,
Dude.
it was fun.
Ugh.
And then Marley showed us hair cake for the first time.
Oh,
yeah.
I was there for.
And we were eating. I was like, dude, I was
Bro,
throwing
Marley
up.
always found the coolest edges stuff.
Did you go with me to go pick up the Taco Bell, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you remember me? And I think Scott was in the car too. We
When you
picked it
ate
up.
the ghost pepper shit.
No, not that. It was we were in the car in the drive-through, and the guy were like, "Yeah, can we have everything on the dollar menu twice?" And they're like, "Okay." And we go to the window, to the window, and the guy's like, "Are you guys high?"
Yeah, that's right.
And Scott and I are like,
I
No.
actually no. We went to that same Taco Bell one time, like I think after practice,
"Uh huh."
and I made myself look high just to fuck with him. You don't remember? He's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Just get my food.
Let me get my food.
Just get my food, man." He was like,
I need it.
"Okay, I need it."
I'm gonna kill you.
No, but I was it. Marley always used to show us like the coolest, edgiest stuff,
Dude, he used to
and we used to be
scared
grossed
Sebastian.
No. It was
out. No, we used to be grossed out by the stuff he would show us, and then we realized it's funny.
well, no. It was funny. Some of it was really weird.
Well, I mean, I think he was ahead of his like time with
He
memes,
was.
you know.
No, not even ahead of his time.
Like an innovator.
Honestly.
He
What?
was. He was.
No, because he
showed
would
us
show us
like
that. He would show us that satanic shit on YouTube. Remember?
That was funny.
Bro, dude,
That's not funny.
Dude,
that
yeah,
shit
that one
freaked
night
me
we had a
out.
sleepover and
Oh, I
my brother
wasn't
was
there.
there,
I was
and
there.
he just showed us videos of like shaky like screamo footage of like inside of a hospital. Like I was like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Yeah, he's like actually into it and shit. Like,
Marley's funny, bro.
like that's not funny. That's fucking creepy.
It's funny now, but back then,
I don't think
bro.
it's funny looking back on it, but I still don't think the videos themselves are funny. I mean,
I remember remember we're not aiming for the truck. He showed us
oh
that.
my god,
I was watching it.
That's when he started showing us like fucked up memes.
Marley was definitely ahead of his time as far as his comedy goes, but there were definitely some things that were way too. Like,
Who got me into Reddit? Was it Marley?
Yes. Oh yeah. Are you talking about that?
when you went through that.
When I went
phase,
to the watch people die phase, and I was like, oh my god,
he used to like watching people die.
dude, it was like.
Bro, everyone's kind of
Look,
curious,
listen.
alright?
The first time I watched the video, I was like, "Holy crap!" I just saw somebody die, and I was like,
Yeah. Wait.
Another one.
Though.
and like
I
another
would
video,
come over to your house
Another
and you'd just be on your bed, just like facing up with your phone, like.
because I was just looking at how people die. I was
He's
like, "What
amazed,
the
bro.
heck?"
It's
You ever
that
watched the
easy,
show
right?
A Thousand Ways
It
to
was
Die?
like, yeah. Oh yeah, that
You
was
remember
chill.
that?
Remember that guy who fucks fat girls and then like he got
Oh, she
suffocated?
collapsed on him because he couldn't get her off.
He made her.
Dude, I
He made her
realized just
orgasm
now
and
that
she
shit,
passed out.
that shit
Is that
was
show still
fake.
going on?
No shit.
It's fake.
Well, some of it was probably real. Some of it, not all of it though.
There was one where like this mortician like he uses chemicals to burn bodies and like
Why?
he was like having sex with one of them and like he fell back into the acid and he's like
That's funny as fuck.
Some
there
of
was
it,
one where this guy like he like dipped his junk in like
What the hell?
what do you deep fry, you know, the deep fry oil. He was like
Yeah, fried
working
nuts.
he's working at a carnival and he was just like it was always like death and sex. He was having sex and then he fucking put his dick in the thing, the deep fry. He's like his dick would have been 400 degrees. Like they always brought in the doctors.
Well, there's some of it I believe will actually happen because there's some shit
Yeah.
like was that one dude who injected the glow stuff into his veins?
Yeah, that was
y'all
during-
remember that?
That was during the early 2000 rape phase. Remember?
Or there's one where a guy like sat on glass and he found out like a week later and he was just like he bled out. Oh,
Is that one guy
that's
who was
probably
like a
real.
hunter and he used to eat raw meat sometimes?
Yeah. See, some of those are real, but like the ones where it's like, oh, we need a stupid way to die. It's like, oh, put your dick in oil.
But
Don't
I wasn't-
laugh at that.
No, was that one dude? He had a
The one
piercing in his on the tip of his dick.
And he was wearing steel toe boots, and then he was like having sex on top of a radiator.
No, it wasn't.
And
It was a
What?
electrical transformer.
It was a transformer, and like it sent the shock. It sent the shock through her, and he was used as a ground since he had steel toe boots on. Like,
So apparently electrocuted him from the dick.
yeah,
Dude, that's awesome.
yeah.
You know what I don't get about that show? It's always like they either die like on the shitter or, like, or having sex. Like,
Yeah.
there's like in the middle of having sex, he passed out and died. I was like, oh shit. But
like
it's like they made sex bad.
I like that one guy who tried like skydiving off the Empire State, and like the thing didn't work because there wasn't enough turbulence or something to push him up, because it was in between skyscrapers, and he was like, ooh, ooh, and then he just fucking hits the ground, and splats. Oh, we're all just on our phones now.
I'm texting someone. Sorry.
Man, I can get my phone real fast.
He's on his
Check the
gun.
DMs.
Like texting.
I'm sorry. That's not a joke.
Yeah, suicide's not a joke.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Here.
Cap. I'm just joking.
Kind of funny. Shut up.
No, but Marlon was ahead of his time was a comedy that he showed
Yeah,
us.
well, definitely. He was definitely ahead of his time. It was
When he
comedy.
showed us Filthy Frank. we're all
Oh, you know,
disgusted by
there
it.
was one video that he showed me, and I was like, "Is this funny?" Like, there's this video of this guy, like, I think at a DMV, and he pulls out a gun and he just goes,
Oh,
and I was like,
You're
Molly's
also-
like, I think it's so funny. I was like, I was like, what? I was like, dude, is that blood?
I remember that.
Go on here. There.
He showed Alex in our hair cake. I wasn't there when he saw it. So Alex sent me the link to the video the next day. I was watching it in World Geo, Mrs. Racist class. And they're making fun of cancer with fucking iDubbbz. It's
Oh,
hilarious. And Katia was in my class, and I barely knew her back then, but she looked over on my phone, and we're all, and all the boys were with me. We're all laughing. And then that was like a week after her cousin, or a week after her uncle died of cancer. She started crying. I was like, no.
Oh, dude.
I felt so bad. I turned the video off, and then I watched it after and
the
started.
boys are like,
Turned it off and started watching later.
Nah, I remember the first time I showed hair cake to Jaden It was after competition. Do y'all remember this?
Did he throw up?
He almost threw up on the bus.
No, on the bus. He was like, stop.
He's like, stop! I can't watch it. He like keep watching it. It was, I showed him hair cake on the way back from Southwest, and we were just like watching. It's funny, and he was laughing. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" And they started like doing that nasty shit.
I remember.
And he was like dry heaving. He's like, and then that almost made
He's
Summers throw
squeamish,
up.
dude. He's squeaming.
You showed me vomit cake, and I started throwing up.
That was
dude, Jaden
hilarious.
hates mucus, dude. I remember that. I remember Jaden hates
So
looking at mucus.
slimy.
It's funny.
It's funny.
Those
Every
videos
time
are
Adam would
hilarious.
towards
Adam was
Jaden.
funny, bro. He always got yelled at, dude.
Well, Arroyo's like, stop smiling. He's like,
Are you talking about Adam or Jaden?
no, Arroyo. Remember with
Adam just
with
have
Adam?
like permanent laugh marks.
I felt bad because he was
I know,
never
dude.
smiling.
There was
at some
times where
point.
he would literally just be like studying, like, and then Roy's like, "Why are you smiling?"
Oh, yeah.
And even I was like,
And then after, I remember he apologized like at the end of the year at the dinner.
Yeah,
He's like,
like,
I'm
I'm
so
sorry.
sorry for yelling at you. I was like,
I think he used Adam as like a vent.
because he was the
Take his
smallest guy,
anger out on
like,
us.
the smallest guy. in the
I
team
felt
at the
bad.
time.
Sometimes like he would actually.
"But we need to
boy.
get Adam on here, bro."
We're talking so much shit about all our friends.
No, we're not. We're just
There's
telling
stories. It's already happened, so we can't talk shit.
It's,
Right?
it's funny.
Is that our
back on it.
scapegoat? We can't talk shit.
But-
It's already
Fuck,
happened.
We had some funny stories.
It took Adam, but he did smile for like the longest time for whatever
Bro, what
reason.
happened in National? The one
Because I
that
remember fucking.
what?
No, I remember like
Sorry.
we just be standing in double line. I just like peek out the corner of my eye. I just see it go. Start laughing for no fucking reason. Like
I almost broke Barry at Nationals at that ripple line.
It's like the
Whenever he
Joker.
dropped it on his face, I was like,
Yeah, I was about to say he told me he blacked out. He was like he threw the rifle up. It came down and he just woke up and he's like. I've always wondered what would happen. Like you're in a competition, you have to like stay all like keep your bearings.
Wait.
And like your teammate's just like knocked out. You're just
are you supposed to help him? I think they would stop the competition if someone actually.
You just
Of
walk
course.
over him.
like,
step over him.
Imagine if you.
His head.
Sergeant Man's like whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
National champs.
Imagine that you got your head injury at nationals.
Oh my god, dude! I would have kept it going like a G. Like I wouldn't know what to do after the toss. I'd be like. No, but I've known times where I've like cut my hand and like
We would all cut our.
Dude, I remember I
It was
ripped
so
my
cool
hand
when,
in
like,
half. I think it was
everyone
this one.
bleeds and they're just like.
Oh, dude, fucking remember
The Anginas? Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I had remember mine was like huge when I
yours
came
was
back.
big, dude.
Remember when
You
we
had
used
to wrap
call
it
you-
up.
We
Yeah,
used
dude.
to call him the Elephant Man because he never.
Y'all still call me Elephant Man.
No, your skin.
It's funny. I call it Elephant Man. So.
Oh yeah.
Not anymore, bro. His skin's soft.
Yeah.
Oh, not that much. Because you work at a tire place.
Hey man, I don't wear gloves, so yeah.
You should wear gloves.
I wear one glove.
Bro, I don't get how.
One
Like
love.
Michael Jackson.
One glove.
All right, do you want to move on to conspiracies?
Glove
Yeah,
doesn't
let's
fit.
talk
Because
about.
the timer's running.
Explored.
Oh my god.
Oh, did you start already?
I remember you told me about your first time
Yeah.
going down on a girl.
You
Oh,
did.
yeah.
That's a good
No.
way to start it, Marco. Oh,
No,
God.
okay. So
you went down. You're like, when you were too far. It's like,
Yeah, bro.
you got hair in your mouth. It's disgusting.
Yo, stop.
It's like that
Segue
bad
into
of a
another
story.
conversation.
okay.
It's like that bad of a story.
Stop. We'll,
Like
we'll go
Lost
into this if we got time.
The wilderness is being explored.
It's like, bro,
Babe, I
Like-
haven't shaved.
like, bro, I saw the Instagram photos. It's like Lost Woods from Zelda and shit.
God.
Okay, so conspiracy theories. I don't know why I want to get into this, but it would just
Bush doesn't exist on show.
What?
What do y'all think about this?
No, no.
Stop.
Oh God. Wait.
Nick.
Do y'all believe in stuff like
What a rapist.
What are we starting with? What conspiracy?
Alright, do you want to go from ridiculous to believable?
No, let's go from believable to
I think the Loch
ridiculous.
Ness Monster could exist.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
obviously.
I
You know
I
how
kind of
vast
still believe
the
in all that
sea
shit,
is?
honestly.
Bro, Christian, I should have got the book, but there's a book. Should I go get it?
If you
It's
want.
I'll go get it. There's a book that
I have.
it's like it's like half bullshit monsters, but also half.
Well,
real.
no.
Oh wait, isn't that a picture book?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Talking
lived by
about-
that. Hold on.
Well, it's not half
Hurry up.
bullshit because it's got like a film section. Film monsters.
All right, so back to that conversation.
Stop.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
It's not even that bad of a fucking topic, dude. Right?
Bro,
We're all adults, right?
That shit was like.
That's
fucking-
something to be embarrassed about. Like I've munched on box before, right?
That was like Skull Island though, bro. It's like thick wood.
Stop,
God.
bro.
How would you know?
Cause I seen the pictures, nigga,
Yeah, no, the Instagram pictures
of her in a bikini.
Oh my
at the
god.
lake. Christian showed me. I didn't believe
The
it.
hair was like sticking out from the sides, dog. Like, how did you munch on that, dog? Like, you,
Don't say munch. It just doesn't.
you ate a hair cake.
Oh, that's
Y'all made a hair cake?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he still has the book.
This has been sitting in my house forever.
Yeah, I leave it here for good memories for me to use.
You want to just go through this?
Yeah, I'll
That'd
go.
be kind of fun.
Let's go through it and see
mythical monster.
Christian got us into this
We're
book.
gonna-
Dude, see, like, a freaking Cerberus from, like, Greek mythology, that's obviously BS. So we'll go
Is it
from
though?
there.
Is it? Could it?
Yeah, I
like,
did a paper on it. It's BS.
No, because lizards
did?
are born with 2
Yeah.
heads.
I did.
lizards?
I
Yeah,
did.
lizards can't be born with 2 heads. It's mutation. I've never heard
Snakes
about.
can too.
Is that inbreeding?
I've never heard about 3 heads before.
All right, we're gonna talk about
Alabama lizards.
Alabama lizards.
what you want to get into.
Wait,
like,
let me see what you got.
it's into different categories.
Let's do something believable though, because I've never heard of
I'll
something
look up
All
some
right,
here.
we're gonna go to
on laptop.
modern monsters then.
modern.
Yeah, that's like basically believable stuff.
All right,
Nice, right? That's a Skrillex.
wait. What is that one?
Oh, it is.
Devil what? Jersey Devil? Go to that one.
Yeah, see, dude, did you ever watch Lost Tapes?
Yeah, I
Do you
did.
remember
watch
that?
that
Oh,
one.
I didn't start the timer.
Dude, in the video they like showed like the leg last minute. It scared me. Dude.
I believe Oni exists.
Who is that?
No, the Oni. They're demons from Japan. In Shintoism.
I kind
Oh,
of
like
want to
the
read the
grudges?
book.
Yeah, let's go by each monster one at a time, and we'll.
Yeah.
Wait,
if
wait,
it's real, we'll get into a conversation with, or if we believe that it could potentially exist, we'll go into the conversation.
The
But if it's
Jersey
obviously
Devil.
bullshit, then we'll just fucking skip it. You know?
No, because some of this stuff.
We'll take a vote. So, like, every monster will be like, bullshit.
You think the story of Beowulf happened?
Beowulf?
Dude, that sounds crazy. Like,
I don't think
how do you
it-
live at the bottom of
There's
a
no
lake?
way Babel's tale happened. I mean, it's a cool story though, but obviously,
I'll be honest. I read that my senior year and I didn't pay attention.
I mean,
Actually, I read it.
I just know Grendel, his mom.
well, here's the thing: a lot of the shit they made us read in high school, they'd always give us like, it'd be like half the actual story
Yeah.
because it'd be out of the fucking bullshit English textbook.
Yeah.
Because what my mom would do for me in Christian, like if we were actually interested, like, for example, the Odyssey, we read like that. They made us read like 5 pages.
That
of it.
seems like a good one.
our mom bought us the actual.
Yeah, our mom bought us the actual book, and it was. Pretty
It's a
good.
really hard read.
It's a hard read.
Wait. Oh no, I'm gonna bring up something in a second, but I think it's pretty interesting to talk about. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Well, so for Beowulf's Dragon though, that's definitely BS. Well, it's not BS, but like
Well, what do you think
it's. I'm not gonna call it BS because it's kind of disrespectful to the book, but
to the Norse religion?
to the book, but it definitely did not happen though. So,
Dude, I could sit here all day to talk about this.
all right, let's
No,
go to the next
there's an
monster.
old story that I read.
Are we gonna
oh,
go through the
sorry.
whole book? Just look at the index.
No. We're gonna go through the book.
What? Because that's pictures.
No.
Your picture. No read.
This is good because I can barely read.
I can barely read.
All right, the,
Next-
the chupacabra. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
Not like they don't look like that. I think
Yeah,
of-
you know, like a fucking.
I think
thing.
of them as
Wasn't
like.
there like a YouTube video of like it running down the side of the road? That could have been like a dog, right?
It could have been. I mean,
I don't know.
hard to tell, but definitely, possibly a chupacabra might exist.
I mean, everybody thinks the chupacabra is like a Mexican tale, and it's actually Puerto Rican.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like a
Oh, so they want to clear that.
it's like a Caribbean tale, which is a lot more believable to me for some reason.
Well, they call it bloodsucker, right?
Yeah, it's
I think they look like honey badgers, kind of like a skunk ape. Okay, these are stupid. A champ? What is a champ?
Machamp. It's like from Pokemon.
The honey island swamp monster. Alright, yeah, let's go to the boat. Oh, the Jersey. See, I want to talk about the Jersey Devil.
We'll talk about it later.
It's in the book. So.
No, but the interesting thing about the chupacabra though is like, you know, there's obviously Santeria in the Caribbean, which is like the witch doctor religion. In fact, we got one El Negro.
Yeah,
He's a witch-
he's a witch doctor.
He's in our family.
The black.
Yeah,
Is that what that means? Just
Yeah.
the black.
Pretty much.
they call him Black Man.
They call him the witch doctor.
Yeah,
But
El
yeah,
Brujo.
Oh, okay. Can I? I'm sorry.
Are you gonna talk about the chupacabra?
No, it's something different.
it's about the Jersey Devil.
No, it's not. It's actually like
It's about what?
it's not. It's actually not related to it. But I was just thinking about it, and it was like something to do with immortality and stuff. You ever watch the? No, not even watch. You ever read that old tale called the Epic of Gilgamesh? Remember that? Have you read-
That's an old.
It's an old like tale about like immortality and stuff.
Oh, it's the base. Have you seen the story? Have you read the story of the soldier in death?
No.
That's nothing to do with what Alex just said.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it's like immortality and stuff, right?
I don't remember Google. I read it, but I don't really remember it.
I read it like
I didn't
this
read
semester
books.
though. It was like about how this king wanted to live forever and stuff, and like he had to like what is it?
You went on an adventure with a friend, right?
You want to adventure with a friend? I forgot what his friend's name was.
He kidnapped Death, right? And he jailed him.
Oh no, it was like he had to stay awake for 7 days so he could be like immortal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he fell asleep on the first day, and like he can never become mortal. I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting to talk about.
I could stay
mortality.
for 4 days.
What's the next monster?
Gornrinch it's a Ukrainian. They actually
See, dude, we should skip the dragons.
Yeah, obviously. Well,
I
some
think they
people
existed
believe-
at one point, but like they just gone extinct.
what about the English knucker?
Knockers.
Knucker.
What is this shit? Looks like a horse.
It's basically Loch Ness Monster England.
It's like Magikarp if it was a dragon.
I don't believe that exists. There's no way.
Skip. Looks like a sperm.
Definitely the sperm.
Crack. Oh, this
Dragon.
Actually, no. Go back because that could have potentially been something that existed back then.
What, crack?
What, a
'Cause
dragon?
look what it looks like. It looks like a pterodon, or not
Pterodactyl.
Not pterodactyl. It's a different kind of. It was a certain kind of a air-based dinosaur.
That's why
But
I don't think dragons are real, because like there hasn't been any like
I'm not saying it was a dragon.
evidence that
right?
animals can just breathe fire out of nowhere. Like where would you store that?
Well, isn't like, aren't like Komodo dragons like the most modern version of dragons for us?
Yeah. They
Yeah,
just
but
sit
they're
around. They don't do
poisonous.
shit.
No, they're actually
They're really deadly, right?
They're really
Yeah.
deadly. They're really active too. Surprisingly.
Komodo dragons.
And
Didn't you
listen,
want
just
one?
because you see them at the zoo, like,
And they're
I want one
fast
every
as
day.
fuck too. They're super fast.
Yeah, them shits will chase you down.
They're from
And they're not even naturally poisonous because all the bacteria in their mouth and shit.
They're from Indonesia, right? Or Philippines.
What's the difference between that and a monitor?
A monitor is non-poisonous, and they're from Africa. They're
And,
basically giant desert lizards.
And they're not as big. They don't grow up to be that big.
Komodo dragons grow to like 8 feet, I think. I think a monitor is 6 feet. Minus the tail, 5, maybe 4.
Just like a monitor, like a.
The Leviathan. What do y'all think about
Are these
Leviathan?
like old time monsters? Or?
Yeah, these are folklore monsters.
We should do ones that like more
that's
time.
cool.
You know.
Modern time.
Yeah, because like that's stuff we've heard about. I've never heard of this monster before.
You don't know the Leviathan? is?
No, I've
Is
never
there any
heard of this
deep sea
monster.
creatures? Does it do the seas?
Honestly, yeah, I'd probably believe in like deep sea monsters because we haven't explored all of that, right? And it's
Well,
like,
this
Yeah.
is a deep sea monster.
yeah, but I
There's
don't even
planes
know.
that have
I've
gone
never
missing
known.
in the sea. Like, what do you think? Something just came up and took it, dude?
Grabbed it like took it to the
What do
ocean.
you think about the fact that we don't even know what's in like the very bottom of the the Mariana Trench?
Mariana, the deepest part.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see the Meg?
Yeah,
I didn't see the Meg.
It was a stupid action movie, but they had this idea that like
I think
I
that
heard it was
concept-
just pure dumb fun.
yeah, it was dumb fun.
It's
but
funny.
there was a cool part where they thought that like beyond the Mariana Trench there was a thick layer of like CO2, and when you broke through it, there's an even like deeper part of the ocean, and that's where like all the monsters and stuff.
Could that potentially actually be real?
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think I don't know,
it's just a different layer that like it's a bigger
yeah.
area.
I mean, it was a dumb movie, but like that seemed like a pretty like
Well,
reasonable
The
scientific.
fact that it's based in CO2, and I don't think our sonar technology could really.
Reply.
You see, like there's some cool
That's getting on our
stuff,
ass.
dude.
I don't think that I don't know. I think that could be possible because I don't think our sonar could read past like CO2 levels and CO2 emissions in the sea.
I mean, it's so deep. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, like, because what percentage of, we only explored like 5% of our oceans or some shit like that, right?
just like the shores and the routes that we go back.
Yeah, there's that's a scary part because we don't know what the fuck is in the ocean. Like, as
Oh,
far as
so you're
like
like
deeper
Godzilla.
parts go.
Can you
They're
imagine?
sleeping, bro.
They're sleeping. They
I
start
hope.
destroying the world.
But definitely that'd be pretty cool to like, because so when I was taking my solar system lecture class, we talked about the Earth and shit.
Dude, 95%
There-
is undiscovered.
Yeah, so we've only explored 5% of our ocean. 95% remains
God.
undiscovered. That's the scary part, dude. There could be a bunch of shit out there that we don't know about.
Yeah,
It's
there's
kind of cool.
There's probably like
I
a
wouldn't
species
want-
we haven't even seen yet.
Apparently, so obviously at the bottom of the ocean, there's just no light that gets there, right? But there's still life, and they do it by a process called chemosynthesis. So pretty much
Oh,
they take the
yeah.
energy from chemical reactions that are happening around them, because there's a bunch of like hydrothermal vents and shit underneath them on the bottom of the floor and shit.
Yeah, because like the crust heats.
Yeah, so they take the energy from that it's released from those chemical reactions, and they use that to make glucose and shit.
What about the other one? What is it? Bioluminescence. When
That's just
animals-
natural light that they produce.
They can produce light though. That's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
insane, if you think about it.
But pretty cool though, honestly. So definitely that's why I believe like in Loch Ness and shit, like maybe not in that specific area.
See, why wouldn't people want to believe the Loch Ness monster
That's so
exists?
scary.
That
Like,
looks
remember Nemo
terrifying.
when they saw that
They were near
the
the
anglerfish?
Anglerfish, yeah,
Dude, that shit's scary.
Well, yeah, because Nemo takes place near the
in Australia.
yeah, deep Pacific, right?
God, dude.
It takes
That's
place.
Photoshop. That's so stupid.
It takes
Dude,
place in the
Well,
deep
hold on,
Pacific.
go back up real fast. Right there. That's not Photoshop. That's called Goblin Shark.
God.
It looks ridiculous, dude.
Bro, if you saw that, you'd be scared though.
Yeah, I mean at
Look how
night.
dark it is.
And then
this is obviously taken by a robot.
it looks like a face.
Well, I'm curious is what caused them to like mutate like that, or not mutate, but to evolve that way.
I
Like
mean,
the
if you're
sunlight.
born in the dark, like this fish is blind, I think.
They are blind.
Or
They rely on
partially.
sound, I think, for the most part. Or not that they're blind, their eyesight's like really poor. I think.
What is
A
that?
wiener?
That's a wiener, bro. What the heck?
I think it's a sea cucumber.
Oh, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
That looks
Oh,
like-
what is this?
those are nipples.
Dude, I watched this movie the other day called The Descent. Have you heard of it?
Sounds familiar.
These this like group of explorers go to like this unmarked cave, and like
Oh yeah.
it like collapses, and when they try to find their way out, like there's like
Like
these
demon.
blind creatures. I think they thought it was like old hikers that got lost and just adapted and became animals.
Well, when
It's
They're
pretty
trying to
cool.
be demons and shit.
They're
well,
not
when-
really demons, but they're just like blind. Like,
me and Alex were actually talking about this the other day. It's kind of interesting that the only other sentient life out there, other than humans, is dolphins. Technically,
Oh yeah.
are the only ones that are self-aware,
yeah,
and the
They
only
rape people.
yeah. Well, dolphins are
they
also.
get back at us.
No, seriously,
we're planning,
that's
we're
how they
planning the
prove-
assault.
That's how they prove though that dolphins are self-aware because they're the only other mammals or animals that have sex for fun.
Yeah.
Other than humans, they're the only other ones.
And then you mentioned they had like social cues and stuff.
Yeah.
They
social
do have social
cues.
cues. Exactly. They have their own
language,
language and shit.
not just one language. They all have,
Yeah, each pod. That's what a group of dolphins is called, right?
yeah.
Each pod has their own like languages and shit.
It's crazy.
and it's crazy to think about that. Like, that's just one animal.
Oh, we're on the topic of deep sea shit. Do y'all think Atlantis could have been real? Potentially.
Atlantis.
It was a real well in Greek mythology. It was a real city that I think like after like Zeus's son, he had like a bunch
Poseidon.
of kids, bro. He
Was
was
that what-
yeah, Poseidon's son.
Wait.
Poseidon was a hoe.
Yeah,
Poseidon
bro.
had a
I
son?
learned that they
Was
had
it
so many
Perseus?
sons.
Yeah, dude, the gods they didn't keep it in their marriage.
The heck no. Fuck.
No,
wait.
They fucked
Poseidon
around.
had a son named Perseus, right?
That's
Yeah,
Zeus.
that's Zeus.
Zeus. Who was Poseidon's son?
A lot.
There-
Like Ephrys. I don't know. There's a lot, man. I forgot. All
I
the
forget their
gods.
names, but a lot of the gods were not faithful in their marriages.
But no, dude, so Atlantis was like a city that was like given, like it was on this really good island where like there was resources and stuff. It was like Wakanda. Like they had technical advancements and stuff, but like the people, they took advantage of their gift and like they just started like having sex and all this and like the city just like turned like really ugly. So the gods just like
Destroyed
Zeus
it.
just like struck it with the lightning bolt and it got swallowed up by the sea. No, Poseidon swallowed it up by the sea. And so I don't know that if you believe in like Greek gods, I think it could be somewhere at the
But
bottom
do you
of the
think
ocean.
like that? Because I think they found like pieces. Look it up real fast. I could be wrong,
pieces of
but yeah, like relics, like not even relics, just like
Oh.
actually like pieces of architecture.
It's a Theseus. That's his name is.
yeah, he has a lot of sons, dude.
Theseus. Oh my god, hold on. There's a list. Theseus, Trenton.
Yeah, see, some of these are like-
Orion.
Well, okay, but what is this?
There goes-
Obviously, that's not real.
Oh, Atlas, the first king of Atlantis. Is that where Poseidon resided?
Well, I thought Atlas was the guy that held up the world because of something.
Atlas was a titan.
No, he says that's Atlas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Atlas was the first king of Atlantis. That's his son.
Oh yeah, okay, so
Then he get tricked to holding the world, right?
yeah, so there's like it's different from Roman and Greek because like the stories are kind of like a little bit different.
Yeah, the
this-
mythology is really different,
Yeah.
honestly.
It's annoying.
Oh wait, you know what else I found was interesting aside from this? If you're talking about the ocean. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna stab you, bro, right now. What?
I'm gonna stab you.
Didn't they find the chariots of when Moses parted the sea?
Oh, that's right. And they found like supposedly like the Ark and shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's all. All that was pretty dope.
Not the Ark of the Covenant.
And not
the
just
fucking- The
They went to Ethiopia.
what is
and
it
they found
called?
out
The boat.
from the Ethiopian society
Yeah,
that the
actual ark.
Egyptians
Oh,
actually.
the Ark.
Yeah.
It's called the Ark.
Okay, just making sure.
So they found out from an Ethiopian society that the Egyptians actually did experience like seasonal flooding.
Oh yeah, they experienced so like the 7 plagues of the 7 deadly
Oh,
They
I remember
experienced
the
that.
seasonal-
plagues of Egypt. They were apparently like there's truth behind that shit.
They went to they found it in either what was it, Ethiopia or Algeria, either of those countries, and they found out in ancient Egyptian empires, the seven plagues, they were true, just not on the scale that they were written to, which is kind of interesting.
That's crazy. Like inside the Ark of the Covenant, it's like obviously the commandments.
Are you looking at missing flights? Oh, dude, that shit's
Wait,
creepy.
So,
Are you talking about the Bermuda?
dude, there's
What
a
is
YouTube
that
channel. Like, I'm gonna plug a YouTube channel. It's called Lamino, and this guy like he puts out a video every month, but it's like a half-hour like documentary, and he like talks to people and dude, there's so many cool videos. There's like the Battle of Los Angeles. There's he talks about
Battle Los Angeles riots, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like what happened is they were shooting at like nothing in the sky, and like the government tried to like hide it. It was weird.
What the heck?
Like
I might want to watch that later. Who
dude,
is it?
Lamino. I'll send it to you.
Lamino?
Yeah, dude. And then there was this other one. I actually really want to bring this up. But let's talk about missing flights first. So,
After this, you look up something about Jerusalem lights.
the Jerusalem lights.
Remember that? There was like no. What were
I don't
those?
remember that.
You haven't seen those? That's like a video of like some people in Jerusalem. You see lights like floating around.
I didn't know they were called Jerusalem lights. I know like 3 lights.
When I
right
think
in
of
the
that,
sky.
I just think
And it
stars and
just weird.
asteroids.
But I mean like
No, these were, like-
look it up. Look the video up. Like you see like the lights moving all types of weird. Like
I don't know they're called Jerusalem
All
lights. I
types
thought
of
that was in Arizona that happened.
no, I think it happened.
Bro, you
in
think
Jer-
about the Alaskan lights?
Jerusalem,
No.
Jerusalem
These
lights,
were 3 very distinct
or say
lights.
Jerusalem UFOs, whatever.
Not tight.
No, dude, it had the UFOs because you're gonna get like all these weird stuff.
Yeah, because they have a light festival.
Yeah,
UFO.
probably.
It says hoax in the.
It was on
whole
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. I saw it on YouTube. I,
It
was
just says hoax.
I saw it and I was like, "What the heck is this?"
Alright, blah, blah, blah.
You'll see it. Like they'll like zoom in on it. That right there, I was like, "What the heck is that?"
That's like too close to the ground to not be some. Whoa.
They
Dude, that
said-
thing like beamed up.
Exactly right. I was like, "What the heck is that?"
Dang. Okay.
And like, there's another video, but from far away. But there was like 4 other lights higher up in the sky. So you saw that one come down and went straight up, and the other one's kind of like flew around in the skies like that. I was like, "What the heck is that?"
Alright.
I have reason to believe there is.
Do you want to
one.
talk about missing flights, or do you want to? I have this really interesting case about these.
Yeah, let's talk about
These
Talk about
Russian-
missing here. You go about missing flights because that's like a whole different shit.
Yeah.
Especially when you start getting to the Bermuda Triangle and shit, dude. I forget that triangle exists. Honestly,
Me too. I don't know how like I don't understand how like disappear around that.
did y'all
area.
know that there's an opposite? Fuck, I saw it on the Discovery Channel a while ago.
Also to what?
There's pretty much another Bermuda Triangle on the opposite end of the world, but it's like perfectly like opposite from our Bermuda Triangle in our hemisphere. It's somewhere in like the Asian waters and shit.
Kind of like diameter, right?
Yeah, so pretty much like, for example, just a Rubik's Cube. One's on this end, and they're like, it's perfectly opposite from each other. Supposedly. And like, it's got the same, it's not as big, from what I remember, it could be wrong, but it's like the same like weird shit going on. Something like that, I don't remember, you probably have to look it up. But go into your missing flights, because that's
do you want
a
to go to
whole
Q
other
and A
shit.
because
Oh,
I
that's
had
right.
some people ask us
I
questions.
forgot
on
about
this.
that.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So we'll just do like some quick answers because I won't be like high school changed me as a person. Like
But what was the topic of the podcast? It was like growing up. We did all the stories, right?
Yeah, most of them. We're not gonna talk about this.
We're not talking about all of them.
okay.
But this
okay,
is
so
definitely not true. But I think it's pretty. It's a very interesting.
How many
take.
questions did people post?
about like 8.
8 questions. We can answer them pretty
Okay, so
like not
Swallow
super
or-
good.
Swallow
nice,
or
lengthy
planet,
answer.
sir?
okay, so the first one is
It's based in.
I mean I think
beliefs.
I don't know if we've answered this. It's like how has high school shaped you into who you are today?
I feel like it's a question just for you.
Oh, just for me? I mean it's for all of us, but
Okay.
yeah, I mean I recently graduated. I don't know.
No, what's it? Oh, sorry.
You talk over my mic.
No,
I'm trying
you.
to read
I was
the
reading this.
kids book right now.
I don't know, dude. Like I cared too much about being recognized in high school and now graduating. I realized like your reset button, everyone like resets.
It's like rekindling the fire.
Yeah.
Shut up. Freaking Dark
Knock
Souls.
it out. No. Fernando Vice Vergara asked, "How long is it?"
How long is what?
Marco, how long is it?
A solid 4 inches. No, I'm just kidding.
No, fuck, damn, bro.
Oh, I'm
Christian
so
asked,
sorry.
Christian asked if he's gonna be here.
Like,
Are you gonna be here?
I'm here.
Leaves the room.
I'll leave the room, guys.
Oh, we answered this, but well, how did we become friends? We talked about moving here. What are y'all's plans for this summer?
Who has that?
School. Carla.
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 Okay. I think we can name drop people who are asking questions. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Barry Blue Balls.
No.
Shout him out, bro.
Oh, well, this summer I made a video on it. Link in bio for my channel. About everything I'm doing for school. But if you guys want to say what y'all doing.
Me first? Okay. So, from now, what is it, June, right? June 7th?
Yeah, 7th.
June 7th. From now, I'm not doing any summer school because I've been taking 5 classes for the past, 2 semesters.
Do you want to graduate early?
No, I was behind.
You have to be on the track for RTC, right?
Yeah, and I was behind when I came into college. So, next month, I'll be leaving to field training for ROTC. I'll be leaving for, a full, month. So, and I'll come back and then continue to work until school starts.
In August?
No, I'll leave until 6th. I'll be back near the I'll be back in August, I think.
Okay.
Christian?
I'm going to Miami next week, and when I get back, hopefully I'll get results from the military. If that doesn't work out, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do.
We can get fucked up.
That's what we're gonna do in my life.
Hey, we're
It's
gonna be
alright.
there for you regardless, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's what I've liked about our friendship. Is just
Sorry, no, it was an
That was
accident.
so rude. Though.
There's an accident here. I'll try.
pull the gun. Get the gun.
I wish I had BBs in this shit, honestly.
I hope not, dude.
You're gonna be like,
that shit hurts.
You're gonna be like Alex Jones. Choke me. I can handle it.
We need to get to that level of podcast.
Just rack him like
Well, I don't want to invite a crazy person over. We have to invite Jacob over, starts punching his face
From
against
Marley?
the wall.
punch a
Jake-
hole in the wall.
He's like, yeah, I like to beat women.
Oh,
You didn't hear about what he did?
What did he do?
Stop. I was trying to
Okay,
give a
Stop.
speech.
Okay, yeah. What were you saying?
And no matter what happens, we're always here for each other. I've gone through a girlfriend, and I was even when I pushed y'all away when I had my first girlfriend, y'all were still here.
You didn't push us away.
Yeah, I did, bro. I pushed y'all.
Kind of.
That's something I'm really big on with all you guys. I'm always
Boys first.
boys first, and I always make sure y'all are okay.
It was
I always
annoying,
wanna
though,
be there
when,
for you guys.
When one person got a girlfriend, everyone was like, "Oh, so you're just gonna start flaking?" It's like, bro, just calm down. Can y'all
Well,
just
that's
be-
how for except Alex, he's an exception in that case.
No, he's not. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he is. Because even
He's never flaked.
with his, with Jane Doe, dude, he would put us first all the time. Granted, he probably shouldn't have, but still.
Not all the time.
But
Bro, but
Dude,
my
no,
thing
all
is,
the time.
all the
relation-
time I did.
They
My
got into an
girlfriend's-
argument here.
No. He shouldn't have put her first
Yeah.
all the time.
Bro, but you gotta think
Put us first.
unless you're really serious, girlfriends are temporary and friends are always.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
yeah,
Aurelio told me that a long time ago. He's like, your boys are forever, girlfriends come and go. I was like, all right. And I took that
I
with
probably
me.
got that from him.
Yeah, I took it with me to this
wasn't
day.
original.
Y'all are still with me since 14 years in the making, right?
Except one person.
Except one person.
I don't know who he is. I'm not gonna name drop him. As much as I want to.
Yo, my boy. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, no, I think we've all gone through that. I think you and Christian didn't go through that.
Yeah, I've never been with a girl that I've did shell for. Never.
I went through that with
Serenity.
Bleep it out.
Who cares, bro? Who
Bleep it out.
cares?
Bleep it
Ah,
out.
shit, Marco White. Why
Yeah,
would
who
you care?
cares?
Well, no, because we agreed not to name drop people.
Yeah.
Well, certain people that we don't give a fuck. About.
Yeah. Marco.
Yeah,
he
no,
didn't care.
I did that with Serenity.
Shot to
Hard
the side.
to, and I learned my way.
Bro,
I learned
honestly,
my lesson after
you
that.
could have played it off as her fake name, but you were just like, "Oh, that's her name."
Anyway.
Who cares, bro?
Bro, who cares, Marco?
Oh no, we just agreed to name drop.
Is
It's
her
not the
boyfriend
fact
gonna
that I
No,
care.
no. It's the only reason we don't name drop who will not be named is because it's a very sensitive subject.
No, it's not that. It's because if she sees the shit, she's gonna flip.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna flip
Anyway.
like a Krabby Patty. Fucking.
That's why don't name drop people, you dipshit. All right, we're
She's not
gonna
gonna flip.
keep with that. All right,
You want to talk about Kristen?
All right.
we're gonna
Crystal
keep.
Baker,
Just
shout
don't
out.
name drop people. All right,
Crystal
keep
Meth.
it with that.
She sucked my meat when I was a little boy.
You had to say that.
Oh,
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm okay.
Alright, moving on.
Okay,
Just leave that part out.
let me.
Well, let's just finish off because
Well,
I want to get into this incident.
Alright, let me
We got about-
answer the
we got
question.
Wait,
about
are we
2
still on
minutes.
questions?
Yeah, I even answered my question.
Is there any questions you want to ask? us?
Christian hasn't fucking cutting me off like a dipshit.
I know.
Alright, what was your
No,
answer?
so I don't know. For me, my plans is for the summer. Racist.
All right, calm
Oh, yeah,
down.
sorry. What are your plans, bro?
What's
What's
Marcus'
going on in your
plans?
life?
Rapist.
That's what's going on.
All right. Marco, what are your plans? What are your plans for the summer?
Probably just work, honestly. I was thinking about taking summer classes, but I kind of went. Well, hey, I don't have any classes that I want to take. If I'm going to take a summer class, I want it to be like not like a blow off class, but something I know that like I don't have to like put too much effort into.
Get that easy credit.
Yeah, get that easy. Not even easy credits. I don't have to try super hard on.
Yeah.
Like I want to take like oceanography or some shit during the summer.
That's, yeah, you can tell us more about that.
Exactly. So it's
Like,
like
come back like, wait, so the deep sea.
We like maps it out and runs.
He's like James Cameron. Remember that? In South Park?
He goes to the very
It's like,
deep.
I'm
I
trying
still
to
can't find the bar.
It sunk so low. And they're like, oh, is he still looking for the bar?
And he finds
Yeah, he found the bar.
And then he raises it and everybody's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, do you remember the fat people were fighting a honeybee? Like mud wrestling and
Guys, check this out. So I pulled up a list of Kahoot names. The first one's my cunt.
Oh,
The second one's not too funny. It's bend
Alright, let's
over.
try not to laugh. Right, okay,
It's
hold
bend over.
on. Okay, that's classic one. Classic.
Nickiger.
Christians.
It's Nick-ger.
Don't try to explain it. Don't be like, no, it's Nick.
Alright, next one. Mike Coxlong.
Okay, that's just out there, bro. Whose last name is Coxlong?
What is it?
Mike Coxlong. I got like 20.
Like
20.
Alright. Kimmy Head. Alright. Dixie Norris.
Okay. Oh, Dixie Norris.
The next one I can't even read. Mike Clitoris.
Wait.
There's some immature shit, dude.
Laugh
Where's
Mike
it?
Mike Clitoris.
Like glitterous. It's so stupid.
I'm gonna put an R rating on this.
Alright. Barry McCockiner.
Stop.
Very my cock in it.
Oh shit, this next one's funny as hell.
You got about 30 minutes, 30 seconds.
Alright, I'm Christian.
Genitals. Huge ass.
That's good.
It's alright.
Gay bitch.
Wait, what?
Gay bitch.
Gay
Oh.
bitch.
Stop reading it like the cuss word.
Alright. Alexis Texas, obviously.
Okay.
Oh, porn star. Okay.
Jenny Talia.
Jenny
Oh,
Talia.
Okay.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
Okay. Shut up. Is there one more?
Alright.
He's got a couple more.
Alright.
He's like 2-3 more.
Hey, would you blow me?
What?
The first name Haywood, last name Jablomi. Alright. Rapist.
Rapist.
Alright. Huge erection.
Stop.
Eugene right.
You
Okay.
got like one more, right?
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
I got 2 more. Alright. Phil McCracken. Molester.
Cut.
Alright.
Okay, so the plane crashes.
Yes.
Well, actually, first we'll talk about that later because I want to talk about a much more interesting one.
What?
So there's this case called. Sorry, I said the time. So
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're live.
there's this
I'm
case called the Diablo Pass incident, and I wish I watched the video before this, but it happened in the late '60s, so like during the Cold War, and these experienced like Russian backpackers went to this mountain, and they were never heard from for like I think like a week, and so the police came out to look for them, and the way they found the bodies is it here? Yeah, okay, so yeah, there was about like 10 people. One of them left because he got sick early on the journey, but the rest of them all died. And so when they came into the scene, they found like this tent that was all ripped up, and like there were footprints leading down to the woods. And it was weird because like the tent looked like it had been slashed from the inside. So it's like either they were running from something or they went crazy. So let me tell you how everyone died. So the leader, he died from hypothermia. He was like laying in the snow. They were trying to start a fire, and like 3 of them died like trying to crawl away from the fire. And none of them had clothes either.
So years apart.
They were all naked?
Yeah, like
Oh, that actually makes sense.
yeah. And so like people think it's like they were cooking their tent, it caught on fire, and they didn't have time to put on clothes. And so when they cut the tent open, it makes no sense because they just walk down to the woods. Like, it's getting confusing, right?
A little bit. I can understand you trying to get away from the fire, but
Yeah.
not towards the woods.
Well, I saw this in Everest.
Yeah. So, yeah, I want to see Everest.
This happened in 1936?
This is an actual case. It's called hypothermic induced mania.
So you go crazier in the cold.
Basically, you go no, you don't go crazy, but your nerves numb out so badly that at a point, your body ceases to like understand what temperature is, and you'll start feeling really hot even though you're like cold as hell, you know. So in the movie, this guy started getting the mania. It was induced in him, so he started pulling off all his clothes, and he felt so hot, and he started itching. He started scratching his skin off, and like he fell on the ground. He's like rolling around, right, and he rolled off the side of the mountain and died.
Oh my god. When did this take place?
Oh, in the late 60s. So, okay, so let me go on about how everyone died. So, 6 died from hypothermia. So, 3 were crawling away from a fire they were trying to light. One of them
10 had been slashed open from the inside.
Yeah, okay, so I hope I'm giving the facts good. I'll put the link for the video because it's so interesting. Someone had their chest, like, not kicked in, but their ribs were broken, and then their eyes were missing. And her tongue was cut out. Or not cut out, but it was gone. And the way they found her, like, she was, like, face down in the riverbed, so they think just, like, bacteria ate it up. But it was still really weird.
I mean, you can tell your eye, something was ripped out, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the doctors, like, they don't think she swallowed her tongue, but she had internal bleeding. They just said it was, like, some black liquid inside her stomach. I know. It's so good as the day right now. I'd be creeped out. The other one had a fatal skull injury. Another one's eyes were missing, and then the guy that got sick left early. So
Probably cabin.
that sucks, bro.
I think it was cabin fever.
Probably killed himself.
He died
All
at
his
age
friends
75 though.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So 3 were crawling away from a fire. 2 of them, I think 2 or 3 were like looking for wood, and they fell down like a small ravine, and they got crushed by like rocks. And one of them's eyes were missing. It's just so weird, dude. So like, there hasn't really been a good
explanation.
Yeah, that hyperinduced.
Hypothermic induced mania.
Yeah,
is probably the best explanation.
Yeah, but
probably
it's just so weird, dude.
They probably got so cold that the sensory block in their brain. I said Brian.
Brian.
In their brain.
Brian.
In their brain, kind of just, I don't know. It blacked out. That's sort of what blocks us from doing all the random shit we think about. Like sometimes I just think about like crawling across the table and slapping Alex, but I don't do it.
What the hell?
Here's a lot of the facts that reporters took down. So, 6 of the group members died of hypothermia, and 3 of fatal injuries.
Hypothermia.
You just said Brian, okay? Shut up. The tent had been ripped open from the inside. The victims had died 6 to 8 hours after their last meal. So it couldn't have been that the fire was burnt inside the tent because they weren't really cooking. Yeah, because this is the thing. The leader of the group made this kitchen or like a stove that you could cook on the inside, and there was a pipe that led to the outside. So they could pretty much cook inside their tent. So just know that. Traces from the camp showed that all the group members left the campsite. Yeah, that's the other weird thing is when they slashed the tent open from the inside, you could see that they weren't running around. They like orderly walked down to the woods away from the tent. And
Maybe they heard something.
There was a blizzard that was happening too, so it makes no sense.
Why would they walk outside during blizzard?
Maybe they heard something.
It's crazy, bro.
I think it was mania, to be honest.
That's the other. Yeah, I thought that they just maybe had too much to drink. I think there was.
They're drunk.
Yeah. There was high levels of radiation. Okay, so this is where the Cold War thing comes in. So, 3 of the 9 people that were there worked at a radiation plant, and so I forgot what this had to do with it, but that's why their clothes had radiation. People were thinking that they were like some spies during the Cold War, and so the government just like took them out and just tried to make it look as like the most confusing case ever, and that might be a possibility because the Cold War was going on. In the late
But why would they
60s.
kill their own people though?
I don't know.
Or you mean like U.S. spies?
Agents? They weren't U.S. spies. They're Russians, and they were killed in Russian ground. Oh, there was no survivors. To dispel the theory of attack by indigenous people, the doctor stated the fatal injuries of 3 bodies could not have been caused by another person because the force of the blows had been too strong and no soft tissue had been damaged. That's weird. So it's like
I think
they weren't hit from something else.
I think 6 of them, they all got mania, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they all walked outside because they thought it was too hot, which usually happens. It happens a lot when people get too cold for some reason.
They were all naked
Let me
too.
go to the comments of
Yeah.
that video because people made some really good.
And if they were all naked, then
This is the video.
I think what could have possibly happened in that case is the six of them started dying from hypothermia, and the rest of them freaked out and tried killing each other for some reason.
That's what I thought. I was like, they just went crazy. Okay, so I remember looking through the comments and people had some really good theories.
Well, Russia's always trying to cover up things that happen. Like, do you see that video that happened of the Russian circus performer the other day?
No.
He was doing a trick with a snake where he wrapped it around his body and it snapped his neck. And there's a video of it. The Russian... And first, all the Russian news... It wasn't Russian, it was Kazakhstani news teams kind of reported on it.
Mm-hmm.
But immediately after, all the reports kind of just went down the hill and down the drain. And, you know, apparently the government came in and took all the footage and all the reporting on it.
That's
They don't want anybody to know about the bad shit that
It
happens.
says they reopened the investigation in February.
What year?
This year.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes
That's why
sense.
resurfaced.
Yeah, there's another fact too that inside the tent before it was slashed open, there was like eye level holes that were cut open. So maybe they did see something. I don't know. I thought it was a creature at first, but there's just too many theories.
And I think it was...
Yeah, so there's these comments of people's theories. The gaping eyeballs missing.
hallucination, maybe?
Nah, bro, they took his Mangekyo. They were like,
No, it was a hallucination that they saw outside, so they all walked outside naked or some shit.
Oh, and there were... I think in the video it said they saw strange lights in the journal before, one of the guys was like journaling, but he stopped like 2 days before the incident. No, the people around the area saw lights, so maybe like they didn't see lights on their thing, but people like around the time they were hiking, they saw lights, so maybe it could have been like flare guns.
That puts me in the mood to watch the thing, honestly.
Yeah, it does.
I kind of want to watch a movie.
It's not even... Wait,
No, I said I kind of want to watch a movie, so I said.
Have you seen the thing before?
No, I haven't.
It's really good.
it's kind of
horror
long.
movie.
But
I
it's
want to
really
watch a
good.
movie about
It's
like,
a good long
like
movie.
mysteries and
Dude,
stuff.
the
Yeah,
dots,
it
man.
is.
It is it really?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
basically...
What is it?
You know,
Oh, I was going to explain the thing.
honestly, you should just watch it without not knowing.
Yeah, don't
I
tell
want to
me
see him be
anything.
like, oh, like. Oh
Alright,
my
so
God.
it's...
Shut
No,
up.
no,
Just
just
shut up.
kidding.
No, just don't say anything.
Just don't say.
Give him a base.
No, don't say anything.
No.
Just shut up.
It's an anime. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, where do I watch it on Netflix?
You can watch it. I have a website, bro.
Why don't we just
Where
watch it
I
later?
legally watch movies.
Legally?
Just joking. Don't play.
It's illegal.
The FBI's watch.
It jumps through the camera.
Oh my god. Aliens felt threatened by humans.
Are you still looking at the same case here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so weird.
Damn,
the
are
only
you
thing
tired or what?
The only
I
thing I
worked
don't
this
like
morning.
about the video
I
is
worked
he
this
just gives a really
what'd you do?
unsatisfying conclusion.
You slept
to it.
in.
Yeah, I did.
Fuck up. You saw dirt on your arms.
No, it's just. Oh yeah, what? Oh, I do have dirt on my arm.
Yeah, the other thing they were saying is like the carbon
I don't know
monoxide
how.
poisoning from the stove could have made him just be crazy.
I don't know, because he had that ventilation system.
You guys just gotta watch the video. We should honestly come back to this. Like once everyone's.
How'd you get dirt on your arms? I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know,
Bro, your arms are messed up. You need a spa day, brother.
bro. I don't know how I got dirt in my arm. I have been scratching lately though.
Alright, but yeah, let's. You want to move on to the planes now? I think he even has a video about the.
Well, they talked about there's a lot of crazy things out there that that aren't explained. Like,
Whatever happened with that Malaysian airline?
Flight 273.
Yeah, like he has the thing.
So we 370.
Because they found pieces of it in the ocean, right?
Yeah.
Bro.
But no one knows.
No,
what
wait. It's,
The cicada.
Cicada
Dude, do you guys know about that?
Yeah.
I watched a whole video on it.
Do you know about that?
Wait, what's cicada?
Oh,
I
It
know
was
what
like a
cicada-
scavenger
I'm
hunt.
gonna try to explain it the best I can.
Yeah,
I know what
pretty
cicada
much,
is.
In the early days of the internet,
yeah, the early days of the internet, pretty much,
someone posted a picture of a cicada, right?
yeah.
Oh, and it had coding in it.
yeah, the
And they
coding, and then like, yeah, this whole like scavenger hunt, this society to find like, that was about privacy.
Yeah, and I think it was like a puzzle they had to solve to
That
get
was-
into like the scavenger hunt, right?
It's honestly interesting. It's not like whoa, because obviously like we kind of, the only thing we kind of left scratching our heads about was like who is cicada. But
I kind of want to watch
It was
this.
on a-
I know, dude, we gotta watch these videos.
It was a
I wanna see
4chan
it.
post, right?
I watched the video on it already. It was pretty cool, but
Was it 4chan post? Was it?
It was originally it was
Yeah.
on 4chan, and
Oh, this dude, there's another. He has this thing.
Mandela effect. I saw that.
There's a book called dude, what's it called? It's called like Treasure Hunt, the discovering something, and so inside the book you read these like passages, and it gives you a photo, and it's a landmark that's somewhere in the United States, And so like these guys found, it's real, dude. Seriously, like these guys found this photo of like a shrine that had like an arched bridge, and these guys in Chicago found like a bridge, or no, like a gate that like looked exactly like the photo, and they started digging around and they found like treasure. It's an actual book, and like only 2 out of the like 20 treasure maps have been solved. And, like someone actually like wrote a book with treasure maps, buried treasures around the world.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
You
somebody.
should honestly get the book. You can buy it like at Barnes and Noble, dude.
The other person that found it was in Colorado, right? I think it was in a Colorado
Yeah.
Wilderness Park, and then they like went off trail, and they went like miles off trail, and they found some little like it was like a little statue in the middle of nowhere, and they opened it up and they found treasure. They found like a bunch of gold jewelry and shit
That's pretty cool.
with VVS stones, like
Like the brand BBS.
Lil Uzi.
yeah, like the diamonds.
I don't know if I'd take like if I found like jewelry in the middle of nowhere.
You wouldn't take it, right? It just feels weird.
It would feel too weird taking it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you don't know like what if it's like I don't know. I know it's gonna sound superstitious as fuck, but like what if it's like cursed or some shit?
Well, I don't know, because I believe in curses. I mean, like, I know it's gonna be sound really stupid, but I feel like there is a practicality to taking stuff, like in the Mummy when they took the treasure.
No, seriously, because like I don't know. I just feel like if I find like jewelry, like it looks too good to be true. There's a guy like there looks like a
There'd be some
like there's a catch to it or something. If you take it, probably is. Not to that degree.
What do
of,
y'all
like,
think
cinema and shit? But like,
What do y'all think about DB Cooper?
Oh my god, have you guys heard about
I
that?
haven't
Do
heard
you
about
guys
that.
ever
Wait.
watched BuzzFeed
Alright.
Unsolved?
No.
DB Cooper was the.
Do you want to take a break?
is he the dude who?
Wait, do you want to take a break,
Alright.
watch the video, and then talk about
how
it?
long is the
I want-
video?
Well,
I want to talk about this DB Cooper thing first.
yeah.
DB Cooper's the dude who stole money in.
He was alright. So it was
Let me just pull up the.
Wait, was he the one that you told me about? He fell off the plane and stuff?
1974.
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
after
the
the
BuzzFeed
Vietnam.
movie is 20 minutes.
Right after the Vietnam War, this guy he went by the name Dave Cooper, bought a plane ticket from, I think it was in Portland, Oregon to Washington.
Yeah,
And
I remember.
I think an hour into the plane flight, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up some of the facts. So he had like a gray suit on, a briefcase, a brown paper bag.
And
He seemed like a pretty like well collected guy. But yeah, an hour into the plane flight, he like gave the flight attendant a note. He's like,
I have a bum.
I have a straight up. He's like, I have a bum. Give me this money by this time. And so the plane made an emergency landing. Everyone got out.
Nobody knew who. Yeah, but nobody on the plane knew that there was a bomb on the plane because they had to keep it on the hush, you know. So he just gave the flight attendant the paper. She brought it to the captain, and he sat there and ordered bourbon the whole night. Everybody got off the plane. Then they got back on the plane with $250,000. But this is where he messes up. He didn't ask for a quantity in a certain amount, like 50 bills or $20 bills. So they gave it to him in $20 bills, and it got too heavy. So he requested that the pilot take him all the way to Mexico, and the pilot said that he couldn't do that. And this is where it starts getting tricky because he had a parachute with him. It was one of the requests that he had. So they don't know if he purposely requested to go to Mexico in order to go a certain direction, or whether he was intentional in the fact that he wanted to go to Mexico all along. So on the flight, he orders all the flight attendants and to get into the cockpit. And when they land, they said they couldn't go to Mexico, so they had to land somewhere in Nevada, outside of Vegas.
Like he didn't know.
And yeah, so when they land, they go back into the cockpit, and as soon as they land, FBI, fire trucks, I think like they said, 30 EMS vehicles. Basically, everybody was there. And they get in, and he's not there. He's not on the plane anymore. But what they noticed at a certain point, because it's all written down in the computer for the plane, is he requested the pilot fly at a certain altitude, at like 10,000 feet, which is really high for a commercial airline. So they were flying at 10,000 feet the whole time. And they realized that at some point he had to jump out of the plane.
Yeah.
And I think it was 3 years later, they found a trace of some of the money. But it was in such good condition. That's why the CIA thought that he was fucking with them, basically. The money was in perfect condition, not money that had been sitting outside for 3 years, you know? especially in the Colorado River. So, and that's it. D.B. Cooper was never found.
There was some things that like made it even weirder because like the night he like jumped out, the winds were like too crazy, and then they didn't know like where he could have like ended up, and there was a bunch of suspects that they had, and then like didn't have. There's some guy that said he was D.B. Cooper, and he wasn't.
It turned out he wasn't. There was a guy who said that his brother was D.B. Cooper, but no.
There's a guy that like admitted on his deathbed he was D.B. Cooper. I think because like this lady, they investigated her, and she's like, yeah, like this is my husband I've known for like 30 years. It's like I met him like somewhere out in Nevada and stuff. Like he kind of came out of nowhere and all this. Like it seemed like it all lined up.
But it was weird though, because the money was marked and it was said like it was supposed to beep as soon as somebody used it, you know, or somebody tagged.
Maybe he just never used it.
Yeah, it was tagged, but like at the same time.
I would have done that, dude. Just ask for money, never use it, just to mess with him. If I were,
But like,
it's so strange.
And like, how did he have the? All right, so I think the big debate for everybody is whether he survived the landing or not, because it was 10,000 feet, windy Colorado in the middle of the end of winter in January. In January, right? So the big debate is whether he survived or not.
Oh, then there were copycats too. Remember?
Yeah, there were people who copycatted, but they got caught. So, what do y'all think? How did he know exactly what altitude to fly at in order to do a skydive?
Oh, dude, listen. Okay, so when did this happen? I'm
Good
not sure.
prepping.
Good prepping.
Yeah, so February 1980, an 8-year-old Brian Ingram was vacationing with his family down by Vancouver, Washington, about 20 miles south of this place. He found 3 packets of ransom cash as he rigged up the Sandy River bank to build a campfire. And the bills were significantly disintegrated, but still bundled up in rubber bands. And this was a portion of the ransom that they gave him. That's really interesting, dude. Serial numbers remain available.
The serial numbers. But
So he landed some. I feel like I don't know.
do you think he survived the landing?
I think he did. He's never.
A big theory about it was that he was a pilot and he was a non-vet and he was angry at the government, so he did all that shit, and that's the reason he knew so many paratrooper skills.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they found pieces of a parachute strap out in the Pacific Northwest. It's supposed to be maybe part
In
of his backpack.
2017.
That's so interesting.
And there's only
theories here.
They have him like years later.
Yeah, they did sketches of him if he was older. That's so interesting, dude.
It's interesting because all the flight attendants that I talked to said like he was very quiet, calm, and very like well natured.
So he didn't seem like nervous at all. He was about to like jump off this plane or like
I got a
threaten
bomb.
them that he had a bomb.
I got it.
But
Crazy, dude.
the question is, at what point from Nevada to all the way in Washington
Yeah.
did he jump? What point did he jump? Because they found bills there, but then they found a strap somewhere else in another state. So like, is he messing with them or?
No, that's
He's never been caught. I don't think he died.
I don't. Do you think he survived though? Do you think
He
ever-
probably really hurt himself because I think there was something about like an old guy that had like a limp, maybe from when he landed.
He probably come on, bro. He jumped without he jumped in a suit, in a 3-piece suit.
Yeah, there was other things like he didn't jump with like the right stuff. He's like in a suit, like holding all the stuff he had.
He was holding money, jumped in a suit.
I think he intentionally made himself look lazy, so he wouldn't. They would have just been like, "Oh, he's dead," and then he scattered all this evidence around. I don't know, dude.
And he still hasn't been caught to this day, right?
No, yeah, I'll link this to the D.B. Cooper BuzzFeed Unsolved. Dude, you gotta watch this. This one they have about where's New Orleans, Mississippi?
Yeah,
It's like the Mississippi butcher.
Louisiana.
The Louisiana butcher.
Oh yes,
Dude, this guy would just come into people's houses and chop them up, but like he was never caught.
Bury the chopper.
Yeah, the chopper.
Yeah, you have to watch the
Or
show.
like the San Francisco Golden State Killer.
The Zodiac killer.
No, Golden State Killer. Different than
He
Zodiac.
kills the Warriors.
Everybody thought it was Ted Cruz.
You're not gonna
They just caught him.
Oh,
like
yeah.
last year. Yeah.
Who was
What's
it?
a conspiracy we
It
can
was
all
a-
like get in on?
All right, so
Everyone's kind of
look
like,
up the Golden State Killer.
what's
He had killed people in He was going in a circle, like seasonally. He would kill people in Sacramento.
Jesus Christ? It looks like
Can you imagine, like, the last thing you see is him?
Apparently, he was a police officer.
He was a cop killing people?
Yeah. Which makes sense, because, like, a lot of people don't know this about Ted Bundy, but he was actually running, like, a 911 call center. And he wrote pamphlets for women about how not to get raped or kidnapped and stuff.
Even though he was.
He was doing it. He wrote pamphlets for the people in Olympia, Wyoming, I think. While he was doing this stuff, or while he first started doing the killings. He was in charge of people's safety. Another thing people don't know about him is that he was a savvy Republican, and he actually worked for the Rockefeller campaign as one of the head of security and a limo driver. You know who Rockefeller is?
How they were
He was running for president at one point.
Yeah.
He's a big oil monopoly guy.
Yeah.
He's the richest
Yeah,
guy in the
Ted-
world, right?
Ted Bundy was his bodyguard while he was running for president.
Alien encounter. You really gotta check this channel.
It's really strange, like, you know, the position some people are in. What?
Clowns? Is a killer clown?
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy.
This is 3 minutes. We should watch it.
John Wayne Gacy's also another interesting story. Wasn't he
Yeah,
like?
he was
Wasn't he like a community pillar? Like everybody liked him and stuff.
Is he like a killer clown or something?
Yeah, he's dressed like a clown and chop people up. And then he would, I think, was he the one who ate them?
He ate kids?
Yeah, no, not kids, but like.
I'm gonna eat. You fat bastard. Come on, gotta laugh. We've been too serious for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in my belly. Oh,
That's what my dad calls Marco. He calls
You
him
guys
fat
think it's-
bastard.
Fat bastard.
It does.
Not even
Marco,
joking.
they have Annabelle stuff in there.
Nope, I don't want to talk about that.
You want to talk about Annabelle?
Yeah.
Stop.
Do you guys think dolls are really haunted? There's actually. Hold up.
What's
I
that one?
really don't want to
Yeah,
talk
I know
about
you're
that.
talking. The one that's in the
The haunted
case.
monkey?
No.
No, there's a haunted monkey.
In
doll.
a sailor suit, right?
The Sailor Suit doll, yeah.
Robert the Sailor.
Robert the Sailor?
That
Yeah.
nigga moves around, bro.
Is he really?
Antonio showed me videos, dude.
Antonio,
Honestly, dude,
like right here?
If I knew I was gonna die, I would just fuck with him. Like,
I wouldn't, dude. That shit with the Annabelle doll that actually scares me, bro. You have to like
Yeah, so,
ask
like, this
permission to,
guy-
like, take pictures and shit.
yes, I don't know why he's.
How do you know if he says yes or no? What the frick?
The
Uh,
frick?
The frick? Yeah, like the fuck how?
I forget how, but like shit.
There's been people that like he can let him. There's been people
Let
that
him.
that like have been looking at Robert the Sailor in the museum and like they'll be like, oh, he's not gonna do shit, and then like stuff happens to them. Either they die or they just have
A near death experience.
yeah.
Oh, like
something.
the chair of death in England?
chair of death.
So basically, this guy was on death row, right? And he requested his final meal to be at this pub that he used to go to. He was a murderer. And he said, anybody who sits in my seat after I'm gone dies. And so far, anybody who sits in that seat has died, like, within a year or two.
How many people is that? Because it could just be a coincidence.
43.
43?
Yeah.
I want to sit.
And I think, like, a lot of pilots used to sit in there before, like, as a bet.
See a wooden dog.
They would bet them right before they go to war the next day, during World War II, to sit in the chair. And then they would be shot down.
Dang.
In war?
Yeah.
Okay, it's war, bro. You know how
No,
big the mortality
That's just
rate of soldiers is.
that's some of them. Other people die in crazy coincidences. Like one person, I think it was a lady, sat in the chair as a bet because she was drunk, and when she sat in the chair,
Oh
the
my
next
God.
day they found her body dead.
Oh my God!
hanging.
Look. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off, dude. That's like a life-size doll of this child, bro.
That's weird.
You know what I'm wondering? They have these pictures of Robert the Sailor, but like,
So-
did they ask for permission?
Yeah, no, you have to ask for
He's like, no
permission.
paparazzi.
I'm not sure about like how it does, but
This
for
one,
for Annabelle and shit, that shit's
Just keep
fucking
talk over.
scary, dude. No, seriously, because like
She's a real doll.
yeah,
that's actually
She's a
that's not, it
Raggedy
doesn't
Ann doll.
look like it in the movie, but it's a Raggedy Ann doll.
It actually is.
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
an
that'll
actual
just
doll. I think it's on.
and the priest actually does come and bless that doll.
Yeah, there is a
Why would a doll want to be blessed? Like it's
No, to keep it in there, dude.
The real story is
And-
different though. The real story is that it was used in some sort of weird pagan ritual by a cult in the 70s.
I believe it because in the 70s, in the early 60s and late 70s, the cults were on a rise
I saw
in the
that.
United States
I saw a documentary on that.
because it was like I don't know, it was like
oh god.
I forget the reasoning behind it.
You guys ever watched the Twilight Zones?
There's this
But,
guy named
Creepypasta. You remember those?
I just don't understand how you get permission to take a picture from a doll.
there's this
I
guy
think
named
it's just like a respect
Robert Johnson.
Like,
back
because
in the
like
70s.
people.
What? My
Oh,
bad.
there you go.
There's a guy named Robert Johnson in the 70s, and he started a cult that was so big that the government had to get involved.
That's when
Basically,
he went.
Is that the
South
one that's in
America.
Texas?
What?
Oh, that's where the phrase "drink the Kool-Aid" comes from, right?
I think no, that wasn't him. This guy actually, I forget. I think he was overthrown by his cult. What he did was he convinced the people that he was a pharaoh, and he built a life-size like pyramids and stuff in Georgia, I think it was. He literally built a small little Egyptian area. It was really weird.
That's crazy.
He had people meet up and dress in Egyptian garb and stuff, and they were like, apparently they're actually sacrificing.
It'd be like
people.
Midsummer.
Okay, but like aside from that, how did they get like permission from?
I think it's more of just a respect thing. Like, may I please take a picture of you?
It's like talking to a dog. It's like, can I pet you? Like, you're just gonna do it, but like asking is like respectful.
Because people have gone there and like they've talked shit. Like some lady's car flipped over, dude.
Talking about the doll.
Yeah. She like said it wasn't scared. She's being mad disrespectful. The people were like who run the museum were warning her not to do it. And like
this story.
her car like flipped over or something on the way
Did she
home.
die?
No.
I would have
Came
walked
close.
back like, you stealing shit now.
Yeah, but
I survived, motherfucker.
it's like it is like the English share death though, because I thought that was crazy.
Wait, what is that? What is it say?
Okay, I'll read this whole thing. So, Robert the Doll is the ultimate child's nightmare. On the surface, it looks like innocent enough, handsome little boy in a sailor's outfit, but at night it comes to life and attacks children. It's just chilling in the box, though. Oh, according to the story, the doll was given to a young Eugene Otto, the son of two artists who had just moved to Key West, Florida. At the end of the 19th century, the gift giver, a young Jamaican witch who was hired by the Ottos to be Eugene's nanny, they began hearing Eugene talking to his doll, and another voice would answer. A few weeks later, Eugene began screaming in the middle of the night. Robert was trying to kill him. Man, what a bitch.
No.
Imagine being friends with someone who's like, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, like the doll from
Like a Christian.
The neighbors reported seeing the doll moving in the windows of the house. Servants of the house gave terrified reports of the doll would giggle while their backs were turned. Sometimes they saw shadows of the doll ran across the room when Eugene grew up.
No.
He inherited his parents' house and kept Robert, the doll, close by. The doll continued to terrify visitors, although Eugene seemed to have a strange connection with it.
Who's Eugene?
The guy who grew up with the
The
dog?
little kid
The dog.
who had him originally. The doll continued to terrify visitors, although Eugene strong connection. He would get angry with his wife when his wife covered up the doll or put it in the attic. Say Robert needed a view of the street. After Eugene died in 1972, the doll haunted the new owners of the house for a few years before being placed in the museum. Damn, bro.
Does he not haunt anybody else after that or no?
Because it's contained.
In the glass box, right?
I want to see it for myself, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Being here in San Antonio, that thing's like haunted far away. I want to go. Like,
Where is it at?
I would never want to go to any of those places. I would say the far as fuck away from those
Oh,
places.
so we're talking about
The Busby chair.
the Busby chair, yeah, and Robert and all that. That's crazy, dude. I mean, did he even mean to curse them, do you think? Or was he just joking around like, you'll die?
No.
And now he's just killed 40 people.
He killed his father and then he got hung the next day.
Oh, so he was a psychopath.
Yeah, they even said that.
Well, I can't label him like that, but he obviously had some problems.
Yeah. He killed him back in 1702, bro.
Do you guys want anything from In-N-Out? My mom's offering.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm still full from Costco, bro.
Yeah, could I get a double for fries?
Okay. Thanks, dog. We take orders on this show. No.
No, but Robert the Doll, I've heard crazy shit about him. I heard that one of the kids, or one of the first owners of the Robert the Doll, the child went missing, right?
I don't know.
Something like that.
That's what I want to look up. Stories.
Look up Robert the Doll missing child.
That seems really like unsettling, you know, it's like forces
Wait,
out there like that, you know?
people getting
Yeah,
cursed
no,
or
malevolent
someone's child
forces
went
out there.
missing?
Like we know they
child
exist,
missing
but
Robert the Doll.
to recognize them, that was like different shit.
Like,
Y'all want
I
to
feel
start like
bad.
a creepy conspiracy channel?
No, not really.
I feel bad for
Come
all the people
on.
that died in the chair and had no idea, like, you know?
Yeah, that like the lady that just fell.
People warn people though.
They did. I remember the first person that sat and I was like, oh, I'm taking a load off, and then next day they're like, you know, they're dead.
It's Chucky based off Robert, probably. Wait, so not the Robert the Doll kid that owned him went missing, but someone's child went missing?
One of the children who had Robert the Doll went missing, I think.
Oh, sorry. Missing owner? Dude, that would suck. That would suck even more than Robert trying to kill you. Like, I'd
Dude,
be
he
like,
just went missing.
fuck you, and then he just killed my family. Like, yo, that's not cool.
Yeah, what happened, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I don't know if it works, but like, with this haunted stuff like chairs and dolls, like, maybe just for Goosebumps it worked, but remember they just destroy that shit. it just goes away.
But no, sometimes it's
Are they? Because they need a host to work, right? Because they're just spirits.
well, sometimes better. How do they put it? Keep the genie inside the bottle.
Yeah.
This one doesn't always work. Nor is it the best right thing to do.
I mean, it's like if I was a
Best
demon
thing to
and
do.
y'all killed me, I wouldn't have a host, so I would just be like floating. And...
No, that's not the point.
The point is, it's like you
We
can do
can't think
whatever-
how it works,
You can do
dude.
whatever you want.
You want to keep
basically.
it restricted to that form.
Yeah. So,
So
he
y'all would just lock me in a cage.
What
Yeah.
What do y'all think about like Fertile Crescent folklore?
What's that?
what?
So
Yeah, I think Robert only had one owner.
what are some of the societies that existed in early like
Oh, let me help you look at what's it called? Myrtle Crescent.
Fertile Crescent
Oh,
Fertile
that's
Crescent
a long time ago.
societies like Asrians and stuff? I know Hammurabi was like the
Christians
first
saying like
king.
Mesopotamia and shit.
Yeah, Mesopotamia basically.
Ancient history, bro.
I know I believe in a lot of that folklore. It's crazy. Like, what's that one society? The first or the second society ever to come recorded? Marco?
I don't know.
Babylon.
Oh, the city of
Babylonians?
Babylon.
The Babylonians, yeah. Like Babylonian curses and Babylonian folklore, that shit is scary, bro.
I mean,
And,
the
like-
stuff like that, like I don't believe in because like it's in history,
Well,
but
you're-
stuff
you're
that
an
happens now.
I don't know, because they wrote a movie about it.
Give an example of one, like of a Babylonian curse that you heard
A Babylonian curse.
You die in
Yeah.
Dark Souls
Like, just...
all the time.
every time you die in Dark Souls.
I'm just talking about, like, you know, whenever you hear the stories of phantoms and stuff from them. Like, it's
Well,
just... The
do you
way
know a
they
story?
Do I know a story?
Yeah, like one that we could like listen to.
Well, the Boogeyman is basically based in Babylonian history.
Oh really?
This is, like, carried over from, like, centuries. It's, like, not centuries, like, eras old. Millennia, basically.
So you think that maybe like the boogeyman could have been like like a thing, or he still is a thing? Maybe.
That's what, yeah. He comes down from the Babylonians, translated him to the Assyrians, who were also in the Fertile Crescent, and from the Assyrians, he went everywhere west. So basically, the Greeks had their own version, the Russians, you know, the Gallic people, everybody had their own version of him.
So
He
it's like-
just
That's
kinda
when. That's the thing is like, yeah, when people like, this is the American version. This is like it gets
There's
lost
no-
in translation, bro. It
But I
gets
mean-
changed and morphed.
Doesn't that prove there's multiple accounts of like a boogeyman?
Yeah.
So I mean that's
The
like
Baba
proof. There's proof around the whole like world throughout time that there's something out there like haunting people.
Okay, well, yeah, that's actually a really good point.
like,
That's-
think
If there's multiple recordings, okay.
from
like
different
yeah,
areas where people didn't communicate.
it might be, yeah. It's crazy. It's like oh my God.
God damn, bro, you just changed my mind on it.
Think about this.
Holy shit. No.
While that was going on, people in America before, like Native Americans,
Mhm.
I think the Incas,
Oh, the Wendigo.
the Incas believed in not
Those
the
are cool.
Inca like in Peru.
Incas in Peru,
Uh-huh.
Venezuela, Colombia.
Do you guys think like skinwalkers exist and stuff like that?
Oh, what's a skinwalker? I'm sorry.
Shapeshifter, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like an animal. Like if we were in my backyard chilling and we just saw like a deer like looking at us and it just kept stalking us.
Yeah,
And like back at night, it just turned into like a person to fucking kill us.
maybe.
That's freaky as
That's
fuck.
weird.
Yeah, this.
But yeah, it was
What's
like
a Wendigo then? What's the difference?
The
Is that like a moose man?
Wendigo.
Moose man. It's like a
You
deer.
know, explain it. I can't remember.
Wendigo is an ethereal spirit, basically,
A malevolent
malevolent
spirit.
I heard the. I mean, we shouldn't talk about it. But like
Oh
the
my
way-
God, it looks so
the way
creepy.
that- these are just concepts.
Did you look up Skinwalker or what?
Dude, no, that's Wendigo.
I don't know if it's a Wendigo or a skinwalker, but one way to like avoid its presence is just not talk about it.
Why are we talking about this?
Because fuck them.
No,
That's like
That's not the point.
The Mexicans have their own version, La Llorona.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's talk about that next. Hold on.
No.
No, but like
Alex has nightmares. Don't talk about that.
see, like the way I think of a Wendigo, this is just like it's like Pennywise. I know it's funny
Yo,
to
I'm
say
not
that,
trying.
but like it's just like an entity that takes the form that we can comprehend. It's
All
like
right.
weird.
And this is what a skinwalker is?
No, Skinwalker's totally different.
What does a skinwalker look like? A normal person or what?
It's just like a shapeshifter.
All right.
Skin shocker.
So
Why did I look up skin
I'm
shock?
gonna talk about history a little bit.
Okay.
So, substantial evidence proves.
It's a man.
Wait, is that what that is in that video? Hold on. I've seen that video before.
What?
Right here. Go down. I've seen this. I've seen that.
Bro, this is from Lost Tapes, bro.
I know. I saw that video though.
This in this episode. Sorry, let me cut you off. Hold on.
Alright.
I know you're talking.
Mhm.
These people go camping and he goes crazy and becomes a skinwalker, but that doesn't make sense because skinwalkers are already shapeshifters. Like a guy can't become a skinwalker, but a skinwalker it can be the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, okay, maybe not that. There's like one video of like this person in the bushes and he looked like Like he
Do
looked
you
like.
remember when that clown shit was happening? When clowns were just
Oh yeah,
not
not
gonna lie,
around
I was
San
kinda-
Antonio.
I was kind of fire, bro.
It's kind of
Because I didn't have a car, so I was just on YouTube.
Didn't
Like,
one of them appear like not far from like our neighborhood, like down?
there was
Housing?
one that came to Brandeis.
Are you
Or
serious?
that
Oh
was
yeah.
that was supposed to come to Brandeis, and everyone was like inside, like lockdown.
And people were getting killed just now as clowns, right?
People were getting killed, bro. Maybe in other states, in Texas, it was just funny.
No,
Like,
like,
because
That's
we're,
not funny,
no, I mean,
because
like,
we're Texas, bro.
Those clowns would chase people and shit.
no, I meant
But what did
clowns
they-
were getting killed, like people.
I always thought it was a promotion for the It movie.
No, it wasn't.
no, because that was actually when it hit its peak. Because it had happened in the past before, but when it came out, that the clown shit spiked out of
Oh
control.
my god, Alex, look at this one. It's like a
All right, so
Bigfoot man.
we've
No,
all,
yeah, no. There's a clown that was spotted off Hausman at some point. I remember that because my mom was like,
Oh, the
Look,
Aggie
look,
Library.
I've never
What?
seen-
Park.
I never saw a clown in real life though. I only saw it like online and like
They said it was
in,
by
in
Igo
Oklahoma
Library.
and Georgia.
"Hold on, wait, I can't hear Alex. What?"
It was. They said it was by Igo Library, that little park over there.
Yeah, I think that's,
That's
what
what
it
they.
is.
What
Oh,
they
they
found.
saw it.
That's
group-
creepy, bro.
yeah.
There's kids that play there. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Alright,
That's
There was
where
a
that comes
clown one time. He told us, I'm not sure if he was actually being serious, but he had a knife on him though. I know that.
I feel like they
There's
just
a-
chase you, and then when like they get to you, they're like, "I'm." Just
no, because some people actually they would start stabbing people.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, it was scary because you couldn't tell the ones that were fucking around and the ones that were psychopaths, and like you wouldn't want to take the risk of them coming up to you,
But like,
There's one clown.
pulling Alex.
Fucking, it was definitely not a meme because they beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, when he went to the hood.
Yeah, there's this clown went to the hood, and they were like, "What you gonna do?" and shit. And he pulled out a knife, and like a bunch of people just fucking jumped his ass, and he started running too. But he had like a legit knife, like you.
like it wasn't dull. It wasn't dual.
No, it wasn't doll. It wasn't a prop or anything. You could tell.
No, but that's.
But then
I'm
he's in
sad.
a basketball court too.
I'm kind of nervous.
And
about
they're
that.
like, "What you gonna do?" Right?
What you gonna do?
And then they fucking they
that.
chased him down and they beat his ass.
Look up Babao.
Well, you want to talk about?
I'm gonna talk
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
boogeyman stuff first, because that's pretty interesting. The way that it's just
Is
translated.
the La Llorona one where she like drowned her kid? That's the donkey lady. That's here. That's in San Antonio.
Yeah.
You want
Didn't
to go
Tommy
there?
go there?
Bro, why are you such
You
a
know-
bitch? Like, just come with us.
No,
You know-
I'm not going over
you know,
there.
since-
What's
the-
that?
But we're all
You know the Sinister movie, right?
yeah.
That
you know-
shit.
Dude,
So Bagul-
those movies are dope.
No, you-
those I hate The Conjuring. I
No,
don't
no,
like the
no.
other ones. but
Really?
That movie was dope.
Bagul is they changed his name, but
Oh yeah, he's based off of Babylonian shit, right?
Babao.
Oh,
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Ba-
Bob.
Babau.
He lives in his images, right?
Babao lives in his images. He's from the Middle
So
East.
he's
I
an
think.
artist.
No.
He's like a rapper.
No.
Demon Bow Bow. What the heck?
Should I just look up folklore? Because like it's showing me some cartoony shit.
Yeah.
Folk song. Is this like? I feel like a lot of this stuff just stems from parents like making up shit
I don't
to
know.
like make their kids fall in line.
I know, cause like
Don't brush your teeth. The tooth fairy's gonna kill you.
I don't know, cause Pishtenko was actually one of the reasons the Mayans were scared to go any south, any more south than Mexico. They didn't want to go to like, they didn't want to go to the Caribbean. They didn't want to go to
Whoa.
Colombia.
He's like in the wall. His face is like
Yeah.
it's weird.
Wait.
It's because he lives in the folklore, at least from the movie. I don't remember.
god, dude.
Actually, he lives in his images.
Yeah, that's basically what Babao is.
Like he lives in his pictures, his
Slenderman.
art. Oh shit, that scared the fuck out of me. I was like, what the hell is that creaking?
No, but
It's
that's
the house settling.
it's interesting because in history, the Mayan Empire didn't want to go any further than Mexico, and at first it was believed they didn't want to interfere with the Inca Empire, but now people are saying that they were superstitious of Pishtenko, which is actually
Who's
word.
that?
Pishtenko was the boogeyman that was created by the Incas.
Mm.
Basically, he would take anybody who mentioned him.
Bye.
In
That's the other thing. I wouldn't really take. I don't know.
Pishtenko's scary, bro.
I think the Mayans and the Incas and all them kind of lost credibility when they made that whole like the world's
end
gonna
of the world?
end calendar. And
They
then,
didn't. That was never the thing, though.
Why'd they make that? Though?
No. They
It's like,
made
could they just not comprehend the world passing on at that point?
No. You see, that was lost in translation because stupid Americans.
Honestly, yeah. Everyone's like the calendar ends. The world's gonna end.
What was that
An
whole thing
actual
about
Mayan,
computers in
you didn't
2000?
see? An actual
Yeah.
Mayan came forward and he's like, 2012 isn't the end of the world. It's the end of an era, meaning the new era of the Mayans were supposed to start, but the society died long ago, so nobody could translate that.
Shit, bro.
So it was just the end of an era. It's like the turn of the century.
My life is a lot.
Basically, 1999 to 2000 was sort of the end of the real end of the era for us, right?
Mhm.
For them, that was 2012. That was supposed to be the turn of the century, you know. But that got lost in translation.
Our Y2K was their 2012, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Y2K.
Y'all remember that back like 19 like those early like
I was born in
90
2000.
movies. No, those early 90 movies were like people were like where this shit's like Y2K, like computers are gonna take us over.
Oh,
and
in
shit.
2000.
Oh yeah, that's like Terminator shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much
So you want to talk about La Llorona?
not really.
No, but this is Pistaco.
Why are you getting all scared?
I hate that.
You say
dude. I'm
pish
super
taco?
fucking.
Pistaco. He's a boogeyman for a lot of the natives in Peru.
Save that photo because I gotta put him up for the audience.
You know the Green Inferno? Have y'all seen that movie?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah, I was looking at that the other day.
Well, tribes like that are the reason they did human sacrifice to keep them at bay. Is basically what they said.
Human sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like kill somebody.
You ever see that
Or
movie?
kill-
Dude, the one with the Indians and the. I'm sorry.
Apocalypto?
Yeah, dude, that movie's crazy. You ever see that movie?
Mm-mm.
But bro, we went
It's like this dude, like his tribe in this village gets like pillaged and like
by the Aztecs.
his wife gets taken, so he goes on a journey to like get her back, and it's so fucking bloody and dope.
Yeah.
He sets traps and he's running. Oh my god, dude!
Then he fights the jaguar.
Yeah, the Oh my god.
He, I don't
He
even-
he
doesn't
almost
fight.
outran the jaguar.
No, he doesn't fight. He encounters it.
He encounters.
Yeah,
it.
he uses it on his side. He like runs past the enemy and kind of gets his.
Yeah, and the rest of the enemies like leave his friend to die while he gets mauled by the jaguar.
That's what they thought. They thought he was like some sort of spirit.
God.
Yeah, they thought he was like some sort of spirit, because he said the name of it. He's like, I'm running coyote, not running coyote. Sorry, I think about Dave Chappelle. He's Jaguar Paw or something like that.
Something like that. He's some kind of deity to them.
That was just his name in his village. It was crazy.
We got about 14 minutes left, but I think we should cap off with this because this is really interesting. Unless you want to talk about La Llorona. Oh my god.
Me and Alex are like done with this topic, honestly.
I don't like
It's
Fiona.
interesting, bro.
Alex,
Y'all wanna
dude,
talk
you're
about-
really triggering.
You want to talk about
right
sleep
now.
paralysis demon? No. Have you guys actually ever had sleep paralysis?
I've had sleep paralysis, and I always see some shit. Either that or it's just my paranoia. But like, for me,
most
when I
of the
go
time
to
it's your
sleep,
mind, bro.
Have y'all? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
You
I'm
wanna
getting
talk
cut off.
about it?
I'm getting cut off anyway.
You've been cutting Christian off.
Because he cuts me off.
Well, then just tell
I'm
him
not
that.
doing it. Like, it's just like out coincidence. So.
All right, go ahead. I'll go
No,
next.
now
I
you
go
go
next.
first.
Okay, no.
You go first.
you go.
Just go.
I don't know
Okay,
about
so-
y'all.
I thought you weren't gonna go. I
Alright.
thought you weren't gonna go.
Go, Marco. Go. I go.
So
after
I'm
you.
not sure about y'all, but when it comes to sleep paralysis, that shit freaks me out. It hasn't happened in a while, thank goodness.
Mhm.
It usually only happens when I sleep in like really late, like if I sleep like 12 hours and shit. But when it happens, like it's not even my paranoia. I'm just like fuck, and then I feel like I'm not sure about y'all, but I feel like a presence in the room with me
Yeah, all the time.
when I go into sleep
I mean,
paralysis.
I think
I feel, and if the thing about that presence too, it feels like it's getting closer too. That's the thing.
The way I felt is like I was just laying out in my bed and I realized like I couldn't move and I don't have a blanket, but like the blanket was like it was like stretching, like pulling down on me like that. And I felt like something was on my chest, bro.
Feels someone was pulling you towards the floor, right?
Yeah.
So, speaking of encounters, you guys have been in my room, right?
Yeah.
Is your room haunted? You want to bless it?
No. It's just like you know how the lights. Go on
He's
and
got
off
some
the-
freaky shit going on.
And how did I tell you a story? How like there's one. I think Scott can tell you.
All of
Or
our houses are new. They
Didn't
Am I
Adam
cursed.
experience something at your house, dude?
Adam.
Yeah.
Adam just got freaked out because he started talking about it. He's like, no, they're in the room.
No, Scott was with me. I think when somebody knocked at the door in my closet and he heard like whispers. And recently, I'm not like maybe like 2 nights ago, I'd be sleeping and it's not sleep paralysis. I know because you can't move and shit. You're like right. I'd be sleeping in my bed and you know there's my wall right.
Yeah.
And like legit the lights are off, and I'm sleeping and I look up towards my wall. And I just see something like this is like if you're laying down, and see something like moving around like this, like
Oh, like some Freddy Krueger shit.
yeah.
the
And
tree.
I was like, oh, I'm about to fuck you up. I got up and I was like, oh shit. I turn on the light and I start swiping and it's like there's nothing there. I'm like my heart's pounding. I'm like scared. I'm like trying to watch some Netflix and go to sleep. I left the TV on and I was like, oh shit, fuck this shit.
You gotta fall asleep to relaxing Dark Souls music.
This
I
is
used
like the
to-
second time it's happened though.
I
Like,
watched
the first
I
time.
used to watch Mark. That shit happened to me and Christian a long time ago when we were kids.
I
though.
remember one time you ran in my room because you said there's a face on your wall.
Oh
No,
yeah.
That was
That's some Freddy Krueger shit.
no,
bro.
like legit some scary shit. So, I was sleeping in my room. I think I had two experiences in my house. One was when Christian was in the room. I woke him the fuck up immediately, but I'll get into that later. But this time when he was talking about I was by myself, I'm pretty sure it was by myself. I was sleeping in my room and I got up right, like I forget, something woke me up, and I looked straight ahead into my door, and I just see like this. You could see the rest of the figure, but distinctly its face, and like not even smiling, just staring at me, and it just like melted back through my door. And as soon as that shit happened, I had a remote for the light at the time, right, Christian?
Yeah, you did.
So I turned the fucking light on. I turned all the lights on in my room. I ran to Christian's room.
Ooh. He's a spirit. No.
I'm actually in goosebumps right
I know, I'm getting a little. We're just talking about this.
No, I remember.
That's why you
Remember
get a
that one
dog,
night when I came downstairs crying because I had nightmares for 2 weeks straight, like the same nightmare, repetitive. It was freaking me out. Like I didn't know what was going on. Marco remembers that, right?
Yeah, a couple things. Well, there's that door thing that shit freaked me the fuck out, and I couldn't go back. I stayed up the whole night.
That actually happened in a Freddy Krueger movie.
Yeah, no, he comes through the wall, but it's more like elastic. This was more like a wax like thing. And so I ran to Christian's and I woke him the fuck up, and I slept with him that night because I could not go to sleep. No, that shit fucked me up so bad. And I remember one time we were doing yard work. You remember this, right?
Oh, that shit scared me.
That's
So I thought Marco was fucking.
This is during the day. I think we had just seen.
I got angry at Marco at this point, but I didn't know. Basically, I was
Christian
doing,
came up to me. He's like, "Did you just fucking touch me?" I was like, "Dude, I'm on the other side of the house right now."
So like I was like cutting the weeds on the left side of my house. I felt something grab my shoulder and pull my headphone back and said, "Get out!" And I turned around. I was like, "Oh shit!" At first I was like, "Marco, what the fuck?" And then we go over there, and I was like, "Marco, what the fuck?" And my dad's like, "All right." We had the cameras installed by then, so my dad looks at the cameras and they had timed out for like 15 minutes. Not all the cameras, just that camera and my side.
No, we didn't have the cameras at this point.
Yes, we did. I remember.
No.
That was like the cameras are deactivated.
No, because I was still in high school.
You guys got cameras like early on. I was like, y'all
No,
sucking your security.
No, we got cameras right before they went to Europe.
That's right. I remember.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't have a soda.
This happened. This actually might have happened after we got the cameras. Might have.
It did. 'Cause
I remember being in high school.
I remember because like Dad got all paranoid and shit that the cameras weren't working.
But I remember the incident though. That shit did happen. Because Christian Cantor, he's super fucking pissed. He's like, "Did you just fuck with me, dude?" I was like, "What are you talking about? Like, I'm over here I'm in the
Dude,
backyard
that's
right now."
really scary.
I remember
You think during the day be safe, bro? But that's when it's scary.
the
when they can
camera
come
just no the cameras were there because I remember that part is when I started freaking out. I was like, wait a second, so the cameras blanked out. I was like, and
in.
Dad's
So like
yeah.
someone like did that to you?
Here, I'll show you.
No, don't you dare touch me.
Chokehold me. No.
So
Pretty much, he
basically,
just felt someone grab his shoulder, grab his headphones, yank him out, and tell him to get out.
I was wearing like big overhead headphones, and somebody just pulled it back and yanked my shoulder and said, "Get out." I was like, oh
What are you
shit.
doing, Sam?
Let's see it on the table. That's
See,
weird.
I think the only thing I would never want to do is like, I mean, I love dogs, but I'd never want to live on my own with a dog
Why?
because they sense presences, bro.
I'd
I
rather
mean,
have
that's
a
good
dog,
to have
honestly.
company, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by myself with a dog, it's just me, and he's like seeing the spirit. I'm like, I gotta go, like
No, I'd rather have a dog be just like if some shit like that were to happen.
But then you know it's there.
I'd get out of the house.
That's
No, I'm
good
just-
to know. Would you rather?
I'm
not
just saying,
know?
like, if I was living in a house and the spirit has not made itself clear yet, right? And I don't know, let's keep it that way. You can coexist with me, just don't bother
No,
me.
no, fuck coexisting, dude. Hell, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Not just don't bother me. If you bother me, then okay, I'll leave.
No,
But-
you don't know what the fuck they're plotting or whatever.
No,
I'd rather have a dog. Let me know. I'm getting the fuck out.
that's what El Negro was telling me about when I was down there in Miami once.
You have to translate to English.
I don't know. So I have an uncle named El Negro who's a witch doctor.
We went over this earlier.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and he was basically talking about like how I should have a dog to protect me while I'm sleeping.
See, would you rather not be protected? Because my dog stays up late, bro.
I want to get like a
I'll be up at
Rottweiler.
3
Like,
a.m.
imagine something happening to you while you're asleep. And you have nothing to warn you.
Well, I mean, then I'll have a peaceful death in my sleep. I want to know.
You can't die in your sleep. Like,
If I
scary
die in my
movie.
sleep,
So you
I'm
die in
sleep-
your
the
sleep.
last
You
thing I
can't
So
remember.
you're gonna die in your sleep. What
You
if
can't
it's-
wake
Can't
up
go to
dead.
bed.
What if it's like torture for a little bit?
You remember
Torture me
that?
for a little bit.
Be alive.
Like
and
if
not
I
be
wake
dead.
up and stuff.
Yeah, like
Nah, I'll probably run out.
mentally torture you.
You can't
Oh,
wake
shit.
up dead.
Well, then how would you stop that if the dog was there?
Well, that's Freddy
It's like just
Krueger-
having a guardian angel, bro.
Freddy Krueger was based in actually lucid dreaming. So this Cambodian family in Los Angeles, I think it was, they kept saying,
No, lucid
Cambodia.
dreaming is totally different from nightmares. Because lucid dreaming, I could just be like, yo, I'm dreaming, and I just fly or something. Like
no, but they were having zero control of it, and
Well,
the whole family was reported to have nightmares nonstop for a whole week, and they all died the same night.
What? Wait, well, tell me, Cambodia?
Look up Nightmare on Elm Street background. It was like a whole family. That's what's his name saw it? Who's the director? Wes Craven.
Yeah.
Wes Craven saw the article on it and he was like, "Oh shit, I need to make a movie about
Did you ever
that."
see the first one? It's kind of funny. They're kind of funny, but it's cool.
The first one was kind of creepy.
Why do I always go to images? Look,
You alright, son? You good?
just like the boxes. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like staring at
Bro, it's
something,
fine.
dude. He's like
Bro,
staring.
if a
right
spirit
there.
fucks with us right now, we'll just jump his ass.
Dude,
Fight. We can't fight. Freddy Krueger. Blah, 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 first appearance.
Marco, you look freaked out.
Bro,
No,
Marco's like,
You alright, son?
I hate talking about this shit, dude, because it freaks me. Because there's background, there's like legit, there's some kind of legitimacy to this shit. Like I remember growing up in San Diego. Oh, I'll never forget this. This shit really fucked me up, and I'm pretty sure it's not the one who saw it because the rest of the kids got quiet as fuck on that field trip. So pretty much, you
ghost
can
house?
look it up. Yeah, there's a ghost house in Old Town San Diego.
I can get it. I can look it
That's
up.
crazy. Nightmares can kill you.
Yeah, no, nightmares can actually kill you because
I mean,
like
they
people
just-
yeah,
yeah,
after Nightmare on Elm Street came out, people were dying from their nightmares because they'd have heart attacks because it was so stressful.
Ghost what? What was it called?
There's a ghost house in Old Town San Diego.
Sam, you alright? What's wrong?
I don't know. Maybe he's just bored in the room because we're all talking.
You want to go out?
The Whaley House Museum.
Lacey, I'll recognize that
Okay,
house.
son?
Oh, I think that's it.
I don't know. We should walk him after this.
Yeah,
No, you can tell if he's stressed or his eyes.
that
are
might
red.
be
His
it.
eyes are like,
Well, they're like bloodshot, right?
they are.
See, come here.
I think Christian's just fucking.
No,
loose.
no, his eyes are red.
No, they're like a lot more red. They're normally red. I don't know why, but
So yeah, tell
when I
me
go
the
to
story.
bed,
Wait,
his
what
eyes.
happened? What
get
happened in the
red.
story?
So we went to this shit in Old Town San Diego.
The Whaley House Museum.
Yeah. And like there's obviously this got kids like shit for kids, right? About ghosts and stuff.
Mhm.
Like you want to avoid being seen by the ghosts, like you have to put a white sheet over our heads and shit, right? But it was when they were giving us a tour, like because no one was allowed inside the house. But there's like a lot of fuck shit, like a dad or husband hung the dog with the curtains or some shit. There's like some kind of I can't remember the stories. There's a lot of bad shit that happened in that house.
Yeah, it's because it was.
And so, what I was on the trip, and I saw some man. I'm getting fucking chills talking about this.
Bro,
shit.
he's getting goosebumps. Look at him, dude.
This shit really fucked me up as a kid.
Dude, look at the fucking.
Where
room.
is this at?
Look at his.
It's Old Town San Diego. I hate.
You ever been to?
I looked up in the mirror in the second story, and there was a man, old man, not old, but he like a mature man, like 40s or some shit, and dressed in a suit, right? He was looking down at us, and I was like, "Oh, it might just be somebody who works there, right?" But I turned away for like 5 seconds, not to just like psych myself out, just like looking around, I'm a fucking kid, right? And I look back, and that nigga is gone. And like the blinds were, I'm pretty sure the curtains were like a little bit open, right? And they weren't closed or anything. He was just fucking gone. And like I remember like looking at like my classmates and shit, and they were all like freaked out.
They
too.
saw it too.
I didn't ask anybody, but I'm pretty sure they saw it too. That shit fucked me up. That's why I never went back there.
Dude, if you've ever been to Louisiana though, they I took a ghost tour and there's one about this
In New Orleans.
Yeah, this lady who would like do horrible shit to slaves, like
Yeah.
put them in like glass boxes,
No,
and their
they-
bodies would be.
Oh, wait, was it like in a really nice like?
Yeah, like she was like a
Wasn't
maid
it-
in this giant mansion.
No. This is all right. So this is gonna sound weird, but these two stories are connected. They both got seasons from American Horror Story that made iterations of it. American Horror Story made a story about that. It was like Covenant, and then Murder House is actually based on. the
No,
same-
Murder House was not based on the Willie House. It was not. But I know I can see what you're talking about American Horror Story. I know what you're talking
I
about
can see
though.
inspiration. Yeah.
No. They had the.
Because we went to the same house I think during our ghost tour
Dude, it's freaking me out.
in New Orleans.
Our mom's getting us burgers. Except you, because you ate.
Yeah, no. We took a ghost tour in New Orleans too, and they gave us the same tour and shit. We walked around New Orleans and shit. It was pretty cool. But I went to the exact same place that you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
when you walked into that house, did you feel like?
I didn't walk in the house.
Oh, you didn't walk in the house?
No, but I felt something. Something was definitely off about the energy.
I don't know about you guys, but whenever I walk into like a room and it's like old and stuff, I get like a little sensation, through your body. Do you ever feel that?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
I,
It's like
I
you
honestly,
walk
like
in,
my
you're
gut.
like,
Like
It's just like an energy change.
when I
right?
feel in
Yeah,
danger,
yeah.
like my body's like, yo, what the fuck? But like most of the time, I'm just like, I'm chill.
I'm still afraid to be home alone, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you're too
We shouldn't be scared. Our houses were built like nothing, unless there's an Indian burial ground.
No.
Poltergeist.
No, it's like I don't know. Like I feel like there's somebody in the house with me when I'm home alone,
It's God.
and I feel like it's not even like the energy. I feel like I like eyes on me and shit.
Eyes all eyes on
I
me.
still I don't like.
No,
being
like
alone.
straight up. Like I remember, like I try like chill by myself, like downstairs in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
like turn the TV on, and I'd hear like some shit like coming from like my parents' bedroom or upstairs in the guest bedroom.
Mm.
Guest bedroom always fucked us over when we were kids,
Well, you know.
but that shit would fucking.
Alright,
It
hold on.
fucked me up so bad. Like I ended up
Wait,
like going upstairs
Bringing that up,
and
like,
just closing the door of my room,
kind of reminds me of something.
leaving the light on, and just falling asleep. Like and I do my best to like kind of close myself off from the rest of the house, but I always hear some shit outside, like some kind of creak, some kind of draft or
How much
some
time we
shit.
got left?
Yeah, hold that thought. All right, Scott's coming over. Do you want to like just have him come in? Because I honestly want to keep talking.
Yeah, I do too.
But you had to go through a lot of footage.
Yeah. All right, we took a lunch break or a dinner break, whatever.
Have you seen?
Dinner, dude.
Have you seen that
What are you
ASMR?
doing?
I didn't eat
9
anything.
o'clock, almost.
Scott's like, I did
Have
anything.
you seen that ASMR? It's like Thanos explains his plan, but he's eating lunch. He's like,
Yes.
okay. So first off, you Power Stone.
He's like,
So what are you doing?
Scott made me self-conscious.
With your scalp?
what do you say? Say it.
Apparently, I picked this in and it started bleeding. I
You
didn't even realize it.
That's so good.
Where is it?
And clean
It's gonna keep bleeding.
it. And get a fucking band-aid.
Wait, fucking
no
Band-Aid.
Christian
customers
did.
in here, right? No
Huh?
customers.
No,
in
he's
the
in the
video?
No, we've already. This is like the raunchiest episode, bro.
Yeah, we're like way deep in this
Just-
shit.
And we were supposed to name drop people, but someone kept us.
Yeah, you kept
Someone
fucking
kept name dropping.
Oh, you mean?
You might have had one.
What do you mean?
You're probably gonna say it on accident right now.
Jane Joe, John
What do
Doe.
you mean name dropping?
Like saying like
People's
fuck
names.
Scott because he did this. I have to be like fuck.
What did I do?
This guy. No, that's just an
no.
example.
I'm just
you were name dropping.
Wait, what are we talking about? in
Spill
this
his
cut?
old tea, pretty much. That's the best way I can put it.
We're talking about you and.
Shut the fuck up.
No, we were talking about. You were talking about your room, right? Bro, just stop trying to.
They can
we'll talk
see
to him
you.
after.
They don't know what that means.
We'll talk to him after.
You're stupid.
No,
Did
we
you
were
put-
talking about Alex and his ex.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so no, you were talking about your sleep paralysis in
Why?
New Orleans, and your house is haunted.
I didn't say it was haunted. Don't put that shit in my head.
Your house is
You said
haunted.
you're not comfortable being home alone.
I am, but that doesn't mean I hope it's not haunted.
It is haunted, bro. You saw something.
That was a while ago. Nothing's really happened since then.
Wait, but wait. Speaking of haunted, Scott has some haunted stories.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking about paranormal shit.
Yeah, so he has some stories
Bro,
too.
we went from like.
Spirits will feed off of your fear, so especially demons. So if you're scared, then they're gonna mess with you more.
Yeah, that's probably why nothing has happened. Like, so
What's so
often.
funny?
Cause I look over like,
It's a good memory.
if you smack again, you're going out the window.
I'm gonna kill you.
Nah, oh, I got y'all. Oh,
right.
fuck y'all.
A demon comes out like, hey, I'm
You're
not
like,
that
hey,
scary.
just let me get a fry, man.
Hey man, I didn't mean to scare y'all.
He's like, shit, they don't have these in Spirit World.
What's up? One nigga that eats apples all the time?
Oh, the Shinigami
Yeah, that's it.
What?
What's the Shinigami?
from Death Note.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever seen Death Note?
No.
What?
The second season kind of sucks.
There's a second season.
It's not bad, but compared to the first season, it's not as good.
Full Metal. Huh?
There is a second season.
Yeah.
You give
After
him the
he
same.
died.
You want it?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
it goes first season and then second season.
Yeah.
First season is when he first gets the notebook,
Oh, okay.
and the second season is like
Are you trying to kill your
second
dad?
season is like when he's
Our fries back.
On the
the
run.
god
yes.
of the new world.
Human
He's
food
like
bad for
fucking
Oh
insane.
yeah.
Then
When
why does he want it
Els
so bad?
finally
Because
figured it
it's
out.
like
Yeah.
you wanted to. It's like you want to eat something you really want.
No,
to eat.
El
like
had
like Tide
already,
Pods.
passed
You're
it
supposed to eat
this
those. But he needs to be
I
eating
really
them.
want- I don't remember. These.
You ever want to eat a Tide
I love
Pod?
it when
You ever think about eating a Tide Pod?
No,
I feel like you'd be the type of person to eat a Tide
fucking asshole.
Pod. It looks
so colorful.
It's just a meme, bro.
No, I would never eat.
Okay, if it's
I mean,
not
maybe when I was younger,
Finish it,
yeah.
don't
Because
talk.
like, man, it looks like a gummy.
I love it. Whenever a movie
But like
makes something
now,
about,
like it's a
smartest
fucking
man
Tide
alive.
Pod. I'm not gonna eat that shit.
We need to talk at once because now we have
Now,
5 people here.
what's a good idea? If you got like, if you made like a gusher in the mold of a Tide Pod.
Ooh, would be nice.
You know what I mean?
You've eaten a Tide Pod.
That's just a gusher. bro.
Tell us what it's like to eat a Tide Pod.
Christian's never eaten a Tide
Why
Pod.
would
Yes, he
I-
has. Why would I eat a Tide Pod? Because you look like a simple motherfucker. No, I'm joking.
This is the smartest man.
You remember? You actually. Oh my god, this is funny as fuck. I'm not sure if you remember this. He was really young, and it's like around Christmas time.
Say
I
Christmas
think,
time?
yeah, is it Christmas time or Thanksgiving?
I think Christmas time. I was like, here we go.
No, it's funny as fuck, dude.
I bet you that it's gonna be falsified in some way.
No, you were freaking out when this happened.
What happened? What was it?
So like, I think we didn't have a cleaning lady. I think mom and dad came upstairs. They helped us clean, like wipe down the counters and shit. I want to say I was in middle school. Elder Scrolls 5 had already come out. Just as
What was
a
Elder
point of
Scrolls 5?
time reference.
Skyrim?
Just say Skyrim.
Can't help it.
It's Skyrim.
Well, Skyrim had just come out. Not just come out. Had been out for a while.
Uh-huh.
And Christian had some like bleach, not bleach, like some kind of counter surface cleaner, right? That had bleach in it.
Uh-huh.
And he thought it was toothpaste.
Oh god.
Do you remember this?
I remember that.
Is that what
Is
you're
that true?
Talking about this is funny. He put it on his toothbrush,
Is this why you're
brushed
stupid?
his teeth with it, and your mouth started burning. Right?
No, yeah, I spit it out.
You spit out when you realized what it was. I think
It wasn't a cleaner.
what was it?
Were you? It was
Bro, you could have been dead.
It was like some kind of like
old are
cleaning
you?
paste. Or
How old are you,
something.
Christian?
It was Capucin cream.
How old is he?
I was 8.
You were 8?
It was Capucin cream. You know what that is, right?
No.
So, you know that stuff that's in Bengay?
Been gay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You been
Being
gay?
gay.
No.
No, it was not Capicin.
that for
Because
car?
it had bleach in it or
Is
something.
this for cars?
No.
Because they were even talking about it.
It's like it's a chemical called capsaicin. It's found in most jalapenos and peppers. It's what makes things spicy and what makes Bengay. It's like I think they have some of it in. It's kind of what Tiger's Bomb feels like. But they had my dad had a tube of capsaicin and it was medicine, and it wasn't. It was a tube and it wasn't labeled at all. So I put it on my toothbrush and it comes out, white and creamy like toothpaste. I was like, okay, cool. Dad got new toothpaste. I started brushing. I was like,
See, this is where we remember it very differently. I remember it being like some kind of cleaning agent.
you think I put fucking bleach on my
would've
You
never
were
put something on
small
my
and you were also
toothbrush if
really
it didn't
tired,
say
too.
toothpaste, dude.
What?
It didn't say toothpaste. Why would you put it
Bro,
on your
Marco,
toothbrush?
bleach is clear and liquidy.
Yeah.
Not-
No. It had bleach in it. I
white.
didn't say it was bleach. Okay, it was some. I remember it very differently. I remember it being. I was just waking up. I was really fucking tired. Jared was there. I think Sonia was there for sure. Along with his kids. And I just hear a bunch of screaming coming from from his room,
I was like,
and I see like everybody rush in there, and like you need to pay attention, Bobby, when you do this shit. And it was some kind of, I know it was some kind of cleaning agent because my parents had just gone to the house ready for guests and shit. So that's how I remember
some
it.
irresponsible parents.
And maybe, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk shit about that. But I remember it was a cleaning agent. They used to clean the counter in his restroom. You know what I'm talking about? With the sink area?
I'm trying to kill
That had bleach in it. Obviously, extra cleaning power. Brushed his teeth with it. He was cleaning. They told him it had bleach in it, that he should need to be more careful when he woke up. That's how I remember it.
Nah, it was this tube right here, but it didn't have that label capsaicin.
That was not that tube.
Yes, it was.
It was a different thing. It was like a bottle.
No, it wasn't. Look, it was this tube right here, sitting on my counter, right next to my toothpaste. So I just grabbed it, poured. It looked exactly like toothpaste when it came out. So I started brushing my teeth. I was like, and then everything swelled up, and I couldn't talk. I started screaming, and everybody ran in my room.
You couldn't talk because you were freaking out, dude. You were.
It was
having
burning,
a
bro.
panic
Even
attack.
more.
I'm gonna ask my parents when I get home.
You're saying you woke up like you could have been like, oh, what is going on?
No, because I heard screaming and shit. I woke up.
Yeah,
was,
'cause
like,
I
groggy and
screamed.
shit. And he screamed, and everybody like rushed in his room and shit.
Have you ever put Bengay on?
Nope.
No.
Have you ever put Tiger's Bomb on?
Yeah.
Because I know what you're talking
Have you
about.
ever
Why
put?
you think that?
Imagine what would that feel like in your mouth.
How powerful.
In your mouth.
Extra strength.
But the thing is, like, why would you have capsaicin cream in your room? You had no need for it.
I did, and I still do have that same tube. If y'all want
Bullshit.
You want me to put it in my mouth?
Y'all want some? How about we all try
Why are
it?
you making everything
Hey,
dirty?
send a picture. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna
It's
follow
like
you
white
into the
and
room.
creamy.
You want to watch him put the white and creamy shit in his mouth?
No. Like I'm gonna show them the like.
Alright,
Send
we'll
out
settle,
Snapchat.
we'll settle this next episode.
Okay.
But what? We left off in New Orleans. I know that haunted house you were talking about.
No, I already finished that.
Okay, well, what do you want to you want to talk about the missing flights? Did we really even go into that?
No,
We were about to, and we got off into the paranormal and shit.
The what's it called?
Because you started talking about that case with the high.
You were talking about. I was talking about the Bermuda Triangle and the place in China.
Oh, I brought up LaLaurie Delphine.
What's
Oh,
up?
LaLaurie Delphine was the madame of 1867, New Orleans, I think.
Oh, is that the lady who used to torture her slaves?
Yo, yeah.
Lori Delphine Legros.
How do you spell
LL.
L.A.
Lolori? I'm just gonna try.
Llorona. You're typing Llorona.
Lolor?
Alex, calm down, alright?
Oh, I said it twice. I need to say it one more time.
Shut the fuck up.
Y'all remember that Bloody Mary shit back when we were kids?
Yeah.
I never did that shit.
I
Oh,
do
Lolor.
that shit.
I'm stupid. I spelled
Especially because when
Yeah,
I was
that's
younger,
right.
they did that
Delphine
shit in
Lord.
Paranormal Activity.
Delphine
And then when they
And
appeared,
they like fucked everything up for the family in that movie.
Why are you gonna go to images?
I would
Yeah,
never
dude,
do
this
that
is the
shit.
exact one. I was in New Orleans.
We've
and
been,
we were,
me and Marco were there.
Dude,
that is not a mansion.
Bunye's there.
For the time period it came out, it was a mansion.
Oh really?
Yeah, so we went on a ghost tour. Is that what you said?
Well, in 1867, that's like a French mansion, because New Orleans and
Was it-
Louisiana was owned by the French at this time. That's
Modernized.
Italian.
It's called the French Quarter for a reason.
Oh.
Is it
Same area.
like a place of business now?
No,
This is like it's
a
inside.
tour.
It's a museum.
Can I
right?
go inside the Lori mansion?
you don't want.
No,
to.
bitch.
You know how many
People died.
she murdered hundreds of her slaves. Like, she did all these experiments where she would cut them open and put stuff into them, or she would cut off their limbs, or she would reorganize their bones.
Yeah.
I was saying
They
like
never
she
fought
like she
back,
like
or-
locked him in a box.
Dude, they're slaves.
They were chained up, and she had assistants with her, probably.
You want me to go to the wiki? That's where we've been getting all of our information.
Probably should think that's somewhere else for our information.
But no,
That picture looks fucking unsettling, dude. Look at that shit.
I feel like any old picture like that is unsettling to me.
during the tour,
There's
though,
like
Yeah, so
Yeah.
talk about, give us some
Smiling
history.
back then wasn't like the norm.
so
Oh yeah, that's right. Because it would take like hours, right,
yeah.
for the camera to work.
No, it would take
No,
hours to paint it.
Yeah, you would paint it or draw it.
You had to
Oh,
stand
you're
there for.
right.
1787. They probably had to painted that shit.
Yeah. But what happened was, people started finding out 20 years after that, and she escaped. What happened was there was a kitchen fire at her mansion, and that burned all the bondage and stuff in the attic. So a bunch of deformed slaves came running out of there, like not even joking, an actual
This
crowd.
sounds funny.
What the fuck is wrong
It
with
just
you?
sounds.
Shut up, bro. It's so fucked.
Yeah.
It just sounds hilarious. You see, like,
Imagine if you're deformed and you're being tortured.
And there's a fire.
They found a crab man.
I'm-
Not even joking.
Look it up. Tell me what that shit.
look that they found a crab
From
man.
One Punch.
You drew nipples. No, what I mean by that is she cut open his shoulders and
He's
his
like, they
legs.
found a crab.
I was like, huh?
You sound like
They cut open his shoulders and reorganized his joints so they had to bend in a certain way.
Darnell Turner.
What the fuck, Christian?
No, not that. That's from My Name is Earl.
Who is that, bro?
My Name is Earl.
Oh god. Are there photos of what she did?
No, heck no. That's
Dude, those eyes are fucking creepy.
What the heck? There's a face on someone's torso. Oh wait, this is not even. What the hell?
They were talking about it. They were like, she was trying to
a
reorganize
crab
people.
man. That's hilarious.
They found the crab man.
Was there a video you saw this on or what?
No, it was from eyewitness accounts.
No, but yeah, on the tour that happened, they said like after there was
They found a crab, man.
After the
Oh,
house
that's the
burned,
highlight.
It's so
After-
horrible.
after the
That's
house
somebody,
burned down,
dude.
they found all these slaves with like weird deformities and
Surgical deformities.
surgical deformities. Like they were cutting off hands, different figments. They were reorganizing the bone structure.
What the hell?
They took off some guy's jaw. Like they surgically cut out his jaw and just left him with.
Oh, slaves
Top.
pictures. Oh god.
Well, like,
Wait,
I don't,
wait,
like
wait.
this isn't like I'm not gonna say it's not new because it's not swept up, but like they did this shit during World War II too, right, Christian? On the Jews.
On the Jews, yeah.
Yeah, no, like it was more than just a Holocaust. They would also do experiments on them and shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
the
here's
Jews?
a photo of it.
Of it burning.
Yeah, so on the ghost tour I was on, they said like when the house fire happened, like she escaped on a carriage. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, on a carriage.
She like
and then-
escaped on a carriage, and like right when she was like she was like almost out of sight of the mansion. She like got out and like did like a bow, and then like she got back in and just left. Just,
I didn't hear about that.
that's fucked.
They just gave me the.
She's fucking crazy.
They gave me the historical side, and like, what happened is she ended up running back to France, I think it was, and then she got ran over by some
We
bulls.
should make a movie on this.
Wait, was she
shit, bro.
French herself or?
She was
They
French.
should make a movie on
They
that.
should
That'd
make
be
a
a really good movie.
It'd be like us, like you walk in the maze. Like,
I thought the French were more like accepting of blacks.
No.
They're the ones that started slavery.
I heard the French are like dicks.
Yeah, they are. My mom was telling us about this. How all the places in Europe she went to.
No, she
French,
said Spain was the worst.
Spain was the worst, but so was France.
Yeah, I remember your mom telling me that French people were kind of like dicks to her.
I believe it, honestly.
Apparently, they're really racist. They hate Americans for some reason.
Spanish are worse though.
Spanish hate any Latins.
Yeah,
Apparently,
any Latin Americans, Spanish hate.
Why?
because they
Oh,
think they see them as the inferiors that use the language.
Who's the American language?
The Spanish, Hispanic.
Oh.
They don't like Latins.
Yeah, mom and dad were talking about like there was a lot of violence towards like Latin minorities in Spain, like people like beating minorities to death and shit.
Apparently, the only cool areas were England, Germany. Except they said the Germans are kind of very weird and like really quiet. And they said that Italy was actually awesome. Like, it was amazing. Like, everybody there was really nice.
I'd love to go to Italy.
Buongiorno, nigga.
We should all take a Europe trip.
I want to go to Germany.
I tried to go to Corpus. No one wanted to fucking go.
Damn,
That's
not
That was,
bad.
hey,
Yeah,
I want to go to Corpus. You want to go to Italy?
Plane ticket's probably like $2,000, bro.
You don't even go to Corpus. With
That's
Actually,
so afraid.
when you get to Europe, all the plane tickets around Europe are pretty cheap, apparently.
You're
Well, yeah,
supposed
because
to,
they're all like super
you're
close.
supposed to
We got
buy a
the
certain time of the year.
EU shit. Damn.
Yeah. Delphine Laloy, bro, she was crazy.
What's some other creepy shit from New Orleans? That stuff I really like. for
The
some
Queen
reason.
of Voodoo.
You like slaves fucked up?
You
No,
like
no,
a crab man. Help me, nigga. Oh! Actually, why are we making fun of it, bro? That guy actually probably got really fucked up.
He probably looks like this shit.
Okay, we laughed at it. You actually said it in all
Hey, look, there's
seriousness.
painting with sleep right
No,
there.
I'm starting to think.
I think that's a real slave. Like, that's not...
No, that's a real slave. That was a picture. No, there's another one. She actually made.
Imagine that, dude.
She made a bull
Oh,
person.
wait, what is this?
Like she got the head of a.
Oh, dude, Christian Love. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
Is this a crab person?
What's the crab walk you learned in middle school? It's like, you know...
No, but she got the head of a bull. She cut out the insides and she stitched the mask over on a slave.
Like, could he see or is it like?
She a scientist?
No, she cut out like
She
eye.
just bored or something?
She cut out eye holes and stitched his lips to the lips of the bull.
I can only imagine. She's like, I think I'm gonna put a bullhead on this guy. And just fucking make eye holes for him.
Is there a movie on this, honestly?
Oh, there's a show. They talk about everything in American
I'm
Horror Story.
morbidly curious. What else? What New Orleans shit?
What other creepy New Orleans shit is there?
The Queen of
New
Voodoo.
Orleans is cool. Bro.
You should go to Connecticut. There's a lot of weird stuff.
I would never go to Connecticut.
Dude, what's that movie that haunts
New Orleans Voodoo Queen. Look it up.
Connecticut's where all the fuck shit like is.
The white people.
Like New Orleans has some fuck shit too, but like Connecticut's like where the fuck shit.
See, like they say, like you know, like Christian, you said earlier that Connecticut is where the Salem witch trials happened, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of theories about like they were like high on like you know on something.
Well,
at the same
part of the
time.
reason the witch trials happens because the women were really advanced for their time. Like,
And not only that, it's also because a lot of the pilgrims who went to early 1700s. What you saw the voodoo?
What's the name of that?
A lot of the pilgrims who went to the 1700s actually had a lot of pagans with them. Who would
they also have their Puritan, really strong Puritan beliefs too.
so that when they found out that there's pagans among them, they looked at them as witches and Wiccan.
I didn't remember this, bro. Like, I forgot all the information. I learned
You
this
forgot
week.
about that?
I didn't learn this in school. I learned this on my own. Researching on Norse history.
Dude, Amityville. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, that
The
movie.
Amityville horror. Was that real?
I didn't
Dude,
wait. Tell me about that.
I was forced to watch that movie, dude. When I
You were
was
forced to
younger.
watch it?
It was.
My
I think
mom forced me to watch The Ring, also, dude. That scarred me.
Oh.
my,
No, me and Alex were.
my
kind
cousin
of
forced me
obsessed
to
with The
watch
Ring.
Final Destination, bro. When those girls burnt
Wait,
alive. In
Explain to me I've never watched that.
That shit
That one was
is.
creepy, dude. That's based on a true story.
Oh, that guy.
I think it's his family. That, like
He
just a
shot
sort
his
of-
family members, right?
They,
Yeah, this
at the
family
very-
goes crazy in a house and kills.
At the very
they all
beginning of
kill each
Conjuring
other.
2, they go there.
But what happens? What's the story?
So basically, this kid, they say
Wait,
he was
no, I'm just kidding.
they say he was possessed.
It's about the previous family that was there.
yeah.
But it was haunted.
Wait.
A true the Anvil horror. A
The
true
previous
Wait, this is the
family.
book.
The previous family, what was it?
Is this a book or what?
One
Yeah,
of
it's
the
a book.
one of the family
It's a really
members killed
popular
their whole family.
story.
Yeah, one of the sons went back to their house with a shotgun
Here,
and
let's
walked into every room and killed the family.
Oh, I think wait. What
On
you said?
November
The,
like
the
a three-
Oh,
Conjuring-
yeah.
Yeah.
Nick's got the historical biases on the wiki.
On November 13, 1974, Ronald
The fail.
DeFeo Jr. shot and killed 6 members of his family at 112 Ocean Avenue at a large Dutch colonial house in Amityville, in Long Island, New York. He was convicted of murder, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then after the murder, a family and their 3 children moved into the house, claiming to have been terrorized by paranormal phenomena. So did they? They didn't die, right? They were just haunted.
They were
the family
haunted.
before killed them.
Well, no. Apparently, the son said he was being forced to
Yeah.
by like malevolent spirits or some shit.
But they already debunked it.
They
so-
debunked it.
Yeah.
What happened?
Do you know the Warren family, the one who does all the conjurings?
Oh, they were hired to like.
They were hired to make up a story
Damn.
in order for money.
So they lost credibility now.
They did.
Yeah, they always had lost
What do
credibility.
you mean they made up a story?
So pretty
like,
much
they went to prison to visit the guy who killed all of his family, and they basically wrote a story. And with that story, they made a lot of money, and they're supposed to use.
So the movie's not 100%.
No, not at all. They use the money that he made, that they made from writing the story together, from jail visits to the guy. They used that money for whatever they wanted, but they were supposed to use half of it to try going for his what's it called, towards his legal situation. They're supposed to use some of the money for his legal
Like
situation.
his
They
bail
did
or something, or like his.
Why would they want to get a murderer out of jail?
for their own money. And yeah, he has like actual notes that they wrote together, and there's like an actual log for their visits, and they visited him.
Well,
The
what
one-
was his reason? The murder's reason.
The murder's reason? Oh, he came out and said that the dad was apparently very abusive, and he used to lock them in closets and molest them and shit.
So why do you shoot the family? You know, just the
Why the mom?
Why did he shoot the mom? He had mental issues.
So he killed his whole family as a result.
That usually, not usually,
Do they
but
have like siblings?
that shit happens. Like when you have a
He
really
just
like
killed them just-
bad family
had-
situation, like really abusive molestation going on.
He was
shit,
being molested and
yo,
thrown in the
the
closet
mental
for weeks.
issues gonna be going on.
And yeah, he
I
went,
mean, I feel like in that logic,
Like,
you
that
just shoot,
spawns
you just
mental
shoot
issues.
the dad and like,
but he went insane, so he decided to kill everybody,
oh my fuck.
He killed his mom, his dad, and his siblings. Right?
all his siblings. Yeah. And like he admitted that was the actual reason, and then when they made the movie and they didn't give he hadn't been getting any credit. I think they did a documentary, and he had like they put him in front of a camera, and he started talking about the real reasons, and then he gave all the information about the Warrens and their fake experiments. The second family never was haunted either.
Yeah, well,
For
I
real?
guess we could just skip this because this is all the shit they claim to have happened.
Nah, it was debunked a while ago.
But Lost in Connecticut, though, that's
Yeah, what's the haunting in Connecticut about?
just a movie, I think, right, Christian?
Yeah, that's just a random movie. But the reason they say Connecticut, because if you look on the Dutch and Swedish history,
Jesus Christ, 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I never understood that.
You ever
It's
see that
good.
movie Dark Sky? Or
No, I
the one where the kids...
It's about aliens and shit, right?
Yeah, where he's drawing them and then they come. That was weird. Bro, you ever hear about the Roswell, New Mexico?
Obviously.
yeah.
Wait, what is that?
Roswell, New Mexico. Now we're starting to move from like paranormal. Well, it's still paranormal, but it's more like alien shit.
Well, I think it's
Oh,
pretty.
Dark Skies was the one where it was like the ringing in their ears, right?
Yeah,
And the birds hanging the windows.
Well, I think it was pretty
I want to see
interesting.
Brightburn.
Oh, me too.
The
It
reason,
wasn't that good, but I still want to see it.
the reasons for the
Well,
witch
it's not like what you
trials.
think.
I think they just...
What is this about?
Well, one of the reasons that people don't talk about is the fact that there were a lot of pagans with them, and that's because the paganism had to move off into England after
video?
they were receiving a lot of persecution by the Holy Roman Empire.
Yep, that's true.
It was just a lot of BS, bro. Like, the witch stuff is all just, like, hearsay.
Oh,
Well, that being said,
is
there
this-
were like some. There was some like actual
Paganism.
This is the one where the thing crashes through the house.
No, this is when they saw a float. This is, like, the first sighting of a floating disc or saucer.
aliens.
It's like how a lot of people don't know the true story of Christmas.
Oh, what?
The true story of Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
It's a blend between like Christianity and like
Muslim.
Norse ideals. The reason you have the house in the tree in your house is like to ward off spirits. The reason you put presents on for other people
Y'all ever see
is to like
I know. I wanted to though.
it's to like ward off it's
Really?
to ward off the
Yeah.
I heard the
demons.
ending's kind of trippy.
Yeah.
Presents?
It's
You
pretty
put
cool.
you used to put a star on top of the tree for I forget. There's like a lot of reasons, but it's actually a holiday about like making sure that you survive the winter from demons and shit. That's what original Christmas was
Like,
like.
just ruined fucking Christmas.
But then it got blended with Christianity, and then they involved Saint Nicholas into it, and they started changing the story in order to This is during the Enlightenment
George
period.
Bush doesn't care about.
Dude, I
his
couldn't
sons.
imagine them back then, like, so scary, dude, because you're like, if you do one little thing wrong, it's like you're going to hell now.
Yeah, it was
You
like
can't
that.
go back. You made a small enough mistake, you're done.
And there wasn't
That
a
has
heaven
you-
back in the day.
You're done. I can't imagine that. So
I don't-
imagine how crazy most women grow up in. I
Yeah, the
can imagine
Roswell,
people commit
not much to
suicide,
say,
dude,
bro.
because their parents
Yeah.
disown them
It's
for
just
like.
the alien.
Parents would disown their
First
children,
sighting
dude.
of
Yeah,
aliens.
it was fucking bad.
What?
Parents would disown their own children and shit. They thought they like couldn't be saved.
Yeah.
And shit. That's super fucked. Like I don't know, like a lot of people
oh,
will abandon them or something. A lot of people don't talk about like the dark side of like Christianity and Catholicism. Like every religion has its dark side, you know. But like with that, like it's not like people talk about the Crusades and the Spanish Inquisition and shit, but no one really talks about like the really like dark
That's a
shit.
cool
You know?
history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Spanish Inquisition only happened because the Holy Roman Empire was scared about the Moors moving into Spain, and the fact that they actually took over Spain, not by force.
But still, it's still part of that dark history, though.
With the fact that there's literally a name known as, you know, the Matamoros name, right?
Yeah.
That name's kill the Moors. Like that's literally a translation. The Moors were the Muslims who moved into Spain and kind of conquered, but not really. They sort of just moved into the ranks politically and became the leaders of Spain.
They became like foreign aristocrats.
That's
pretty
why
much.
that name. What was it?
The Moors.
No, what did you say?
Matamoros. Because the Spanish
Mata means kill.
Matamoros.
the Spanish Inquisition was a bunch of Holy Roman Crusaders who went to Spain to kill all the Moors. They were peaceful too. They were just like professors, politicians.
We've all been over it, right? I don't even use half those cards.
Why do you have them then?
I don't know.
Bro, what
I just have them.
Sentimental.
Oh my god, dude. I use like
talk
maybe
about the
like
triangle,
4 of them.
though.
Yeah, I want to talk more about the triangle then.
Yeah, Bermuda Triangle. There's a lot of shit, dude.
All right. So what's the main thing?
What's
about
that? Who's that pilot that went missing in the Bermuda Triangle?
the first?
Hold on. You want to
She's
just
a
like
female pilot.
you want to
Amelia.
cut it here?
Yeah,
and then
cut
we'll
it
just
here.
do the last 30 minutes. So the Bermuda Triangle. Well, okay, we all know where it is. There's not really a map. You can't really map it out. I heard that they found like the wreckage of her plane somewhere.
Supposedly they found it, but we don't go on.
I think it was like a wing or something. Yeah. It was a continuous flight, right?
I think so.
Those stories always kind of creep me out. Like when
you
somebody
never know.
So when somebody goes missing, right? You just never know.
It's just like anything could happen, dude. On top of that,
Something that we don't even know is like
electronics going to fritz in the Bermuda Triangle, right? Supposedly.
Wait, the Bermuda Triangle's like right there by the United States, like Florida and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty close.
Is
I thought it was far away somewhere.
I thought it was in the Pacific.
Oh, in the image we just saw, it was like right by Florida.
Yeah.
yeah, it's right over there.
The world
It's right beyond like the Gulf of Mexico.
1930s.
So people got to fly around that shit or what?
Let's look up Amelia Earhart disappeared.
People have to fly around that.
No, they won't
I don't
fly
think
around
nobody
it.
flies around it, but at the same time,
No one flies
It's
through
just
it.
they know about it because phenomenons happen there.
A lot of phenomena.
Circumplane navigation.
Dude, ships go missing in there and shit.
1937.
Why don't you just send a drone in there and see what happens?
Haven't we sent a drone in there?
Maybe the stuff that's happened, like if you're gonna try to find proof, you're not gonna find it.
Or if you do find it, you're not going to come back with it.
Yeah. What if you send a drone out there and then
Drone doesn't come back, and you go
Yeah.
in there.
holy shit!
Or it'll be like a live connection. You see it like.
Dude,
live
no,
time.
that's the thing, because, like, electronics go on the fritz in the Bermuda, like, when you start approaching the triangle and shit.
I mean, do you know that? Because you've been there. And, like, it's all just
No,
hearsay.
based on, well, like, seeing off Discovery Channel and shit.
I think you're talking about the movies, dude.
No.
Like when the Raiders
That's
just
the other
starts
thing,
going,
bro. Is like with
Discovery
the
Channel.
movies have always twisted, like
Yeah, obviously movies have twisted. I'm talking about Discovery Channel, though. Right?
like the fucking
because they
Amityville
gotta more,
Horror. That's
they gotta
just
make
a,
it suspenseful.
that's just a movie, bro.
No, go ahead, look it up.
And the
Or,
real.
let's first discuss this Amelia Earhart disappearance, though.
Okay, yeah. So she got lost in 1937. Oh, she had a navigator, so she wasn't alone.
Oh, she had a navigator.
Yeah, so there's two people in the plane. So either that guy fucked up or they just crashed. Yeah, so she had.
Maybe it could have been as simple as, like, I just fucking up then.
Yeah, that's what I think is like maybe she just crashed.
I didn't know she had a navigator with her.
Yeah, she had a navigator. Oh, you thought because it was a woman that she just fucking.
No, I thought it was
just crashed.
No, I thought she was, like, by herself and, like, something happened, right?
Yeah, had a heart attack. So what were you saying? Electronics?
Just look up Bermuda Triangle phenomena.
Electronics and magnetism goes a little bit haywire, right?
I think so.
We're already talking about that flight that went missing.
Flight 370.
Yeah.
With the Malaysia
We
flight.
talked about that.
We didn't really talk. We just
Yeah, we
mentioned
just keep
it.
saying
Yeah,
the
we
other two,
brushed
and someone
over it.
says something else.
Well, let's talk about this first. Let's move one subject at a time.
Like
That
those
whole
kids
flight.
are
How many
wild.
people were in that flight? Like 311.
Wasn't it like 500 or something?
300.
300?
It was a big
Oh,
deal.
300 people
Facts,
went
bro. We'll
missing
get
in
the
that flight,
facts.
dude.
What did it disappear over again?
It disappeared somewhere in the Pacific. It was like a Malaysian
Pacific
flight,
or I thought it was Atlantic.
Is it Malaysia flight?
yeah.
Malaysia.
Hold on, let's discuss this Bermuda Triangle
I
first.
think what happened is like they just crashed, but they weren't able to find anything because all the currents. It just
No, because they didn't video evidence come out that I don't know. They were doing the two pilots that were in charge were doing some sort of illegal activity. They found a video before they left.
What,
Yeah,
like,
well,
doing
it's
bumping
no-
cocaine before it took off?
It's like, yo, you just want to fucking
Crash.
the plane and fuck with people. It'd be funny, bro. Okay, so
We're back.
No. I remember.
okay, so this is criticism from
They found out a way
About what?
to turn off the tracker for some reason.
they turned it off.
Yeah, they found a way. Like there's a video of them like going through the cords, and they found a way to turn the tracker off on the plane.
yeah. There's been like
No. There's a video of
I've
the
seen
pilots.
debates and stuff of people like debate. All right, so this is I think this guy's the author
I'm
of
scared of flying, dude. Like, what
A
if
book
you're not in
about it.
control?
So this guy's criticizing the Bermuda Triangle. The number of ships and aircrafts reported missing in the area is not significantly greater than any other part of the ocean.
Okay.
In an area frequented by tropical cyclones, those are like storms, right?
Yeah.
The number of disappearances that occurred there were, for the most part, not disproportionate or mysterious. Other writers fail to mention such storms are often presence, or even the presence of the disappearance happen in calm conditions. That's weird. So they're saying like planes have disappeared just as much outside of like violent storms than actual storms or non-violent storms. Some disappearances have in fact never happened. One plane crash said to happen in 1937 in Daytona in front of 100 people revealed nothing. Yeah, so some of this seems like just made up stories. Violent weather, human error. Yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff like natural explanations, like compass variations, the stream of the Gulf, people just being stupid, violent weather. I don't know what this is, methane hydrates.
Already explained.
Large fields of methane hydrates, a form of natural gas. Laboratory experiments carried out in Australia have proven that bubbles can indeed sink a scan model ship by decreasing the density of water. That's pretty interesting, actually. It's like methane gas in the water is like makes the water less like dense, so like the ship can just slowly sink.
Oh shit. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Fucking science.
Here's something on.
Notable incidences. Oh, here, so like a whole USS ship fucking just disappeared. Flight 19.
Well, read what they are. Like Flight 19. What the fuck was that about?
Flight 19. Is it? Oh, I remember hearing about this. It was like a training flight exercise of like 5 pilots that were just like going. Yeah, December 5th, 1945. Yeah, dude. You know, like one of the pilots from like I remember watching a video on this. He's like, I see something above me and it's like flashing, and he said it looked like a plane, or it looked like a disc that was just hovering like right above his cockpit. And I don't know if all 5 of the planes disappeared, but one of the testing pilots was just like totally gone. Like his radio thing, he's like, there's something above me, it's like flashing lights. And then, yeah, so the flight never returned to base.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, we gotta look into that. Yeah, dude, Flight 19, yeah. There's a main article here. Let me see if I can get it.
Holy shit.
Wait, you're looking at Bermuda Triangle shit too, or what?
No, the Flight 370. Apparently, moments before it crashed,
Lost radar connection, right?
not just lost radar connection, but the Malaysian military couldn't even track it anymore. It went off military satellites, even though it was in proximity to, the coast. Like, holy shit. The 2 pilots were, where is it? Pilot in command, 53-year-old Captain Zahari Amara Shah. And then the co-pilot was 27-year-old first officer. Why are you looking at me?
They're laughing.
I'm not laughing.
Farik Abdul Hamid. And they both joined in 2007 as cadet pilots.
The cadet pilots?
Yeah,
Is this Flight 30?
I'm sorry, Sam.
Which flight is this?
370 to Malaysia.
How many? There's been 2 Malaysias, right?
No, there's one.
Oh,
one
sorry.
Malaysia.
What's the other one then?
70.
But
Yeah.
probably Flight 17, right?
Yeah.
This happened 5 years ago. Wow.
What? Flight 370?
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit, it's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years.
Oh, yeah, it just
2014.
2014. Yeah.
They haven't found anything, not even the black box?
They found in pieces of debris that have been
No.
confirmed
Yeah,
to be.
look.
Oh, it's solved after 4 years. They found it.
That's the YouTube video.
Well, look at the
I
video.
mean, they just found wreckage.
I feel terrible, bro.
But they haven't found any corpses or anything.
So many.
No
Could
hints.
have just sunk, dude, because it's in a part of the ocean.
Are you sure it wasn't like? Come on, if the military lost track of it, and they found a way to turn their radar off for some reason. I don't
For
know.
whatever reason, well, they're all aliens. I'm just joking. But still, that's like weird, you know?
There's an actual video of them, and it got translated, and they're talking about how they were turning the track. They found a way in the box to turn the trackers off, so that nobody could track
Yeah,
them.
like this is the pilot's last words. It's like we're trying to like debunk this ourselves.
What was the last words for the pilot?
Stop.
Let me actually look up.
How do you know the last words? You
I
weren't
should
on
have
the
grabbed the
plane.
peanut butter.
The last words of the pilot and co-pilot Malaysian Air Flights 370 ABC News.
Full transcript.
So they found the black box?
Yeah, what did they find?
Somebody said it might have been a cyber attack.
You think so? But then some terrorist group
Okay,
will claim
so
responsibility, though.
12:25. Good morning. Stand by.
No, unless they want to keep a low
Clear for
profile.
clear for
No,
departure.
if a terrorist group does something like that, Christian, they're going
Maybe-
to.
well, it's not terror
Oh,
group.
this is cool, dude. It's the whole flight. Oh fuck. I don't know.
What do you say? Good night.
Yeah. Good night, Malaysia. Oh, I guess they.
That's the last time we talked to him.
Yeah, I guess because like it was nighttime. So they didn't even say like anything like yo something's like.
So what happened at night?
Yeah, the flight was at 12 in the morning. Or yeah,
Midnight?
yeah, 12:25 is when they took off. Yeah, damn, dude. We gotta watch. There's like debates on these where people talk about yes, but this and this. I'm never flying Malaysia. No, I'm never flying international.
Yeah, no, I'm scared to fly international, honestly.
I'm not scared to fly, but if this happens,
I'm not scared to fly. I'm
But it's like-
scared to fly international across waters.
what if these people
Yeah, but
are
it's like
like
you
just
can
on an
never go
island like
anywhere.
lost?
Yeah, especially if you were to crash or something, you know,
I know, dude.
They
You
left
crash
from
up
here.
there, it's
you're fucked.
No, this way?
John, dude.
Unless you get on
Unless
those
you do
inflatable
some
rafts.
castaway shit.
Yeah.
With all those people too, they'd be fighting for their own lives, trying to kill you.
You have to kill somebody.
For what?
And eat them.
Not eat them. What the hell?
You
I
would
mean,
get to
for
that point,
survival.
okay.
Yeah.
You might get to that point. You would.
I'd
no,
cook
it's
it.
not guaranteed. You don't know that. It depends how.
I know that.
It depends how
I'll eat
far.
them.
I've been there before.
Scott's like, I'll eat you.
People delicious.
That's that shit. From
Would you do
This Is
that?
the
Like,
End.
if you got to that point, would you eat a person?
Yes.
If I got, you don't know
I
until you
think
get
if
to that
anyone's
point.
so hungry, they would just find
Bro,
anything
it's
they
the
could
fucking-
eat.
Like, let's say, like, all of us on a plane. We crash. We're hungry. It's been
I
days.
kill you.
We look at each other.
Well, like that shit from Minions.
We'd rock
Who's
paper,
getting
scissors.
eat? Who's getting first?
I'm pretty sure we wouldn't
Rock,
do that.
paper,
We'd
scissors.
try to find a way to work it out.
Yeah, like
We
I'll
would,
like
like,
I'll
we
cut
would-
off some meat of my thighs,
Yeah.
and then we'll
Your
cut off
thighs?
We'll cut off piece of
I'm missing
We'll
jump.
cut off piece of
I'm talking
Alex.
about like we would
We'll
find
cut off
ways
Alex's
to like
cheeks.
Yeah.
make food.
Shut the fuck up.
I give you my arm.
I give you my ear.
Cut off Alex's cheeks.
You know that happened once.
Grilled them.
Cut his butt
I forget what happened. There's a caravan during the World War II in Germany. And they were going to Russia during the invasion, and they got stuck during the winter. There's a giant storm, and they had some
I feel like you're talking about the Dahmer party.
is it the Dahmer
It
party?
wasn't.
Where they cut off one of their prisoners' cheeks and they eat them. They start eating like piece by piece.
I didn't hear about that. I remember. Have y'all ever heard of the Dahmer party? That
Oh,
happened
from
here in the United
Colorado?
States. Yeah.
Yeah,
Summer party. What happened?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
What happened?
So pretty much what happened. This was like
no,
back
Dahmer
in
party.
like Midwest times, right, Christian?
Midwest. It was when everybody was going out.
The Great Migration.
The Great Migration to the
Ah.
West.
Yeah, that
They-
time when everyone was like migrating to the West because like
A
religion and shit.
a
like,
navi-
destiny.
Dom like
They got stuck in Colorado in
And,
like a.
well, here's what happened. They're actually supposed to go on a path around the mountains, but their navigator said that there's an easy way to cut through. What they didn't know was going to happen was a giant storm was coming.
Giant blizzard.
Giant blizzard
Why
They got
come to the
stuck.
mountains?
Yeah, they got stuck in the mountain pass, and
around Pikes Peak.
they got they froze. They didn't die right away, but obviously they had food, but they ran out of that, and they got really desperate, so they started eating each other.
Oh, I think isn't there a movie on that?
Wait, wasn't it like a
I think
history?
it's-
I think it was like a
Yeah, I
history
think
thing,
there's a
right?
movie on that.
Yeah,
But they started actually like eating each other and shit. Were there any survivors?
one. It was a child of one of the fathers.
And he
He was the only survivor.
Did he eat them?
Yeah, he was one of the people
Scary,
eating.
like someone getting to that point, like they're just biting you.
I don't think he could.
You
Personally,
imagine
I'm not
like,
sure if I could ever get to that
you
point.
look to your left and you
Honestly,
see your
I
friend
don't
like
like it
eating
either.
your arm, bro. What do you
Oh
do?
well, like that shit
You
from
look to your-
Madagascar. Like, you
Well,
see-
I'm pretty sure they try to kill the person
bro, you
before
got Tabasco.
eating them.
yeah, that's like
You
some
don't just
zombie
like,
shit,
hey, here,
dude,
take a
alive.
shot. You're like, hey,
Yeah, if
anybody
I'm gonna
want
eat my
a
friend,
piece?
I'm gonna kill him first, right? Just being straight up, like that's
Yeah,
like
to do it
fuck.
nonchalant, because if you just start
Like, if
start
I can just
fucking
grab
doing
it at,
that,
like,
then,
Christian's arm and
the
start
person that's
biting
gonna eat
into
will
it,
just
like-
kill them.
Well, what would you,
Hey,
so you're saying
you
like,
want a piece?
you imagine like
Yes.
sitting there, you're
You
sitting
want
there,
some sausage?
Mark, are you sitting there with a person you're about to eat, just like,
I think they would have survived
they're like, oh
if the
shit.
human body was evolved to crab.
You say crab meat?
Crab man. They're all like freezing to death. He's like, I'm chilling. I'm chilling, bro. What'd you say?
What?
It's crab man.
Is it crab? What'd
They
you
found
say?
a crab man.
They found crab man.
Crab people. He's the title of the podcast, Crab Man.
Yeah, that's clickbait.
They found
What? Live crab man?
Put a photo of a crab.
We found crab people.
they found a crab
It's
man.
fucking 3.5 hour
Big Donner
podcast.
Party. My God, how many people were in the whole thing?
How many people were in the Donner party?
I mean, there's not gonna be photos.
10?
Oh, there actually is photos. Oh, there's a family, and they just took a shortcut from my.
They tried, and it probably would have worked if it weren't for that blizzard.
Yeah. But honestly,
Where are they going? Oregon?
yeah, the thing was it Oregon or
That's where
California?
it's cold.
That's all.
North.
I don't know.
No, they were cutting through Colorado though. I remember I went to the mountain, Pikes Peak, and they were talking about they're talking about the Great Migration. They're talking about people who passed through Colorado.
Is there a site in their like remembrance?
Was it a site?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I
Donner
didn't.
Party?
I didn't go to.
Skeleton.
I didn't go through those mountains. I went to Pikes Peak, which is different.
You said it was around there.
Yeah, it was around there. I never. No, we didn't go to the same
I wouldn't
mountain.
go there, bro. That's fucking weird.
That's a horrible place to visit.
I'm not scared that it's haunted, but just like what happened there, dude.
That'd be so unsettling, dude. I would
Bro,
never
it's
How
want
long
so
did that happen? It's a long
Control the
time
gift
ago.
shop there. One arm. We
to.
I'm
Go under one arm.
I'm gonna tell you, you know what's really cool?
Bro,
Well,
it
it's
was
not
so
really cool,
intense.
but it's like really creepy.
Interesting.
Pompeii.
Oh,
The people are still there because all the ashes.
Are they
covered them.
still there?
No, like they're
no,
this.
Like they're not there.
Like
There
the-
remains. There
That's
remains.
what I mean.
The ashes
The-
covered
I
them
don't know
in
if
their-
they're actually like still alive, walking around like
The shape
crab
of their
people.
body is
That's because when
That's
lava
'cause
comes
they're
over,
preserved, right?
yeah, and lava like creates new earth, right?
But I know like their remains are still like up and.
Yeah.
You know, like you see them like on the
They're,
floor
like,
like
they're
that.
fossilized.
Can you bring
Bro.
up pictures real fast?
Yeah, bring a picture
Yeah,
of
dude,
You never
Pompeii.
seen Pompeii?
I've seen Pompeii.
I've
but
heard
I
that
haven't seen,
song
like,
by
the
Bastille.
remains.
Some guy's body who froze.
Every time I
jerking
hear a
off.
song, I think of the ROTC stuff.
Dude, imagine
Oh,
like you're
really?
jerking off in
Knowledge,
Pompeii.
yeah.
And you didn't know what was going on. No!
Holy shit! There's a fossilized dick.
What?
Yeah, like imagine like
Somebody
during
jerking
Pompeii happened, you were like, you know, in your toga,
The
right?
historians
Doing
are like,
Greek things.
yo, we
You're
gotta
like
post this.
looking at
Yeah,
like
bro, look.
pictures of like naked women. You're just like
See,
beating your
look,
teeth.
look, Marco. Like you can see it. Like
Oh my god, dude, that's so creepy. Fucking A.
I used to be a
That actually is
person.
kind of.
It's
weird.
still there
They
to this
look like
day.
mannequins, but think inside there. There's a person.
Dude, I can see the pain in their eyes too. Holy
They
shit.
didn't have a face.
No, like their
Go ahead,
expressions.
Wait, go to that one right there.
There's a guy that was asleep.
That guy right here. Go to this one. He looks like he's.
Teeth, bro. Jeez.
They're small people.
Oh, donkey. Damn, dude.
How many people died in Pompeii?
A lot.
Hundreds of thousands probably.
It's a city, dude.
And it wasn't just any city. It was the
Death
capital
count?
of the city-state, right?
I think so.
Death people. Death toll.
That's good.
16 to 20,000.
Yeah.
Over 1,500 people have been found at Pompeii,
Oh,
But
so
how
that's
many?
Not even the ones that were
but the death toll is still unclear. Damn.
still.
A lot of people tried escaping, and then yeah,
So how happened you live near a volcano, bro? Damn.
Crazy.
They got roasted.
Is there any
That
other
freaks me out,
monsters you
dude.
guys want to talk about?
natural disasters, like is natural. You can't control it at all. Like if you're just at the wrong place at the wrong time, like you're gonna die.
well, we can control it to a certain point. Like the reason, like we can control global control
We can
global
control.
warming.
Is that really a natural disaster though?
Right, you can milk it all you want, but you can't stop the fire.
You
Well,
can
we
still
could
get
if we
it.
all like went. Like
Okay.
I was talking to Alex about this the other day.
Can you prevent earthquakes then?
The best thing
No,
for
we
the best thing for the planet is if humans cease to exist.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was like. I think
Yeah,
the best thing.
bro.
Well, like,
didn't it
oh!
say-
When you
because
watch
back then, like,
freaking,
the oxygen level.
King
That's why
Godzilla.
animals are so
When you watch
big,
Godzilla,
there was more oxygen in the world, and now that we're using all this shit that's killing our natural resources.
Have y'all seen Godzilla?
Yeah.
King of Monsters?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to spoil it.
The
but
new
it's
one?
It's a good point. Yeah.
Well, no, like I can see that because like
Thanos.
I was
I don't
it was
really
in
care
the
enough to
news.
like. If you spoil it, I don't really care. For
Wait,
that
the
much, so
new
you can
one?
spoil it.
Cover your ears.
Wait, the new one or the old one?
The one that just came out.
Just came out.
Yeah.
You saw it already?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
You didn't
Okay.
invite me?
Don't
Oh,
invite
yeah, you
me.
did.
I
You
did
did.
invite you, dumb.
Dude,
cuck.
you didn't invite me?
I think you're at work.
No, I'd gotten off.
You got afternoon shift, didn't you?
Didn't I invite me?
You're at work,
I know.
All right.
and
So
you were with Maddie.
that's pretty.
Oh, I
Yesterday?
was. That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so like in the movie, he covers his ears.
Asshole.
the lady makes the theory. Like I was talking to Christian about how the best thing for the planet is if we just didn't exist. And the lady was like, "Oh yeah, we should just get the Titans back because the human race is diseased, like a virus to the planet." And like this is the Titans coming back is like it's
It's like Earth's natural defendant against humans.
It's
Yeah.
like their immune system.
Pretty,
How
yeah,
many
pretty
times?
much.
What?
Like the monsters in Godzilla like live inside the Earth and they were there before us, and now they're
Yeah.
coming out to get rid of humans because they're killing the Earth.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, dude. And then when she
God damn it, that hurt my ears.
you want to bring up Prometheus?
No, I was thinking about.
That's a totally
Prometheus is
different
fucking good.
thing, bro.
I was thinking about primitive state. I think that's like the best way for humans to stay on Earth. If they were to stay on Earth, the best way for the planet to thrive
Booga booga niggas.
is if we went to primitive form. We degressed. No longer had personalities.
There seems to be less people on Earth. That's why I'm like,
No,
It's
even
It
always
sounds
so
fucked
crazy
up,
to
but,
think
like-
about how like there's so much.
Well,
people on Earth.
overpopulation. The Earth is gonna reach its carrying capacity eventually.
well, anytime Earth reaches its carrying capacity,
why didn't you let him out?
anytime an ecosystem reaches its carrying capacity,
The ecosystem fails.
Potassium.
yeah, pretty much. There's a phenomena that happens. And for some reason, there's always a natural disaster or some weird way that eliminates a major chunk of the population. And once we reach our carrying capacity, keep stuttering. Yeah, something's gonna happen, and a lot of us are gonna get wiped out.
What's probably scary is it's probably gonna be some kind of disease.
That's kind of interesting.
Or nuclear
I'm
war.
not gonna lie.
Well,
I
the
don't know
fact
if
that
it's
it
just
always
me,
happens.
but like
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be
the way
nuclear
because
people
war.
are always like,
technology is going
oh, like-
and progressing so fast, dude.
Our prayers go out
I
to
feel
this,
like
but like
we're
it's gonna
honestly
happen.
like
We're gonna kill ourselves.
And y'all
No,
just
I feel like
ignore
we're
that
in
we
the
can
end
change
times, bro.
global warming.
We're gonna what?
Well,
I
not
feel
just
like we're in
that.
the end times.
As soon as
You think
we
so?
reach our
I
carrying
don't think so.
capacity, there's some strange phenomenon.
I think, like,
that always
We don't have flying
happens.
cars yet, so
Right? And
What's our carrying capacity?
I think like
we
once
don't
we
know
reach
yet,
that kind
but
of shit.
all we know is we're
I
about to
don't
reach
know.
it, and when that happens,
Well, not just
a major
flying
chunk
cars,
of our
obviously.
population is going to just die out.
I can't imagine being 50 years old and like,
Either-
technology
yeah.
is gonna be like that.
Either a war,
I'm gonna be like
either famine, either
I'm like,
plague,
I don't want an iPhone.
a new disease,
Yeah, you don't have the eye.
nuclear,
It's a phone in
nuclear
your
war,
eye and shit.
cobalt bombs. That's scary.
linked up to your
That's the
brain.
scariest thing for me.
What?
That's like
Cobalt
bigger than an
bombs.
atom bomb.
No, cobalt bomb is basically it was theoretical back in the
Oh, I've
60s.
heard of this.
It's theoretical back in the 60s, but scientists figured out a way to start dividing atoms that aren't nuclear or that aren't radioactive. And when you divide an atom that isn't radioactive, such as cobalt, which is what they used for example, not only will it have the reverse effects of nuclear bomb, it will, I think, increase the power tenfold. Instead of Fallout slowly disappearing, like you know the 0-hour death rate or the half-life,
Yeah.
instead Fallout will start spreading at an exponential rate when one of these bombs gets released.
So instead of just like slowly like
Decaying.
that, it'll just go fucking straight up.
Yeah, instead of the fallout for an area slowly decaying, like it'll start getting more habitable. Everything around is gonna start spreading and dying, becoming radioactive. One of those bombs is theorized to be 10 times stronger than the strongest nuclear weapon we have right now.
Is that what happened in Chernobyl with this radiation? I want to watch this show for
Chernobyl-
that,
no.
No,
dude.
Chernobyl was a nuclear power plant failure.
And that's not cobalt. That was just regular uranium. So what's going on with Chernobyl right now is I think it's starting to become
No, it's not becoming animal.
No,
for
not
humans at least.
no, but the half-life's starting to decay it, right?
A
The
little bit.
fallout's it's going
Is the
down.
Earth, if the Earth were to just become radiated completely and kill humans, would it be able to adapt and live that way?
Yeah.
Like it would just have like four-headed beings
The
just
Earth probably
peacefully
yeah.
living.
But like no, like at least for humans, it's definitely not safe. But there are animals that are living in Chernobyl and shit, like dogs and like birds and
Yeah,
shit.
I was
Is it
gonna
gonna-
say for other organisms, but not for humans.
It's gonna be about 100
We're kind of a
100.
weak species. The only thing strong about us is our intelligence.
No, that's the weakest
So the
part. of
Chernobyl, the
this. That's
Chernobyl
Well, it's a
town
good
is
and a bad
abandoned,
thing.
right?
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a whole ass town and like fucking factory and shit that's been abandoned in Chernobyl.
There's a TV show on it that just came out on HBO. It looks really good.
But
I'll
no,
watch it.
the thing about Chernobyl though is after a few hundred years, it's gonna be inhabitable again. With one of these cobalt bombs, it'll never, and it'll start spreading instead of decaying. The radiation will just start spreading, and it spreads like rapid fire apparently.
Radiation is just in the air, right?
It's not in the air, it's in the ground, it's in everything.
It's on a molecular level.
It's not, yeah, it spreads anywhere. So basically, one of these cobalt bombs, if it's detonated in a continent like Africa or Asia, it'll only take about 6 or 7 years to spread to the entire continent and become uninhabitable.
Yeah.
And then
So if I just went to Chernobyl right now, what would happen? Would I get like cancer or something?
You'd have the. Well, they were talking about that Alex Jones podcast. Remember? Yeah, you probably maybe not immediately. I guess it depends on how long you're exposed there, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
But like, so obviously they were testing nuclear bombs in Nevada, right? And they filmed a movie there called The Conqueror. This is actually true. A lot of the people who were on that set got cancer, including some of the main
That's why
stars.
they were testing them.
Yeah, that's why they were testing the bombs.
Yeah, so if you're a mother and you have your baby, it could be radiate. It could be deformed, like something like this. It's disgusting.
it's sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. Your skin can like burn up, like your face will like just melt, like not like immediately, but like it'll start slowly, just like your skin will just like fall off and shit like that too.
The scary thing though.
I'm not completely sure.
Well, I think it's because correct me if I'm wrong, but it's because your molecular integrity starts failing, right?
Yeah. And
Because,
it'll start
pretty much
dividing at an
we're-
exponential rate.
We're always exposed to radiation at some point. It's just
No, like,
like
this is radiation.
Yes, technically.
This is visible
it's just
light.
what's the word I'm looking for? The concentration, how much.
Yeah, so we learned about this in astronomy, like gamma rays. It's like the light right now, it moves at like a slower rate, like it's like that. But like with radiation, it's going like so fast.
High energy.
Exactly, high energy. So this is crazy. Yeah, it's insane.
That's what scares me about the cobalt bomb
We got about
situation.
3 minutes left, by the way. Where'd Alex go?
Like, look up cobalt bombs. And apparently there are some that exist. These bombs, if they're ever detonated, are going to take out the probably
entire world eventually.
See, I
One-
don't understand the point of having that then. It's like, because people are like, so we can be the best country. It's like, really?
I don't think that's an excuse.
That's
Hopefully not. That's a really bad.
I
Russia
feel like
is-
that'll never happen, dude.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever be detonated.
There's
But
a
if
cobalt.
They know if they bomb a different country, then they're eventually gonna get bombed too, and then the whole world's just gonna die.
simulation of long-term contamination due to a cobalt 60 bomb in New York City. Food group. Cancer deaths due to radiation. Yeah, so is it like a subtle thing, like carbon monoxide, or is it just like
well, the way I was explained
it's like
is the effects will be subtle at the very beginning. The whole area is gonna be bombed. It's gonna be terrible. But the area after that will be semi-subtle, right? And then after time, it just starts getting more thicker and thicker to the point where you couldn't even stand in there for 5 minutes. And that area spreads exponentially, which means
Straight up.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
straight up on a graph. Like the acceleration, it accelerates.
In a short time period.
The more it spreads, the faster it spreads, basically. And they just keep repeating, going after each other.
Literally like a tumor.
Yeah. If one of those hits America, it'd probably take out about half the country and the rest of the country in about a year. And then Mexico, and then Canada. And then it'll spread down to South America.
You also gotta take
then-
into account water.
And then water, too. So it'll probably be spreading almost to Europe by then.
it's crazy.
So based on what you're telling me from those
Just by one
cobalt
bomb.
bombs, it's like you should never set one off in the first place.
If you
honestly.
just one would just be enough.
There's like no.
Can they
reason
even
to
like
set
disassemble
one
it now, or is it just forever? gonna
They can
be-
they can disassemble it.
They have one
should.
together?
Granted, they have to be super fucking careful.
Russia has one.
They have to
How
be
the hell do
super fucking careful.
Why do they?
Russia didn't know what, so they found out exactly what they were doing in Russia in the late 60s, I think. U.S. intelligence picked up in the Arctic, I think satellite signal from a nuclear submarine, and it sent out a cobalt missile. Luckily, the missile was a failure, but it proved that Russians were testing with cobalt weapons. And they say that at this point, Russia probably does have a cobalt weapon.
There'd be no reason to set it off. You should never set that off.
If you set that off, that literally destroys the world within 20, 30 years.
And not just humans either, but like
The world.
yeah. Unless
Like it
Elon
just
Musk finds a way to get to Mars.
like it just scares me knowing that we have this for no reason at all. Like, or not that I think America has one or two of them now.
But it goes back to like that Jeff Goldblum quote. I know it's from a movie, but like they
Didn't intend to.
no. What's the fucking quote? It's like
Take life
they thought, what if we could? They never stopped to think if we should, or some shit like
Yeah.
that. Because there's no reason to set off that kind of bomb. You know, even if you could protect yourself in some way,
You're literally destroying the world at that point.
like you'd run out of resources eventually and shit. Like there'd be no reason whatsoever to set off that bomb.
I wonder if there'll ever be a World War III.
If there is,
There might be.
if there is, then that would be probably the end of the world. Cause
Mutually assured self-destruction is what they called in the 60s, right?
yeah, but
There probably is going to be World War III soon. I feel like just because of the political landscape right now.
well, right now we're about to go to war with Iran, which is nuclear.
I thought we pulled out of Iran.
They pull out of Iraq, I think.
Iran we're having issues with for some. I think it's like over an oil dispute, and it's Trump's fault.
Yeah,
I
he wants to
wanna go-
become like the max producer
I wanna
of
go
every
draft,
resource.
We would all basically all of us would just have to go into the military if World War III happened.
I'd rather
They got
go-
rid of the draft.
No.
They got selective service now.
Oh, yeah, selective service, which pretty much is.
But
same
if it
thing.
got that bad in war, and like everyone would have to go,
Yeah, it
we'd
would.
be screwed.
Iran tension.
It's really intense though now, knowing what type of weapons are out there now. If we got into war, they did a demonstration of how
22 hours ago, U.S. officials say tensions with Iran are easing, but they remain vigilant.
So it's still there.
because Iran has like 40 nuclear warheads. They could take out the East Coast easily. It's not like North Korea where they have like those Walmart brand bombs.
Yeah, this is reading from CNN real fast, right? A month after sending an aircraft carrier to the Middle East, just so we have backstory of what's going on over there. A month after sending an aircraft carrier to the Middle East, in reaction to intelligence, the U.S. claims they had showing Iran was preparing to attack U.S. troops. Military tensions appear to be easing, according to several U.S. officials. It seemed tensions have dropped some, but we are still watching very closely. We haven't relaxed, we remain vigilant, one defense official with direct knowledge of the situation told CNN.
Is Afghanistan close to Iran?
Yeah, they're right next to each other.
Look, good thing John's going to South Korea. Because he said he could have gone to Afghanistan.
Dude.
Oh, if they went to Afghanistan, they wouldn't attack. They're allies.
Anyway, how did we even start talking?
Reason for Iranian
We're talking about World War
tensions.
III.
And bombs, Chernobyl.
I don't think that it could probably butterfly effect into World War III, but I don't think it would. You know what I mean? Like that chance is there, but I don't think it'd be a high.
Bro,
chance.
that's the next big event. That's gonna wipe out humanity.
Well, if it would,
Whoa.
I think here's what would happen. I think Afghanistan would team up with us. Russia would team up with China and Iran.
It would just be the same Axis and allies.
No, because this time we have Afghanistan.
What would
And-
Germany do? Germany probably would not fight. They have no reason to fight.
Yeah, they don't. No,
They-
they're building up their military because the pact finally ended. Now they can actually have an army.
in South America.
With the EU?
No. The defense force, after World War II ended, they couldn't have an army for 70 years because they didn't want the ideology of Nazism to spread to another army. So they weren't allowed to have an army. But now
That sucks.
it's
Makes sense, but
been 70 years and they can have an army now.
70. Oh, so the whole generation could die out.
White House officials say that this is about deterrence, not about war.
I don't know about
I don't know how much I feel about that.
What does that mean, deterrence again?
Like preventing, like you're not letting prevent, like kind of like a warning, kind of to like probably other countries, right, Christian?
Oh, so it's like being
Because like when you kind
it's
of
like
say
being
when you,
prepared instead of actually being able to
Yeah.
act on those prepared. Okay.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm nervous for, war with Iran. Because if we go to war with Iran,
it's gonna be nuclear, eventually.
They have nukes.
and if we go to war with any nuclear country, teams are going to start being made for the Axis and allies again.
Where was South America?
What?
Go? South America?
South America
Probably nothing to
or
fight.
South Korea?
South America.
South Americans, they would be with us.
Oh
Probably.
wait, what changed What changed between the U.S. and Iran? The first Sunday night in May, the White House issued a statement from Bolton saying the U.S. has seen, quote, a number of troubling and escalatory indications and warnings, end quote, tied to the Iranian regime.
They don't want to admit it, but
Threatening U.S. and allied interests.
Go to an international news website.
Loaded missiles onto small boats run by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, which U.S. last month declared a terrorist organization. But then the Iranian forces reportedly unloaded some. U.S. allies in the Gulf last week said oil tankers suffered damage from sabotage attributed to Iran. Iran has denied plans to attack U.S. interests, but said it's prepared to defend itself against the United States.
You see, the way that sounds is that both sides don't want to sound like they want to go to war, but both sides secretly
They're ready.
kind of getting
Well,
ready.
this is related to nukes. A year ago, Trump fulfilled a campaign promise by pulling out of the Obama-era agreement to limit Iran's nuclear
I remember
program.
Right, Alex, go.
Or he said he had to
And
do
that's where
something
I
at
think
his
that's
house.
where the tensions are coming
He had
from.
to do something at his house.
Oh, that's right. We put a sanction on them, right?
Yeah, we sanctioned them for their nukes, and apparently that's where the tension's coming from because they want to be in control of their own nuclear program, even though us as the world police don't really trust them.
I wouldn't trust them either, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I don't trust Iran. I don't trust any Middle Eastern country with nukes. Not to sound racist, but like,
Not Jordan.
I don't really know about Jordan too much.
They're our allies.
But okay, it's probably ignorant to say any Middle Eastern country, but a good chunk of them at least.
Israel.
Well,
Is that really Middle
honestly,
Eastern?
bro.
Yeah, it is.
If anything goes bad with tensions in the U.S. and other countries, I'm moving to Canada.
That's
Yeah.
everyone's plan. Move to Canada.
Dude,
Granted, there's a
we're
lot
gonna
of
fuck
real
their
estate over
economy
there.
up. It's like, oh, these fucking Americans.
There's a lot of real estate over there in Canada.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
shit.
think about it. It's like one of the biggest countries in the
We
world.
should move there now.
But a large majority of Canada is kind of like Russia. Like, it's not uninhabitable,
I
but
wouldn't know how to feel about leaving.
there's a
America.
lot of forest area up to
That'd
the
be
north.
weird.
Just
I
like,
like
I just go live in Colombia, bro.
Can we
You-
live
you
like
live in
on the
Colombia?
border of Vermont and Canada?
I live in Canada because
Bro, I'd be in
Canada's
Toronto,
it's
bro.
not bad, but like
Toronto's pretty, dude. God.
I'd be with Drake in the stands.
weed is legal in Canada.
Views.
Oh, you know what? That's what I realized something. I don't think all South American countries would ally with the U.S.
You don't think so?
Venezuela. Remember?
Oh yeah. The
Remember what was
tensions
gonna
in Venezuela right now.
Remember
That's
what was gonna
bad right
happen
now.
a year ago? Or do you remember what happened a year ago? Trump got in trouble for it. He went
for
to
supporting the other candidate, right?
supporting the rebel group. But not only did he support it, while I was in Colombia,
Well, it wouldn't be the first time the United States has supported rebel groups.
You have family in Colombia, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we do.
While I was in Colombia, I was talking about it with my cousins.
Okay.
He apparently somehow nobody really talked. I mean, it was on the news websites. But nobody really talked about this. But Trump went down to Colombia, and he talked about moving troops into Venezuela for an invasion through Colombia, with Colombian support. He was actually. We were planning on going to war about a year ago with Venezuela to overthrow their communist regime. Also, because most of the people there are starving right now.
It's not like look. It's not.
It's getting worse in North
It's
Korea.
really bad.
What was it like when you were over there?
Oh, it was terrible. When I was in Colombia, there were so many homeless people who walked across the border. Everywhere I went, I got ID'd as a. They wanted to see my passport.
Oh, when you got in trouble?
For real?
Yeah, they wanted to see my passport everywhere.
Who
I
did you
went.
go with?
My dad. They wanted to make sure I
Just your
wasn't.
dad?
Yeah, they wanted to make sure I wasn't a Venezuelan immigrant because they had so many illegals just crossing over. Because their economy is literally so bad, it costs about 5,000 pesos just for a loaf of bread. Like no.
Did you like make sure you didn't wear anything nice over there?
Yeah, you had to.
Just, you know.
Colombia is still the largest exporter of cocaine in the world. They don't have the big cartels anymore, but they export it to Mexico, and Mexico sort of handles it.
Is your family over there doing all right?
Yeah, they're doing all right. They're just the economy's starting to suffer because of the amount of immigrants coming in. They're like flooding in. Like I was talking to my cousin about it. He's like, it didn't used to be this bad. Like when you go to the streets at night, there's like 20, 30 people on a block just sleeping there on the streets. They move in from Venezuela.
What the fuck?
Did someone turn the heater on? It got really hot in here all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Just gotta turn the fan down.
But it's it was insane going there and seeing all that, and I was talking to
Changes
some,
your perspective.
yeah, and I dated a girl down there. She was Venezuelan. She was in the country sending money back to Venezuela, because
Venezuela's a horrible place to be at right now. It's pretty point
her
blank.
family was still there. She was an illegal.
It just shows you how privileged we are.
We are. A lot of people take it for granted, honestly,
Like
which kind of pisses me off.
Yeah.
High key.
I can't imagine living like that.
People get
dude.
pissed off about their fucking
like-
Popeyes order. It's like, dude, humble yourself.
This is how bad it was when I was down there. She worked 17 hours a day, and all that money had to go straight to Venezuela, and she had to beg for food at the end of the night just to make sure her daughter ate instead.
Wow.
It's really
All the
bad
money.
over there. It's really bad in South America in general, honestly.
Colombia wasn't that bad. I mean, it was starting to suffer because of the amount of immigrants. They're starting to fuck up the economy, you know. But other than that, Colombia wasn't that bad.
But I'm talking about like as far as like
Brazil was
economics go. Oh, you went to Brazil?
No, Brazil was terrible though.
Brazil's overpopulated though, right?
It's not overpopulated, but the crime rate is the highest in the world.
No, I thought it was no, El Salvador.
El Salvador is the violent crime rate, but the crime rate in Brazil,
It's overall crime rate.
yeah,
Is what you mean.
prostitution, murder,
What's the
robbery,
main reason why it's so bad over there? Just the economy?
the people. It's just part of the culture. I know it sounds fucked up to say, but I mean, like I know I was talking to my cousin who was a nurse, and she was talking about one of our uncles, which was her father, was a lifelong criminal. Like every time he would get in it, he would be in and
Oh, you
out of
told me
jail.
about this, right?
Yeah. Eventually, he got killed one night. Like he got
Murder?
he murdered people. He got in a bar fight and he stabbed.
Hitman?
No, he was just a criminal. He was a thug. Got in a bar fight, stabbed a guy. Later on, that guy's friends came by and they jumped him,
Yeah.
beat him to death.
Who?
One of our uncles,
Cousins.
cousins technically, yeah. Yeah, but it's kind of part of the culture down there as far as like just crime.
Where did Sam go? Is this on here?
No, you left.
In fact, just to lower the crime rate in Colombia, they legalized prostitution.
Do you think if I went down there, someone would jump me because I'm white?
Yeah.
No.
Well, you don't think so?
It depends on where you're at. If you're on the coast, everybody on the coast is black, including our family.
So
But I
I'd
don't
be
need to
screwed.
jump him. I think it just depends on the
So I'd be
people, you
screwed.
know?
If you went to Bogota, everybody there is pretty much white.
I think it just depends on the people.
Yeah, it does. It
It
depends
really
on what
does.
area.
It's not gonna be like based on skin color. It's gonna
I'd
be
be
based on like.
scared, bro.
Like, I know Dad didn't want me going past 71st Street because that's when you get to the poor neighborhood. And
The criminals and shit.
guys
Just take
71.
anything from you. Take your shoes.
They did. I think there's actually a movie on Netflix original on that. Colombian muggers. It's pretty interesting, but
I want to ask Alex how it was when he lived over there for you.
Oh, in Peru?
Peru's different though. Peru's ancient.
Ancient.
As in, like, their economy and the way that their market works and the way that the laws are.
Look at some facts about Peru. Honestly, I'm curious.
Alex is telling me, and it's just, and from what I hear, it's kind of like you go to markets, like everything's local. Like,
Is it bad though?
hunters bring meat to the market and they sell it to the
Peru.
butcher. The butcher chops it up and makes it good, sells it to you. That's kind of how, like,
That's a very
old.
style.
That's why I say it's ancient.
But
So
like,
imagine if the whole world lived.
what's the economy like over there and shit? You know?
Peru lifestyle? Is that what you want? Countries.
I want to be here right now. I want to ask him, dude. What was it like?
Yeah,
to
you
live
see?
over there? Because he obviously will remember. He was like in middle school,
Yeah.
Religion, family, food, music, girls.
in like 7th grade or something.
What is the culture like?
But no, that's why I say Venezuela probably would be an enemy of us. Because
Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe not all of Venezuela. Probably just like the main.
probably
the communists.
the communist regime.
They hate. At least Trump. I'm not sure they hate. They probably hate the U.S. too, though, right?
They do. No, they hate the U.S. because they found out that Trump wanted to invade it. Like, we were literally going to be at
But it
war.
wouldn't be the first time the United States has supported a rebel regime.
What, you talking about what is it?
Just over the years.
No, there was one in Los Contras. You remember the Iran-Contra scandal?
I think so.
They made a whole movie about it, American Made, if anybody's seen that. That was
Yeah, with the money.
Yeah,
He became like one of the biggest drug mules.
yeah, drug mules. But
And
not
then-
only that, it turned out that the CIA was covering for the DEA and all the other they were covering for drug mules and drug traffickers because drug traffickers were providing information on communists. So the CIA was basically like covering for Pablo Escobar and all these other people who were informants.
Makes sense, honestly.
Because apparently communism is worse than drug dealing. Which it kind of is, but at the same time, you shouldn't. I wouldn't, support a drug dealer because you're giving me information on where to find enemies.
That's true. But and when El Salvador had its rebellion, we supported the rebels too.
Yeah, we did.
Granted, it
It
failed.
was a terrible idea.
It was a terrible idea because it failed miserably.
The rebels became gang members.
Top of that, yeah, the crime rate in El Salvador is horrible. It's a very poor economy too. It's dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think that the Chile?
Chile. Oh, the people
Is it
there.
bad also?
No, Chile is like,
Huh.
it's nice. We met some Chilean people while I was in Cartagena because everybody in South America travels to one another's country.
Kind of like everyone in Europe
It's
travels.
so
to
close,
Chile.
right?
Chile is basically the rich country of South America. People there are not everybody's rich, but people there are a lot more well off. People there are a lot
Compared to other South American countries.
like Argentina is another good example of a well off country and everybody there is very white skinned, white complex.
It's kind of like South Africa of South America.
Yeah,
But
basically.
they're not white though.
No, they are white like skin wise, but they're like
There's a lot of German people
in Argentina. Yeah, well that goes back to World War II.
yeah, because that's
All
where
the
some
Ger-
Nazis escaped
All the Germans who like, oh shit, we lost. They fucking ran to Argentina.
for whatever reason.
No, it's
I'm
because
really-
Oh, wait, it's kind of like the weather's kind of like.
no, well that too, but
there's like white people or Europeans in South Africa.
Yeah, that's why I said South. That's why I said Argentina's kind of like the Africa, South America.
because there's actually a town in Argentina where they only speak German.
Huh.
And
I've only been to, or outside the United States, I've been to the Virgin Islands.
in Jamaica, right?
Yeah, right. That was really nice. The people that like the guys there, like they're like dark skinned. They were speaking English, but they were like speaking like so fast with the English, it sounded like they were speaking a different language.
Oh, that's actually there's a slang that's used in the Caribbean for like English speaking countries.
Yeah, like
it's called patwa.
I could tell he was speaking English, but it was just like very like hard to understand.
It's a different language. It's like
Like it literally sounded like he was speaking a different language, but
no, it is
sound.
technically.
Well, we went to Jamaica, right?
No, we went to Bahamas.
Oh, Bahamas.
They speak the same language in the Virgin Islands, Bahamas, and Jamaica.
We didn't really get to see the Bahamas, so we sound fucking
also
bored.
my
Kind
my
of
sophomore year, in the summer I went to Cancun, but I only stayed on the resort,
Well, you
so
can't.
I didn't experience like
You need a passport to like explore,
yeah,
right?
like
No,
right when we got
that's-
to off the airport, we went straight to the bus and they took us to the resort. We weren't allowed to go out.
There's a reason.
Well,
Other than Mexico City, most of Mexico is like cartel ran. Like all the
it's
politicians.
dangerous for especially white people.
White
Yeah,
Americans.
There's
you're
there's like a
target
lot of
when you go
people
there.
everywhere.
Cancun is the only area that's really well protected by the government because it's a financial resource.
I go to Puerto Rico.
Like, other than Mexico City, because Mexico City is pretty rich, and there's a lot of billionaires who like most of the top 100 billionaires, and not most, but a good majority of them live in Mexico City.
Isn't there like a Mexican dude who like runs a cell phone company or some shit?
He runs all the cell phone companies in South America, because technically there's no monopoly laws like there are here. What's his name? Carlos Slim. That's it.
But yeah, when you go to Mexico, you're in. Not to sound racist, but if you're white,
Yeah.
you're in really probably any other race besides like Latino.
Because
Right?
they see me as
Nick was in
privileged, so
Mexico
they-
City though.
I mean, I have some tan in me. Like,
How was it like when you went to Mexico City?
It's well protected too though.
yeah, there was a lot of police everywhere with how do you say it in Spanish? Policia. There's a lot of policia with like guns and stuff. Just
Standing around, right?
yeah, just standing around. But the food there was really good, dude. They had this like churro place. It's
I
really,
believe it.
it's
Honestly.
really crowded though.
Mexico
Very
City's
crowded.
protected.
It's beautiful, though, right?
Dude, the Mexican
Beautiful
food over there
dude.
tastes a lot different from over here.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, that's the motherland, bro.
Yeah, the Tejano food sucks in comparison to any other Mexican.
It's not Tejano food.
Bro, we
isn't
had the
bad,
real street
but, like,
tacos. Like we just go. There'd be
Well, also
carts
there's
on
like
the
Asian
street.
food too, like over there in like those countries.
Well,
Over
Asian
here is
food,
like
it actually tastes like, from what I've heard, Asian food tastes a lot worse when you go to the motherlands. Other than like China.
Well, yeah, because
China
it's
and
been
Japan,
adapted. It's been kind of whitewashed here, you know.
in order to add more flavors and stuff. Other than Japan and China, most
They eat
other-
more raw stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of raw stuff. Dude. I've never.
I kind of want to go to China just to check it out. Or Japan.
China's kind of dirty though, from what I heard, right, Christian?
it
Oh,
depends.
Japan
Dude,
is-
my
Japan's
grandpa,
the-
he worked for 3M, and he's probably been to like, he's probably traveled like 30 times, and he's probably been to Hong Kong like 15 of those times.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Hong Kong's
He would
different.
always be flying out there, but he said like the people were very like rude all the time.
Really? In Hong Kong?
Hong Kong's stuck up though, because
Yeah. And
isn't
he said that whenever when he would go out to eat, like he was like, "I fucking hate all that damn food. I just ate at the hotel every day." because they don't want to eat that stuff.
It's in
But he
part
said
of
they would
like,
have like a
Yeah.
there would be all these people and they have like a big table and it would spin around and they would just be like they just grab it with their hands.
That's kind of
and
filthy.
And they're all eating and like you're licking their fingers. He said they'd be licking their fingers and then they just grab it. Everyone would just be grabbing with their hands.
But that
It's
probably just
nasty,
goes back
dude.
to the culture there, though.
That's nasty though, man. Like you
No,
get
that
sick.
still is because like you don't know what people are doing with their hands and shit.
Yeah.
I don't care if you wash your
Is that
hands
the city
before.
where everyone some
Well,
people
you're
like to wear masks because
Yeah.
of the sickness?
Yeah,
That's
pollution.
mostly Japan though.
What?
Maybe most.
no,
of
they do it in
Asia.
China too, right? The face
A
masks.
majority is in not Hong Kong,
What's
but
more notorious for Japan? That's
Beijing.
where you always see it.
Yeah, Japan you see that a
I
lot.
want to go to Europe.
Japan
though.
is supposed to be
like
really
Sweden
clean.
and Germany.
From what I've heard, Japan's supposed to be really clean, right?
Yeah.
I want to go to Japan, dude.
That's
I'd love
strange
to go
though
to
because it's
Japan,
like
dude. It'd be
that's
so
the more
fun.
like
I
that's
like
the more
those kids.
closely.
And it's kind of safe too, right?
Yeah.
Japan's safe. Yeah.
I'd love
And
to
that's
go to
the-
Japan.
That's the one that's on the small island too. It's crazy how their city's well kept.
Well, the laws there are
Opposed
different
to-
though. The laws there protect immigrants a lot better. That's why it's safer.
Bro, is it in Japan? I mean, I saw this from a movie, but like Tokyo
In
Drift.
tourists.
Like if you're speeding in Japan, like cops won't chase you if you're going over like 80. They won't even bother.
Is it true?
Yeah,
I
like if
don't-
you're going too fast, they just won't even bother chasing you.
I don't know. That's
I
interesting.
saw that in like
What?
that was in Tokyo Drift, the movie, right?
Oh, that's
No.
from fucking Tokyo. That's
Yeah.
bullshit,
It's
dude.
from a movie, bro.
Well, actually, we don't know.
That might make
Look it up.
that
Alright, let's go to
seems-
Japan. Let's
no,
try it.
look
See
it up
if
real
we don't
fast.
get
You can probably
arrested.
look up the law.
You
Well,
look
you
it
know-
up. You always have me pull the facts.
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
I'll-
Japan. Honestly, I wouldn't expect too many people to ride just because they have those bullet trains.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, those motherfuckers.
Traffic
You get a lot of
slow.
walking, right?
300
Like I was
really
saying,
bad.
it's a
Like,
smaller island, dude.
370 miles per hour.
Japan
That's
traffic
crazy.
laws.
That
There's
is
no,
crazy.
there's really no point to have a vehicle when the island's so small and you can get
Kind of like New York.
Kind of reminds me of like
Yeah,
Hawaii,
New York, you
but
never
less
need a car,
nature
dude.
kind of.
You know what I like about Japan? I like the watermelons. Look, I just really want to try one.
What is Mushu?
Mushu.
Oh, that's the dragon from Mulan. But is that an actual thing? Is he named after?
Mushu is China, or Mulan's a Chinese tale though.
Oh, Sapporo. See, all these Asian words or Japanese words that we know, like he's saying.
Wow, the yellow arrow light is for trams, not for cars. In Japan.
The what?
So you know how like our yellow light means like slow down or like yield sometimes?
Yeah.
Their yellow light is for trams, not for cars.
So
Kinda
what
wanna
do
go
they
to
have?
Europe.
Only
I want to go to
red,
like.
green. What
Huh?
is it?
Well, green
Let's
is
read
for
the
us.
states like
And you-
Iceland, Denmark.
So people drive on the left side of
Sweden.
the road in Japan, from what I'm reading. And so you know how we have right on red?
What?
They grow in
There's
cubes.
no left on red over there.
Dude, look, they have square watermelons.
That's what I was telling. I want to try the watermelon over there.
I mean, it's not. It's probably the same, but they just grow it in the box.
They grow it in a, no. Somebody found out a way to grow it in a herb shape, so you can like give it to a loved one.
That's cool. Holy shit.
Like no, Japan.
Whoa, it's yellow.
That's not. That's some weird man.
my only thing with Japan is like their sex culture is really fucking weird.
I'll bring that up.
Well, we can bring it up. It's not bad to talk about
But I really
because
want,
it's true.
it
They're
just look cool to try.
like, dude, their culture about that like that kind of stuff is really fucking weird. From what I've heard.
Like what?
Look up the age of consent for Japan real fast.
13. Sorry,
Oh,
How do you know that?
cause I was.
Oh, Trey.
You ever see Japanese Zen
dude,
gardens?
why did he? What the hell?
They
man?
talked about it in.
Bro, you ever seen these the
Samurai
sand
Champloo.
gardens?
Oh, they do.
Yeah. During the Oh yeah.
The sand garden. You take
They
some
represent
steps,
the ways
guy's
of the
like,
sea.
Well, dude, they spend like all day grooming that shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Imagine how boring that job must get.
Actually, it's supposed to be
Doesn't
pretty
seem
good.
that hard, bro.
It's probably their
They do that in the
dude.
golf courses here.
No,
They
because this is.
How do they get to the big? How do they get to those big gaps though? Because like, I understand saying on
They're
the
gonna
rock,
use the stick and just like vault over.
vault over.
Oh, how do they do that?
Yeah.
It's very precise. It's like running
Is
a
it,
route.
dude,
You
in,
can't
in
make
Tokyo
it.
too, like when you sleep in the pods, right?
Yeah, you do those.
Yeah, dude, those
Result.
little. It's like a hotel pod.
And then they're so clean over there.
That's interesting.
Like even like the bathroom.
I heard they have vending machines for like umbrellas.
Yeah, they had the
coffee,
bathrooms
food.
where the whenever
The
you take a
bidet.
shit,
I heard the soda's
that,
fucking
right?
good.
sprays in your ass.
Yeah,
soda.
that's-
Oh yeah, it washes your butt for you.
Honestly, that like people here think it's weird, but it seems a lot cleaner than just scraping shit from with like toilet paper. That's basically what you're doing.
I would still probably just you can't rely on it, you know.
Yes, you can.
Dude,
Well, how long does it last? The splash, or is it like a fucking jet stream just going right between your cheeks?
dude, I'm pretty sure them putting that out in the public, it would work, dude. They want to put something out that didn't work.
Well, I'm not saying it didn't
Clean
work, but
poopy.
like
Dude, I want to experience the Japanese nightlife.
Like, could you just imagine, like, if you took
What,
a trip to
felt
Japan, like,
Tokyo
you go to the
Drift?
restaurant, you hear it was like,
Dude, Dude,
Dude,
K-pop's
they have
like,
a
K-pop's like Korean pop though.
yeah.
Actually, Korea looks really nice to go to. I really want to go to
Yeah.
Korea.
You're talking about North Korea, right?
No.
Sure. What was it? The interview. We have a bunch of fat kids in North Korea.
Looks really clean, bro. I mean, there's a lot of people.
John told me he doesn't want to. He only wants to stay on the base.
Really? You would
Like,
want to
dude,
go
you're
out
crazy, bro. Go freaking downtown, man.
I was
Why?
telling him, like, dude, go explore.
in Seoul, right?
Why
That's the
doesn't he
capital
want to?
of
He's just
Korea.
like, I just
Or
want to
something.
focus on my job.
Dude, no.
Part of the
that-
job.
Why would you, dude? You're like literally going.
Take advantage of the time you're
Yeah.
being able to do there. Dude.
Is he just upset that he didn't get to go to Japan?
I want Japan.
No, he's upset because he wish he went in reserves now. He doesn't want to go away for a year.
Oh.
What's he gotta do, bro? That's life.
He signed a contract,
Cause
right?
yeah, he's on a fucking 4-year contract, bro.
Did he know what he was signing when he signed that?
Yeah. Bars didn't put
Yeah,
too
but
much
it's
into
just
it.
now that he knows that he could have gone reserves, and he could have stayed home and only traveled once a month. For like a
Well,
week
was that
and
his
come
first
back.
thought? Reserves or no?
No.
No.
Well, I put a lot of thought into whether I wanted to go reserves or active duty, and I honestly think I want to see the world a little bit.
You should go active. I think it'd be good for you.
Go to Germany, bro.
No, go to Australia.
I mean, there's
dude.
no point to have reserves in Germany, actually.
Would y'all ever want to go to Australia?
Who do I make?
I'm hoping I get sent to
Dude,
like.
that place is like upside down.
See, I would if I was ever going to the military. I just
Because they eat cactus and get drunk.
No, like they're literally upside down.
Dude, I'd love to go to Australia. That'd be so cool.
Oh yeah,
Dude, the wildlife there is fucking
beautiful.
yeah. It is. It's one of the most diverse
Wait,
places
look
as
up
far as
Australia.
wildlife goes. If for
Yeah,
fauna and
people only think about the
what's the
desert.
scientific word for plant? Fauna and botana,
Yeah.
botana.
Yeah, botana.
I think it's funny how like people like whenever you
Oh,
think
flora.
of
My
Australia,
bad. That's it.
whenever you think of Australia, all you think is like it's all like desert and
Well, no, dude,
that-
they have like jungles and shit.
Yeah, people think of Texas as like a
yeah,
big
people
plain
think Texas
field.
is just like plain fields everywhere, but not, dude.
Like
It's like
fucking-
cities.
There's
like
like
this shit's like
Little
it's
Willow's
like New
Rock.
York, bro.
There's
It's
like
a city.
Yeah,
forest.
dude,
No,
look
it's
at that
not.
shit. That's fucking beautiful.
No, like it has buildings, it has houses. it
Yeah,
has
until like a
restaurants.
lion's over there, and then you're fucked.
There are no lions in Australia, you dipshit.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey, what
Yeah,
kind
dude,
of
so how the hell did kangaroo? I don't think humans should have
There's
like.
no lions in Australia.
No, that's Africa.
Alright, well, Kangaroo Jack's coming for you then.
Dude, kangaroos will fuck you up, dude.
Yeah, bro.
They're not afraid.
Have you seen them?
You see the one where the
That guy
kangaroos
punches him?
Yeah, he goes. Dude, they're buff too.
They're scary, bro. They look like.
Have you seen videos of them
saw the
sleeping?
one with the
They're all just
dog, right?
muscular.
Yeah.
It was like
He's like fucking up the dog. Dude. He put that dog in a headlock, dude. You didn't say he was like.
They're pretty much like people, dog.
Dude, they are people.
What's up, mate?
Rabbit people.
I'll bank you with it. Alright, we're gonna. You want to wrap up in 5 minutes?
I mean, we can wrap up.
Hold on,
I
I'm
want
actually
you
kind of
talking.
curious. What kind of carnivores are there in Australia?
Animals?
Like large carnivores.
Oh, carnivore.
I
Large
think there are like
carnivores.
big cats.
they have those what are they called, Komodo dragons?
Yes. No,
Yeah,
no,
Those
no.
are in Australia?
There
Are
are
they?
some off the north.
Because those
east-
are those like the poisonous ones. Like if you get bit, like
No, they're not naturally poisonous. See what it is, right? It's all the bacteria in their mouth because from all the flesh and
you're
shit.
talking about the same thing, right? Where it's like orange
Komodo
and
dragons,
black.
right?
The orange and black.
They look like giant lizards.
They
Yeah.
have a Tasmanian tiger.
That's scary, bro.
No, that's extinct.
Well, I guess it'd be crocodiles would be like the main.
Dude, these are weird animals. They're all like rats. Great whites are over there.
Yeah, that's where Nemo takes place. Remember?
Western quoll, platypus. Platypuses are weird.
Oh, they have platypus. That's right, dude. I mean,
They're
so dope.
crocodiles.
Perry the platypus.
Oh yeah, do they have crocodiles and?
Why would they not have?
Yeah,
have
they
to have
do.
crocodiles.
That's where the crocodile hunter's from. It should be crocodiles.
Yeah.
What the hell is it? That looks like a bear, but it's not a bear. Oh, it's a prehistoric thing. Never mind.
You know, I think the
But the thing is, like, you can go somewhere. Like, apparently, like the beaches and shit are like beautiful in Australia, right, Christian?
yeah, because they barely have any.
Kangaroos, koalas.
You do realize we've only.
Have you ever heard what a koala sounds like?
Oh yeah, it's a weird no. It's a weird,
No.
dude. It's a weird
Nick.
sound. No,
No, Nick, no.
It's a deep. It's like a deep
It's scary,
snort.
bro.
It's a deep snort
It's like-
slash belch. It's a deep snort and
Well,
belch.
technically they're bears.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think about that.
Koala,
Shit.
koala
Fuck are
bear.
they?
Koala bear.
Wait, turn it up.
What the
Fuck!
Sound like a donkey.
Stop.
Did everyone
You didn't
freak
expect
out?
that. I saw it.
I was
I
expecting-
didn't-
Dude,
I
that
mean, I
threw
was
me
like,
off.
what the?
I was expecting like
You know,
No, dude, I wish. But Chris just put out a good fact. They're fucking bears,
it's like an
dude.
anime character.
Yeah, technically they're bears.
You fools.
Ha, you fools.
That sounded like you know Michael Jackson Thriller at the end. He's like, oh.
Well,
Dude.
it's like this. This is what kind of pissed me off, or it didn't piss me off, but something I
What about
regret
koalas?
not doing. 70% of all species live in the Amazon, right?
Mhm.
Oh, that's right.
70% of all species on Earth live
Dude,
in the
that's probably
Amazon.
the craziest
Like,
place
in South
ever.
America, right?
Yeah,
South
South America.
America.
Again,
It's in-
one of the most diverse places you can go to for
It's
wildlife.
in between Colombia and Brazil, basically.
That's
Like
Fauna
every-
and flora.
Yeah, it's like
You didn't go?
We didn't go.
Dipshit.
That got scared.
He got scared. Why? Oh, because you can get really sick out there. That's true.
No, not that.
Going
Apparently,
where? Going where?
into the Amazon.
Go on, Christian.
Apparently, that's where most of the what the FARC were, right?
Oh,
The what?
fuck. Want to
So-
explain?
So a while
We're
ago,
going into another
back in the 50s, yeah, right. Back in the
It
50s,
was a rebellion group, right?
Not just that.
Let's keep it short.
Or
because
they were
I wanna
guerrillas.
close
They were
off.
war guerrillas.
Yeah, they were the guerrillas.
People or actual a species of animal?
Species like gorillas, like
No,
For
no,
the
fighters.
species attacking or what?
people.
Oh, an indigenous group.
no, like like war gorillas, like they called the Vietnamese gorillas.
During
Oh,
during the
gorilla.
50s, when,
With a U.
when the
Gorilla.
Cold War first started, a bunch of professors and stuff from colleges switched and converted to communism, and they would go out in the jungles and start their own little regimes. And there's like hundreds of groups in the Colombian jungles, so it's like any travelers, even if you're like from Colombia, it's dangerous to go because if they find you, they'll either kidnap you or they'll kill you, or they'll turn you into a warrior, they'll like brainwash you. Like that's why the tropas from Black Ops 1. It was one of the teams.
Time since I played.
It was one of the teams you could play as. That was one of the Colombian regime groups.
But yeah, as far as wildlife goes, I don't know how we got to the park, but yeah, no. But you should. I can understand why I got scared now.
Yeah.
I would, dude. If I was there, I'd probably just stay in the freaking hotel room the whole time.
You mean stay in? No, they don't go to the city. Actually, they took over the capital once.
That's right, they did.
Dude, I
That
didn't
was
want
a
to go there ever.
While I was in
I don't
Colombia,
want to die.
I was in Bogota.
Not like while you were there though. But
No.
In the past.
But here's the scary part about while we were there.
Just like at the hotel, you see out your window. It's just
What did you have to wear when you were there?
I just wore a plain.
you had to blend in.
What if you wore that, dude?
This is what they were on the coast. On the coast, they're all a bunch of like black people who play soccer all the time.
Yeah. It's really cool.
But
But you have to blend in, dude.
no, in Bogota, where I was
Yeah,
at,
blend in.
the scary part was the leader of the leader of the communist regime, called the M19 guerrillas. They actually took over the capital, right?
At what point?
And their leader now, he became the mayor, the actual mayor of Bogota, because he switched over or some shit like that. And then
He switched back, right?
last year when I was in Colombia, he ran for president and almost won. So, like, a communist leader not a communist, but an ex-communist almost won the presidential election while I was there. I was like, dude, you took over the capital once, and then you ran for it and got it, and then now you're gonna try taking it over again? Holy shit.
I would never stop in
God,
America,
I think
dude.
this is 4 hours.
Holy shit.
Where would you want to go, honestly? What's the number one place you'd want to visit? I had this conversation with Matt yesterday.
Germany,
Germany, really?
Germany.
because of the beer and the food and the nice grass fields.
Scheiße.
And the people, the language there is very similar to English, and a lot of people actually there speak English.
Yeah, a majority actually.
Yeah.
So beer, food, language, and sights, pretty much.
We like white people. No. Cut that
I
out.
don't even know where I want to
Cut
go.
You know where you want to go? What's your dream place to visit?
I've actually always wanted to go to Nepal too.
Nepal?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's a hot topic right now, actually. Because people have been trying to like hike Everest and shit, and they're like been dying recently.
Well, anybody
Dude,
who goes
43
to
people
My
died.
mom's been reading an article. She says that the people are just like, there's like, they'll just be walking over people. They'll be dead and you'll just be walking over them.
That's
Because you want to get
fucked,
to the
dude.
top of the mountain.
God damn.
Yeah, no, like 43 people have died like in the past month, I think.
Because
Hiking
they say
Everest.
that because you're supposed to train your body. You're supposed to go up.
But people are just
a
going
certain
straight
amount.
into it, though.
Yeah, but what happens is my mom was reading an article that there's literally like, it's like a line. And whenever you get to the very top of the mountain, right when you get to the top, you need to go back down quickly. because the oxygen level changes dramatically. So people, since there's a line, they're not able to get back down. So they're dying up there because of they're like suffocating.
You have
Basically.
oxygen tanks with you and shit.
Yeah, but even
it's
you
a
run out.
long ass hike though.
You can run out easy.
Yeah, it's easy to run out.
Yeah.
Because you don't realize how much you're breathing. Honestly.
Honestly, the point of that, like, if there's that, they should put a limitation on the people that.
That's what they're talking about, because people are saying like, oh, it's dangerous, and you cut off the hiking trail and shit. Like, but it's
It
because overcrowding over there right now. Because like,
it should be like a natural. If I'm climbing something like that's a part of nature, I just want to be around nature. I don't want to be crowded with people.
No, they tried that and people kept dying. They would take like 20 oxygen tanks in a group of 7 people. And
no, that's not what he means. He means like limit how many people can actually like, go up there.
No.
Like people will
Not like
schedule a
dude.
time that they're going to be there, and then that's how long they're going to be there. They have that amount of time. If they can't complete it, they need to come back down.
No, they tried that. Like
bullshit.
I think that place is meant to be climbed.
That was
Just
the
do it
Everest
'cause other
movie.
people do it.
that was the Everest movie was about.
People are dying. You shouldn't do it.
I think like 7 people died in that movie, including like somebody. That was a girl. One of the girls, like I think she was a cancer patient. That was her last hike.
Then the guy, like at the end of the movie, like frostbitten face.
Yeah,
His face
and
is
his
like,
nose.
Yeah.
And every other hiker who was in his party died.
I don't know how to do that. My mom, when she went to Colorado and she just went up I forgot what the mountain's called.
Was it Pikes Peak?
Yeah, Pikes Peak.
Yeah, I
But she
went
said like right when she was up there, it felt like you were breathing through straw.
It was.
Really?
No, oh my god. And I went in the summer, and it was a blizzard up there.
So you could like
Oh
barely
my
breathe.
god.
It was like
Yeah, it was middle of July when you got to the very bottom, like near Denver. Everything was pretty hot, right? You got to the top, there was an actual blizzard blowing at me and Dad. We had pictures too.
dude,
wow, you're like what the.
When we got up there, we were like,
Like, what are you looking at?
like frostbite. on
there's a
people's-
like little store up there.
people's
Did you want to go straight down there?
No, there's a store up there, and you could breathe because they had like a certain oxygen intake thing.
Oh yeah.
But I was like, I would step outside the store and I'd be like, no, I was actually like choking. My dad,
too.
and my dad was like, I was getting nervous for Dad. Like, like Dad, can you handle
When
this?
did you
Like,
go to Colorado?
what?
When did you go to Colorado?
This is when I was in high school, right?
Yeah, I was still a little kid. Me and my dad got in the car one day, and he had planned it for a few weeks, and me and him just took a road trip.
It wasn't like that. They had
Planned it for
Just
a
got in
month.
the car and
they planned it for a month. They didn't just take off, right?
No, we just.
But
But it's like
you make it seem like y'all just like, let's go on a road trip. Like nothing.
No,
Go
no,
to
no,
a
no.
mountain where we can't
thing.
breathe.
Yeah, no, they
we
planned it out
planned
for like
for
a month.
about a month, yeah. And then first off, we went to
New Mexico, right?
El Paso.
Oh, Paso.
We went to Fredericksburg and we stayed there for like 5 hours. And Mom was like, "Where we at?" And we're like, "We're in New Mexico already." We really weren't. We were chilling in Fredericksburg an hour up the road. And then my dad's like, "Oh shit, let's go." It was like 5 o'clock, and we made it to El Paso. We spent the night there, and I don't know. You were near the border, right? You could hear the gunshots or not?
Yeah. It's like,
You can hear gunshots at
yeah.
El Paso.
Yeah, it's that bad on the other side. It's like let me in, por favor.
It's horrible.
Did you ever want to think about going down there to see the?
I wanted to go.
My
I wanted to cross the border to get drunk.
My dad
The
talked to
bars
you about
there
that.
are, like,
No,
right
no,
on the
Jared
border.
did.
Oh my god, dude.
No, and my dad too.
Jared
You
and my
can see
dad
the other
talked-
side.
You could see like
Can you see
like,
gunfire?
like this is the school, and then like the mountain would like go up a bit, and there was like houses. There was like smoke coming from. I don't know if they were just burning something, but
Dude, it's probably gunfire, honestly. Dude, actually, I saw a drive by the other day. I'm not even joking.
Nick,
It was when I went to I-10 Ice House.
did my
in
dad
Brittany.
talk to you?
no.
Yeah,
I
no,
could have sworn
no.
my dad
Jared
and Jared
did.
talked to you.
Jared's like, "You're going to Mexico? Are you planning on going to Mexico while you're over there?" And you're like, "I don't know, maybe." And he's like, "Don't go."
Yeah, my dad and Jared talked to you.
It's because he lives by the border, and Jared, Jared doesn't tell Dad, but he occasionally goes into Mexico.
Yeah,
Pretty
he's told us
Is the
that.
border? He was in El Paso.
No, he lives in Laredo. Laredo's closer than El Paso, I think.
Laredo, yeah, El Paso's 7 hours. Laredo's 3 hours. It's straight down from.
Dude,
like,
Laredo's not even 3 hours from the border, honestly.
No. Laredo's 3 hours. Laredo's on the border.
Why,
Yeah.
Why would we move to Laredo?
Why? He's grown up there.
Yeah, he's kind of used to it too.
Yeah.
They thought about moving here, but like they just
So
they
your
wouldn't
parents
like
used to
it.
live in Laredo?
My mom used to live in Laredo for a
Yeah,
little bit.
my dad lived in Colombia,
New
in
York, California.
Spain,
All right.
Greece.
You guys want to just close out?
Yeah, we should. You know what?
We should close.
Just
No,
close
don't
out.
pause.
Well, where the fuck did Alex go?
He had to leave to go do something, but
Is
We
it
should
okay,
close
or-
out and keep this conversation.
yeah.
I know, like
This is a really long podcast episode. Dude, we should go for 12 hours one time.
A 12-hour podcast.
half a day.
Well, how long are we at right now?
4 hours.
We're gonna be like,
my
the,
God.
we're gonna be like the dumber.
I
family.
could
How do you
split-
say it like that, Marco?
I could split this into 2 episodes.
Mikey.
We're gonna be like the dumber.
Dude, no,
family
that's a
getting hungry,
long
like,
fucking
from, like,
time. 4 hours? How? Okay, so if it's 4 hours, it's when the fuck did it go turn 2022? Holy shit!
Alright, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, we're
I might,
gonna go. I
might
got
split
tomorrow.
this into 2 episodes or just keep it in the total 4 hours. But
I'm gonna keep talking. To
Scott
you.
replaced Alex, and
Split that into an episode.
We
yeah, pretty
lost a member.
Who else remember?
yeah, thanks for watching. This is actually really fun.
Just put it
Thank
in
you
the
guys
guy.
for coming.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime.
No problem.
Give me my shit back.
Okay.
I know you're trying to avoid the drip.
I wanna roll.
You too, Scott.
Alright, thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. See you bye.
Bye. Have a good time.
Oh my god. Holy shit, bro.
End it.